FYF Sports, man. Back again. Back live again, touching on some more topics, man. Hey, one of you guys hit me up in the email, said we definitely need to touch on this. This is a sensitive topic. We saw how sensitive this was when I was on Ticket TV yesterday. A lot of these guys, man, are holding on to the nostalgia of the 90s and cannot let go, man. And I understand when you get emotionally connected to your era, and as the years go on and as the years pass by, and that era is starting to lose credibility with the younger crowd, they start to forget. I mean, it hurts. But at the same time, we also have to appreciate the greatness of what's in front of us. And I think we spend too much time looking behind. We spend too much time looking behind us. We spend too much time worrying about what they did in the past or how they did it in the past. And people just, again, we have to understand that things change, times change. The way people do things to change. And it affects everything, not just sports. It affects everything in your daily life. The way we commuted to work or the way people commuted to work in the 90s is different from the way people commuted to work in this era. It's different. Things change. The way people go it used to be, if you saw on TV, if you saw those old movies on the 90s, people used to take clock in cards and you stick it in the thing and it'll stamp your time card and you stick it in the box. They don't do that no more. Now they got apps where you can clock in with your app. They can track your location with your app. It's different. Times change. The way we do things change. And again, the game of basketball, it changes. And we just got to start accepting that, y'all. And that's what we want to cook on today. Y'all see the title of the video, man. We got the young stars of this league. When the amount of young stars that are coming into the NBA today that are making the NBA bigger, faster, stronger, and just playing better, just more talented all around. It's here. It's here. I personally believe, and what up to everybody in the chat, I'm about to start letting you guys hop in here because I really want to touch on this. I want everybody's opinion on this. I really want to touch on it. And again, I have a really strong belief that I don't think we will ever see another team three-peat. We won't ever see another team three-peat. It's too much talent in the league. It's too much talent. The way players can move around, the way players are developing over the summers, the way players are coming into the league developed, I don't think we'll ever see a team have enough longevity to three-peat again. You can do that in the 90s. Why was it easier in these other generations to win back-to-back championships or why was it easy for Jordan and the Bulls to three-peat? These teams really couldn't make major changes to their roster. The Utah Jazz were stuck being the new Utah Jazz for 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 years. Houston Rockets were stuck being the Houston Rockets. The Knicks were stuck being the Knicks. This is why we remember every player on those teams. They couldn't go recruit and get a big-name free agent. On top of the fact, there just wasn't a lot of high-level talent coming. It wasn't. You couldn't find that second-round hidden gem that might blossom into an all-star. That didn't happen in the 90s. Usually, it was the top lottery guys. Those were the great players. They all went to the worst teams in the league, and those teams stayed bad for a number of years. Now we got guys coming out of the second round. Look at Fred VanVleet. I'm gonna use him as an example. Who thought coming out of Wichita State that Fred VanVleet would be one of the biggest free agent names going into free agency this year? Who honestly thought that? Who thought that Montrezl Harrell coming out of Louisville would be one of the hottest free agent names in the NBA going into free agency? Who thought he would have been that good to demand this type of attention in the free agency market? Who thought it's so much talent, you can find hidden gems. Look at a guy like Draymond Green. For as much as people hate on him, they found him in the second round. A lot of those guys that got drafted ahead of Draymond Green, they're not even in the league. This is the hidden gems you can find all throughout the draft. We can look at guys like Donovan Mitchell who got looked over and passed up. Look at Jimmy Butler. He was the last pick. Jimmy Butler was the last pick of the first round out of Marquette. But we got people running around here saying he might be the best player in the NBA. When did that ever happen in the 90s? You won't ever find those types of hidden gems. There was not this much talent in the draft. Again, and it's just more and more and more every single year. We got guys like Michael Porter Jr. He didn't even go top. He didn't even go in top 5 in the draft. Guys like Bo, and it's still quiet. There's still guys that still haven't even shown that they can blossom in the NBA. A lot of people don't even know about guys like Carson Edwards for the Boston Celtics. Once given the opportunity, I think he can do great things in the NBA. But so we got all this talent stockpiled. Romeo Langford for the Indiana Pacers. We don't like these guys can step in at any time and be great. All they need is that opportunity. And we just didn't see that depth, man. But hold on, I'm gonna drop the link, y'all. I appreciate everybody for jumping in the chat. We up to 412 people so far. So I appreciate you guys for supporting, showing up every time I hit the live button to go live. So we dropping the link right now just for you guys because I really want to bring you guys into the chat. We really need to touch on these topics because like I said, after listening to the stream yesterday, the one thing that I clearly saw from everybody, especially the older guys, is that there's a really, really strong emotional connection to the 90s, so much so that they can't have any respect for this era of basketball. They have to watch it. See, that's the one thing. They have to watch it. They love watching it. They can't get away from it. They love, they love it. They love to see it, but when things don't go their way, everybody likes to revert back to saying, you know what? I wish it was back in the olden days. I wish it was back in the olden days when they did it the olden ways. And it just don't work like that no more. Nobody wants to see that no more. Guys are too talented, And again, I see you guys down here. Just hold on. I'm about to start letting you guys in. I'm going to start letting you guys in one by one because I want to hear each one of your individual opinions on this. Guys are too talented to just say, go sit on the block. Kevin Durant is a 7-footer. In the 90s, they would have had him on the block, and we would have never seen any of the skills that he has today. He would have been on the block. He would have never left the paint on defense, and he would have been a shadow of himself. This is why Chris Webber struggled so much in the 90s. See, a lot of people don't know that Chris Webber was going so much so against the grain. A lot of people did not like his style of play. He was trying to bring the ball up the court. He was trying to shoot threes. And in the 90s, that was frowned upon. They didn't want you to showcase all of those skills. They wanted you to go. If you were over 6'10", you need to be on that low post block. You need to play back to the basket, and that's all you need to do. And we got the first person in the chat, man. We got Luke, the writer of sports, man. What do you think about this, man? How do you just look at the talent in the NBA today, man? Do you agree with that premise? Do you disagree? I just want to let you cook on it for a second before I bring some of these other guys in individually.
Well, Lamont, I got to be honest with you. I did watch the 90s basketball because I am 39 years old. And I like some of the things I have seen in the NBA today. They do make me upset. But I understand what you're saying, though. If a 6'10", 6'11" guy or 7-foot guy was that big who could actually shoot the ball like that, they would have him down low in the block. Because back in the 90s, it was about mid-range in the post game. And it was the big man at the time. 6'10", 6'11" guy.
Mm-hmm.
But to me, there are times where I do get pissed off about the way they do play, about the way these young cats play the game today. Instead of trying to do the right play, they all want to jack up 3-point shots, never run the offense, play isolating ball instead of playing team ball. You talking about? Didn't the Warriors go to the finals like 5 times in a row though? Didn't they win two in a row?
Mm-hmm.
You saying they won't never be a back-to-back champ? Now the thing about it, the Warriors kind of stayed as a team for a long time, and they're gonna probably stay for a couple more years. Who knows? I think we someday we will see another team win 3 in a row. Not right now, but later on in the future.
Yeah, hey man, I agree. Like I said, we saw how the Warriors trying to three-peat. It literally broke everybody down physically. It's too much energy, too much work, extremely hard. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we hear you.
Okay.
Hey, what up? Right. What up? Salute. What up?
What up? Hey, True to King, you was next in here. What do you think about that, man?
I agree. I 100% agree. You know what I mean? The game got bigger globally and stuff like that, and the evolution of the game. You know what I mean? Try to Like just try to spread the game even further. You know what I mean? The game advanced. You know what I mean? Since they added the 3-point line until till now. You know what I mean? It's like
Yep.
basketball players. You know what I mean? It's the basketball is a sport. Like thing about basketball is different between any other team sport is the fact that everybody does the same thing, but in certain degree. You know
Yep.
what I mean? Everybody dribbles, but everybody there's top tier dribblers. There's everybody put the ball on the floor, everybody shoots it, everybody rebounds, everybody plays defense. But of course, individually, there's people that do it that does it at a better level in certain categories. So
Mm-hmm.
you don't see that in football. You're not gonna see a football player. You're not gonna see a cornerback throw the football or a lineman, whatever, or you hockey. You're not gonna see there's literally specific positions in other team sports. In basketball, there's the possibilities of who you can be and what your talent what word I'm trying to say it's limitless. You know what I mean? That's why it's positionless. That's why they call NBA now positionless basketball. You know what I mean?
Yep.
You
I
could be a
agree.
six. You could, and it's always kind of been that way in a certain degree. You can be a 6'4" small forward if you want, a 6'4" power forward if you have the skill set to do so. It's possible. You know what I mean? It is what it is. If you want to be on down on the block, if you want to be a 6'5" player and be a post player, you can do that if you want to. It is what like it's it's no limit to what your possibility is to do in being a basketball player. That's why it's more talent now than ever before.
That's facts right there. MKS, what you got on this?
Um, I mean, the only thing I really don't like about this era of basketball is the amount of 3-pointers they shoot. Like it seems like every team is that's all they want to do is shoot threes. You know what I'm saying? It seems like it's all every team wants to do. And I mean, this era compared to maybe like the 2000s or the 1990s, I don't see teams running a whole lot of plays and stuff like that. It's basically more pick and roll. I mean, they did it back in the 90s, but not as much. Teams ran a lot more sets back then. And as far as okay, I get this era. They got the skill level is better. I get the skill level. The skill level is better.
Mm-hmm.
But and the guys are fast. But as far as them being bigger and stronger, I mean, I get bigger. I mean, LeBron maybe like the only guy that could probably, you know what I'm saying, match up with guys back in like the 2000s or the 90s. But a lot of these players I've seen would get manhandled back in the like 90s. As far as them being bigger and stronger, they would get manhandled.
Mm-hmm.
Like a guy like KD, he wouldn't be able to last on the post because he's so skinny.
Mm-hmm.
And then Charles Barkley was like the only 6'4" power forward in the league back then. I think. I mean, if I'm not mistaken. And a lot of these guys that 6'4" and under, they're guards.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, they get punished. But basically, I mean, that's my really only real gripe about these eras is the amount of threes they shoot.
Mm-hmm.
It's like they how you. I mean, like what was it? Game 2 of the finals or game 3? Where the Lakers shot 47 threes. I mean, that's unheard of. And the Rockets shooting like 60 threes. Like
Mm-hmm.
it was unheard of back in like the 2000s or the 90s. I understand that the game has changed too. And by the way, I got a question to ask, you know what I'm saying, you and the panel when everybody finished, you know what I'm saying, giving they thoughts on the topic.
Okay. Yeah. See, I just got one response to what you said.
Go ahead.
I know a lot of people. I hear this from a lot of people. They say that they hate that there's a lot of threes being shot. But I want you to. This is what somebody broke down to me. You got your own team, Mike. I got my own team.
Right.
We start the game off. Your team is on. We could kind of say your team's on fire. You guys are 5 of 10 from the field. Y'all got 5 layups right out the gate. Y'all 5 of 10. We start the game off. We only shooting 30%. We shooting 3 of 10. We hit all 3 threes.
Right.
We shooting a poor percentage from the 3-point line, but y'all only up 1 point.
Okay.
So what I'm saying is we can shoot poorly from the 3-point line and still contend with a team that's shooting really good field goal percentage from the 2-point line. Now, imagine if we go slightly above average and we're making 40 or 45 or 50% of our threes. You don't stand a chance with your twos. You don't stand a chance at all. And that's what I'm saying. When people start playing the analytic game, now I know the Rockets went above and beyond with it, but at the end of the day, if you go 4 or 10 from the 3-point line, that's a big advantage. Those extra little points, that's a big advantage in a game of 4 quarters. That's a big advantage. That's why you see teams. That's why you have coaches who say we need to try to get up at least 33-point attempts a game. It's because that matters in this style of play, this era where guys who can shoot lights out from deep, or guys can catch fire at any time. Shooting 35 to 40% from the 3-point line as a team is a great advantage. And teams that struggle from the 3-point line, like what the Lakers are doing now, look at all of the games that the Lakers lost this playoff. They lost those games when they didn't just struggle from the 3-point line, they struggled just from the field altogether.
Right.
Like when you said they jacked up 47 threes, they only made, I think, 16 of them.
I know it was 11.
They only made 11? No, they made 11 in the first half.
It was like 11 for 47.
No, they made 11 in the first half. They made like 11 in the first quarter, but I think they hit 16 on the night.
The game, hold on. Was it? I think it was the game they lost.
Like,
was it the game they lost where they shot 11 for 47?
No, they won that.
They won that game where they shot 11 for 40. That was game 2.
Hold on.
11 for 47.
Hold on. I can't remember. I was talking about game 1 when they started the game off hot. See, because the one thing is a team can start the game off hot from 2, and it don't really, like, the game's not out of control. If a team starts the game off hot from 3, you in trouble. You see, it's a big difference. Just that small little point puts you in a world of hurt, and now you playing from behind the whole game. But, I mean, I like your take on that. I just think that coaches have to implement the 3-point line more so. Like, what's the point of having it if you're not going to utilize it to its fullest advantage? And it puts the team at a disadvantage. Like a 3, like it's worth more, and it's really not that far back from a mid-range shot. Like if you're going to shoot a mid-range 2, just step back and shoot the 3. That's what a lot of coaches will tell you. Because stepping back is going to give you more spacing. It's going to keep the defense honest. It's going to help other players out as well. So that's what I think. At least that's my take on it. But, I mean, we're going to let you get to your question. I want to hear from Iron Bite Tyson on this stuff.
All right.
Hey, what's good? What's good, Lamont? What's good, Pan?
What's up, man?
So,
what you got on this?
What I think is you right on this subject, man. In the 90s, I felt like the 90s were top heavy. You get what I'm saying? It was like certain guys that were the stars, but nowadays you got guys like Zach LaVine, Bradley Beal, DeMar DeRozan. These guys are not even considered top 10, top 20, and they could give you straight buckets. Back then in the 90s, other than Jordan, right? The other people that was dropping 60, 70, like David Robinson, they were a big man. And in this era, you got guys like Booker going off for 70, Dame giving you 60. The shot making in this league, it's just amazing. And then somebody was saying, the 90s were tougher or stronger or something like that. I mean, do you not see the wings in this era? Do you not see Ben Simmons, 6'10" demigod, Kevin Durant, 7-foot demigod, Giannis coming down at you? You had none of that in the 90s.
No, I'm talking about them being bigger and stronger. Some of these guys, like Kevin Durant, what Kevin Durant weigh? He barely weighed 200 pounds.
Hey, Kevin Durant's not that weak, bro. He's really not. If you could stay in front of LeBron James, you are not that weak. He might look weak, but he is not weak. And also,
I don't agree with that.
When Lamont was talking about in the draft, Nikola Jokic, you can find talents all over in the draft. In the second round pick, he was the 40-something pick. And look, he's a top 10 player now. So like the skill level is way better now than the 90s. Way better. The shot making is amazing. You cannot have guys like Bradley Beal, Donovan Mitchell, Jamal Murray giving you 50 on straight jumpers. None of that driving to the rack, straight buckets, pulling from deep in your face. You had none of that in the 90s like that, except for like 1 or 2 guys.
Because if you came in the lane in the 90s, you get your head knocked off.
But hold on. But Lou, I don't want to cut you off, Iron Bite. I wanted to say this real quick. When we talk about the strength of players, see, a lot of people they confuse NBA strength or basketball strength at the elite level, D1 basketball, pro level. It's not about who can bench press the most weight, who's the strongest, it's usually a mental type of strength about playing hard, not giving up on plays. The NBA is about effort. Like Pat Beverly can play in it. He's not the biggest, most muscular guy, but he can play in the 90s because he's mentally tough. He's extremely scrappy. He plays hard, but it's not because he can bench press 300 pounds. It's not. That's not strength. So Kevin Durant's strength, just like Reggie Miller's strength, would be the mental toughness to be able to go in bang with the guys regardless of his
KD
size.
played power forward, man. KD is a underrated. KD is an underrated defender.
He's been slight his whole career, and everybody said that he can't bench press 185 pounds. Well, he can now, and he would put up big numbers on every level that he's played. And so he came into the NBA putting up good numbers
at 21 years old.
And he's gotten stronger and better. Like nobody in the NBA would say that Kevin Durant's a weak player. People act like, I hate it when people say this league is not physical.
And one thing,
that's not true.
One thing I want to touch on, and people also shit on the defense in this league. Listen, why don't y'all? Maybe it's because the offensive player is so much talented. It's hard to play defense. That's what.
Let me say something about that. The 1980s defense is overrated.
What?
Oh. Look at the scoring of the 1980s.
I agree with that. Yeah,
look at the scoring of the 1980s. It's the same as it is now. It's the same as it is now. The scoring.
It
was a high-paced error.
Hey, true to Kent, they say the defense now is terrible, but look at the offensive players. Look at the shots they hit.
I mean, just don't get twisted. Don't get twisted. The defense, this era is not. I mean, it is what it is. It's because the game is they want more fans to watch it.
Hey, but listen,
when it was a real, don't get to it. Listen, defense is defense. I'm not saying, listen, end of the day, you still got to play defense in the day.
Right, but better offense always beat better defense.
Right, but I'm just saying though, but now let's be fair. This is all sports all around. Like, let's be real. Like, it's still,
remember,
it's still hard. You know what I mean?
Hold on one second. I'm sorry. Jesse said that they had something to touch on real quick. So I wanted to reach out to hear that point of view before everybody really just kind of started to talk on the topic altogether. What you got? Jesse?
Yo, Lamar, you can hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. What's up?
What up? Hey, man, I've been watching your channel, man. I like your channel, man. I support you, man.
Appreciate it, man. Appreciate it.
I just want to say something about the 90s, man. This is my opinion. You know, you could agree, disagree. I think the 90s is overrated. That's just my opinion because there was expansion teams. And when people, I mean, I know you're not really talking about this, but when Michael Jordan was shooting those threes, man, I don't know and nobody ever says about this, but they lowered down that 3-point line. I don't know if you remember that in the 90s. Like when his 3-point percentage went up.
Yeah,
when they pushed it back, his 3-point percentage went down. So when they say Michael Jordan would shoot a high 3-point percentage in today's era, I don't agree with that.
I agree that they moved the 3-point in for like maybe 1 or 2 years, and he shot like 40% from the three.
Y'all make it seem like Michael Jordan wouldn't have worked on that.
We ain't saying that. We just going off what we saw.
Hey, I love MJ, but one thing is, like the players that were guarding him then, they do not have that defensive ability like the players now. At Kawhi Leonard, at Ben Simmons, even at Jeremy Grant. Like these niggas are 6'10", with lateral quickness and strength. Like imagine MJ being guarded by players like that. The only player in the 90s that really had that defense was on MJ's team. That was Pippen.
On his right.
Oh yeah. But Jordan was shooting about Jordan though.
Jordan was shooting over niggas that was 6'10". He was giving niggas about 6'10" the business.
Here's the thing about Jordan though.
Who was
Jordan?
Who's the competition
small forward?
Look. In the 98 conference finals, he was going against what's the dude's name?
Byron
Russell. Really?
No, not Brian. I'm talking about in the conference finals against Indiana in 98. McKee, what's his name? McKee?
Derek McKee.
No, not Derek. What that's his name?
Hold on. He wasn't guarding Mike.
Yes, he was.
Wait,
yes,
just because he shot over him one possession does not mean he was, bro. We talking
dude. Yeah, see, that's how I know you looked at the game, bro. I watched that series.
Okay, listen. You comparing him to players like LeBron James.
You
Like
just said
Ben
the man.
Simmons.
You just said what's
Like
called him was 16. I gave you a player that was 16.
but defense
Hey,
Yes, he played. He
with
was
lateral
16.
quickness.
Not good
To be
enough,
fair
bro.
though,
Not
Stop.
good enough, bro.
Stop. MJ was
There was
guarded
no
Not
by
like
good
NBA
enough.
Michael
players
Jordan
better
just
than him.
better than
MJ
everybody
was
else,
guarded.
bro. That's
MJ
all
was
it
guarded.
Nah,
is.
MJ was
Hey,
guarded
nah.
by
Jordan just
Reggie
better than
Miller,
I'll give you
everybody
Joe
that
else.
one.
Hold
Dumars.
on. Let's go. Make sure we going one at a time. Yeah, we
hey,
gotta go
hey.
one at a time, y'all.
Okay, hey, why don't we just give Mike his due? He a unicorn.
Right.
He created the league, the athleticism that we see today. But you're not being honest if you think Mike's game translates to playing against people of his same ability. Mike was a unicorn in that league. He changed the NBA.
Yeah,
He brought you the players you've seen today. Don't get it twisted. Mike ain't gonna run through these dudes like you think he would. Give Mike all
Mike
his respect.
Mike get a lot of credit. He gets a lot of credit. People
Plus,
worship him like God.
you got to think about this too. When Michael Jordan did play, they had hand checking.
Bro, listen. Let me debunk that. That hand checking shit was nothing. People were still putting up buckets. Where they
Yeah.
now?
Hey, and I can make a case for the fact that hand checking gives you an advantage because again, it gives you an angle.
Defensively.
And whenever you're connected to a defensive player, you honestly control him. See, when you're connected, that's just why a lot of guys when they drive, they try to make contact so they can feel you, see where you are, and it dictates where you can go from there. So I think that's a bit overrated with the hand checking. Now, again, on the perimeter, because if you have a good handle, that you can a lot of what did offensive guys do when I get hand checked in rec ball, I just slap the hand down and I blow right past them. That's what I do. So the NBA players would do the same thing. Jordan did that a lot with the hand swipe, knocking the hands down and blowing right by people. It puts you at a disadvantage, really. And hand checking, guys only hand check because you're slower than the guy that's in front of you.
Hey, Lamont,
you can't move your feet.
one thing I would
That's
give
a
the
fact.
90s. One thing I would give the 90s is that it was kind of harder to score in the paint because the paint was always packed, no space.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
I give you that. I give you that. Like, it's anytime the
Play
paint
the
is
game
packed,
inside the
it's hard.
arc.
But see, what did we do to change that? When you got guys like Steph,
got
when
the
you
free
got,
second rule.
or that, and when you got guys who can shoot the ball, or when you got a guy like who can shoot the three, you can't check back the paint. What's up, y'all?
Hey, when you bringing up Steph, I have something just to add on that. When people say Steph couldn't play in the 90s, pretty much, I don't know who just said it when they was packing the paint. Guys like Mahmoud Abdul-Rauf was dropping buckets. So I don't know where the notion comes from that Steph couldn't flourish in that era.
I agree. Yeah.
Because and he was smaller and weaker, so you have to give it to Curry.
Yeah, I agree.
I think this is why they thinking that way. They think they will probably knock Curry on his ass in the 90s.
Did they knock Muhammad Abdul-Rauf on his ass? No.
And Mahmoud was giving Jordan and the Bulls some buckets in a lot of games too.
You got. I don't understand that.
And the 90s wasn't as physical as the 80s.
Yo, they said Curry can't play in the 90s, but John Paxson.
You said the 80s. Hold on, who said that? The 80s was the 90s.
No, I'm
Everybody.
saying the 80s where the physicality was. It wasn't
And
necessarily.
then
It was only one team.
and
There
then
was only
Wilt-
one team doing that in the 80s.
And then Wilt was bitching about the physicality of the 80s and the 90s throughout the 80s and the 90s.
Hold on. The
listen
the
to
80s.
me.
No, it was more physical in the 70s.
Yeah.
Hold on.
We were looking at the 80s.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They've been every older nigga been bitching about the younger niggas' physicality in every sport, man.
Yes, in every sport. The league stepped in the 90s because they realized what they had in Jordan. When they started pushing Jordan, they wasn't gonna let you knock him down like that no more.
You couldn't even touch him in the 90s, man. MJ
couldn't
created the
touch
flagrant
Michael Jordan
foul
no more.
after Tip got knocked out in 1990. It was
Hold on,
him.
hold on.
He made the league soft, man.
Hold up.
He
Let's
did it.
put.
Blame
You gotta put some
MJ.
context in it. You gotta put some context. So you try to tell me that Detroit Pistons they should have allowed them to keep playing that way.
No.
Ain't that what
That's
you
what y'all
like, man?
saying.
You
That's
like the
what y'all
physical
saying.
shit.
That's what
You
y'all
like
saying.
the physical shit.
I mean, you can be.
That wasn't physical. Hold on, that wasn't physical. That was hold on. That was Bush League. That was Bush League.
Yeah.
Let's call it how it is. Don't because every time y'all bring it up, y'all
So what
condoning
you
that
want?
type of way of basketball.
Yeah, that's not
I
basketball.
agree
so
with
look.
you.
That's not basketball,
Okay,
man.
so
I don't,
look.
come
People
on.
fall in love with them highlights of
But that's what
Bill
they. But
Laimbeer
that's
getting
what
knocked
they.
on his ass.
You can fall in love, and guess what? He got blackballed in the NBA. He can't even coach. He had to coach
That's
in
what they asked
WNBA.
you to do
Yo,
today.
Right.
That's what these
yeah.
old
No, they
niggas
don't.
be
They don't
begging
ask
niggas
you.
to
They
do
don't ask you
today.
to be dirty. They don't
Hey,
ask
Yeah,
you to
they
be
do.
dirty. That's bush
True to
They
league.
say
game.
give
That's
him an
bush league.
elbow.
Hey,
They
hold
say
on.
give
Bush
him an
league.
Hey,
elbow.
Hold on.
1 second. Hold on 1 second. We need to hear from Jay. I don't know exactly who that is, but I don't think he's chimed in on it. I want to make sure we get his perspective on this as well.
Yeah, I had chimed in on the Steph thing, but with the
Okay.
90s, with the physicality, people
Yeah.
fall in love with the old highlights of people getting knocked out of the air when they're going for layups. They didn't really pay attention to
Dumb
the
shit.
games and the schemes and things like that.
Yeah. Hey, I don't know if y'all can agree with this. I think that especially 90s and 80s fans, they get physicality confused with tough, hard fouls. That's not
Yes.
physicality. Physicality is not tough. Physicality is when, and I'll give you an example. This is physicality. When I was in a game, I drove. There was this guard. He was just. I would drive at him, and when I would hit him with my shoulder, the man would not budge. I couldn't get him to move, or I couldn't dictate where he went. He controlled me more so than me controlling him with my moves. So I consider like that type. That's more physicality than I think having the strength and the balance to stay. To keep your defensive stance regardless of what the offensive player is doing. Like y'all, I think 90s fans love saying physicality, and they're only talking about hard fouls. That's not basketball, y'all. When the Jordan
They
moves,
confuse that with defensive skill also.
knocking Jordan out the air was not basketball. That like
Look what happened to Bam Bam in the finals. He tried to move right Howard and he got hurt.
Yeah, that's criminal. That was
Then the Lakers broke down every point guard throughout the playoffs except the Beard and Hustle Westbrook. Hustle Westbrook was hurt though.
Hey, the
They
90s was
confuse
so
hard
watered
fouls
down.
with defensive skill.
The 90s were so watered down that if you took Bradley Bill and you put him in the 90s, he would be Jordan's competition.
Come on, man. Come on, stop that,
facts.
dude.
It's facts.
Big old
Hey,
competition.
put Bradley
That's
Bradley
tough.
Bill
Oh,
and
you
DeMar
do
DeRozan
realize.
in the
Hold on.
90s.
Do realize the best Jordan did play in the best defensive era, right?
That's not
that's
true.
when the
Not
days-
on the perimeter. That's not
Yo,
true.
you look at if you look
That
at
is
the
false.
numbers. Oh, then you look at the numbers to the mid '90s to the early 2000s, which he came back. Like, let's be real. Okay,
Nah,
the
you
Washington
don't put the
Wizards years.
2000s, bro.
Hold
Please
up.
don't.
Because people like to say, oh, he didn't play against talent, but when he came back to Wizards at 40 years old, he was giving Ron Artest buckets,
Bro.
at 40.
Please don't start. But what was his prime?
That's not.
His prime-
I'm lying to
his
say I'm
prime-
lying.
No, you ain't lying. He was giving it
That-
back.
Hold on. I'm gonna ask you.
Jordan's talent is undeniable, though.
Let me ask you a question, True to King. There are some games. There are some games where a guy can score 30, but good defense can make that 30 not a very effective 30, and you might end up losing by 15, 20 points. And
Right.
like,
That's true.
like,
That's true.
Like if a
That's
guy-
true. But if we talking about do that 40 though, man.
I know,
Like-
but hold on. You got to understand that Jordan offensively is going to be elite in any era. He's going to be extremely elite. And like I said, in the NBA, them guys don't miss shots. Like if you ever play with an NBA guy, I'm talking about you can have your hand all in his face. You can do whatever you want. These motherfuckers make crazy shots. And again, so great offense is always going to win out against good defense. Good,
Right.
You really only ask this defense to try to be consistent with your effort and wear them down over the course of a game. Because great offensive players in the NBA today, they're going to get their 25 shots up. They're going to get a lot. You're going to get screened 1,000 times. They're going to have more opportunities to score than you have opportunities to stop them. And that's all. So that's why I think it's an unfair argument. Hey, MLE, what you got on this?
I'm sitting here wondering who said Curry wouldn't be able to play in that era. Dude pull up from half court. So how
Nah, I
you
don't think
gonna stop
nobody
him
on this panel
anybody
said
in
that. I
the
think he just brought it up. Like some people that he
Yeah, no, we hear that a lot.
Yeah, I heard it
Nah,
before.
I was
I heard that.
supporting it.
That ain't the first time I heard it though. I heard somebody say that before. Steph Curry wouldn't be able to play in his era. KD, LeBron. LeBron played bully ball anyway, so why wouldn't he be able to play in his era? Two, KD and Curry, they pure shooters, so they don't even have to come in the paint all the time to get their buckets. So how you gonna guard this man as soon as he cross half court? He could shoot as soon as he crossed that motherfucker. So how is you gonna stop him from getting his buckets?
The thing I don't like about the LeBron argument in the 90s, when people try to drop Jordan in this era, he'll be offensively great. But we got to factor in LeBron would have grown up in the 90s with physicality,
Now,
and he's built like Karl
right,
Malone,
but
running like magic. He would still
right.
be dominant. It's common sense.
LeBron James, people forget. LeBron James literally entered the league where the defensive era was still at his
Right, that was the best.
great
That's the
defensive
best
era.
Averaging
defensive era.
25 and 5 as a rookie. Come on,
Hey,
man.
Jordan and LeBron will be great in any era. Like that's
So
not even an argument.
that's what I mean. Yeah,
I
so
know
it
they
don't
say
even
it
really
a lot
matter.
because it was a big man
They
era.
got no
Yeah,
Like
outside shot.
the
but
big man
that's
was more physical than
Can you
anybody
imagine
else.
LeBron in the 90s getting a switch on Tony Kukoc? Come on, man.
I honestly don't believe that the 90s was as physical as what people say it was. It's a myth. I'm telling you guys, it's a myth, man. It's a myth.
Because they
Couldn't
couldn't
touch
clock.
MJ in the
Nah, they
90s.
saw the
No.
Knicks and they seen a bad boy Pistons.
Hold
That's
on. The Knicks, when the Knicks knock you to the ground and foul you, like Trudy King said, that's Bush League. That's not physicality.
yeah. I mean
that's
that was physical. Oh, I mean that's. But I mean like I'm talking about like the Pistons. Though the Pistons was like that was uncalled for though. Like, that was like
Hold on. I'm gonna give you an example in the 90s of a defender with physicality. To me, I'll give you Derek Harper. That's a defensive guard. He's a hard-nosed guard. He played with physicality. Now, you never saw him doing no Bush League stuff, like throwing people to the ground, or even Gerald Wilkins. Anybody remember Gerald Wilkins? Those are guards who play with physicality. So
Gary Payton.
Let's not confuse the Charles Oakley beat you up if you talk shit physicality. That's not physicality. That's
And you can throw John Stockton in that group too.
Hold on. A lot of people don't know John Stockton played defense with physicality. Physically, that's what I'm saying. He didn't have to do all this Bush League. Like that's what I'm saying.
He ain't got to push you around to get a score.
Right. That's
Detroit Pistons. That's why they add. That's one of the main reasons why you can feel Jordan went to the league, whatever. But let's be always. You can't promote that on TV.
No,
you couldn't promote. You could promote. Dude was clotheslining people. Come on, they was clotheslining people. Then that's the real reason why Isaiah Thomas was on even the Dream Team. That's a whole other discussion. But that type of play was nobody liked the Pistons because of that. They was like, yo, who? And I guarantee, I surely doubt that Michael Jordan was the only player to sit there and say, hey, y'all got to stop this. We sick and tired of this. Every time we play these dudes, they trying to literally legit trying to hurt us.
Right,
That's
it was
not
hard
basketball.
fouls. They just wasn't
That's
calling
not
it
basketball because in real life they wouldn't be. That's the reason why I didn't respect that way of play because in real life they wouldn't be doing that. Bill in a pickup game, somebody would have got shot. Let's just be all the way honest with you. Somebody
That's how they want them to play. That's how they want a nigga to go back to that type of play. Like you
can't.
That's how they talk.
You can't because somebody gonna seriously get hurt. It's gonna be a fight break out and somebody could.
What's gonna happen is that malice in the palace.
You can't have that.
Hey, and the funny thing is when players now start doing that Bush League shit, the fans get mad and upset. When Marcus Morris be doing that shit, they be complaining.
Right.
Yeah, and I think my point earlier, I didn't get it across very well. But what I was saying is they was taking that Bush League shit from the Pistons and they project that forward like Jordan went through this physical thing when I don't think the 90s. I think it's a little overrated because it was.
You couldn't touch Jordan.
The team.
Way overrated. Man.
You couldn't touch Jordan without getting a foul. I don't know why they keep saying that.
Everybody said that.
You sneeze near Jordan is a foul. Couldn't touch that man.
That don't take nothing away from.
But average as many.
No, I'm not taking nothing away from. I'm
taking
taking away the physicality argument that people making because you couldn't touch Jordan. You couldn't touch Isaiah Thomas.
No,
you couldn't touch none of them dudes.
And I'm
hey guys, I think we just stumbled on something else. Did Jordan pretty much revolutionize what we call superstar calls?
Of course, the flagrant foul. Look it up.
Oh, yeah.
Look at the flagrant foul.
Oh yeah, that's a good point. That's a real good point right there. That's a real good point. Hey, but Mahari,
maybe
Mahari just jumped in.
Probably true.
I want to hear from Mahari. Mahari, what do you got on this, man? Because I know you got a lot to say about it.
There we go again. How many times do I have to come down here and teach Lamont Lane a lesson? Every time we got to come up with some crazy stuff in the titles. Every single time, it just drove me crazy. But I will say this. I think we need to stop using the word physicality when we see highlights of dudes doing hard fouls because to me that's just dirty play regardless. You know what I'm saying? I can remember a time when I was playing too where I got basically hit in the nose by a forearm. That's not physical play. That's just dirty play. Now, I will tell you this. I think when we talk about physical play, we're talking about how the ability to guard a guy cleanly and being able to get the guy off his position to try to make sure that he doesn't score. You know what I mean? The great defensive teams are able to not just play clean physical play, but also take away your best moves out there, but also scheming away your offensive sets to try to prevent you from scoring. That's to me what physical play is. Now, what has happened to this in the NBA is not because of the players, because the players have constantly been improving, because the evolution of the athlete continues to change and it continues to evolve. What we have to base it, what the problem that I'm seeing from my perspective is how do we get here to this point? The NBA wanted more scoring. They wanted to advertise more high-scoring games to try to attract the casual viewer. Go back to when the NBA started instituting the illegal defensive 3 seconds, and then you incorporate Mike D'Antoni's 5 seconds or less offense, where you basically get chuck up shots in about within 5 seconds. All these things contributed to the fact of how we're seeing what we're seeing in today's basketball. You know what I'm saying? Because you're seeing more wide open scoring. You're seeing more guys shooting up threes, going to the basket without any resistance. Because unfortunately, the NBA has stripped away all the abilities to play defense. Even though you can still play some defense, there are a lot of guys that don't have the energy to do it. There's only a few guys in the NBA that are willing to put the work in to play defense, and Jimmy Butler and Kawhi Leonard are only one of the few. So that's just my 2 cents on the whole thing. Go ahead, Lamont.
So you saying they got away with a lot back then because they forcing you to be more skilled on defense now.
Exactly. Yeah. That's my preference.
So that would go to the new era being more skilled on defense than the past era.
You have to. You gotta be.
You have to be.
But you gotta be mindful of everything that you just said. Defensive 3 seconds. The offense also gotta be aware of the 5 second.
You gotta switch up. You a big man.
Zone
switch on screens.
Yep.
Right.
Defending is a skill. See, when you got a hand checking is not a skill, y'all. That's a built-in foul. This is why it was taken out of the game. Anybody can hand check. It takes no skill to hand check. But to stay in front of your man and stay in your defensive stance, slide your feet, and talk on defense, that's a skill. You know, and we don't give players who actually do that at a high level, we don't give them no credit. We don't give them no credit at all. And it's sad.
But let me
Reggie Miller even said it. Reggie Miller even said the rules of this era proves that they had it wrong all this time in the past era.
Well,
Reggie Miller even said it.
Yo, what's up, Michaels?
Hey, how many players in the NBA today would you call elite defenders?
For me, and again, the people might disagree with this. I'm gonna say Draymond's elite defender. I'm gonna say Rudy Gobert's elite defender. Obviously, Kawhi, Paul George, even though they didn't show it in the playoffs. They're in certain ways they're elite defenders, but they're not perfect. I think Eric Bledsoe is a great defender. Drew Holiday, Lonzo Ball. Guys like I think Kelly Oubre is an underrated defender. See,
Marcus Smart. I like
Marcus Smart, tough, hard. These are guys. Yeah, I love all of those guys.
I'm talking about elite.
Elite, yeah. All of those guys that I just said, I consider elite.
Lou George looking
like Jimmy Butler elite defender.
You can make
he's elite. He's elite.
All right. I was about to say
Iguodala, Maybe Thompson.
Jeremy Grant too.
He's solid.
Yeah,
that nigga Gary Trent Jr. was doing his thing.
Translation in this era, you have to be way better as an ISO defender.
Based on skill, a lot of these dudes that y'all don't consider elite would be elite in that era.
Jonathan Isaac.
Because they more skilled. They would be elite in that era also. Some of these players that y'all think isn't elite
even
elite in that era.
Y'all, even Lou Dort, that nigga clamped the hell out.
Oh yeah. Hold on, but look, I said this on Ticket TV, y'all. I said, how would these guys not be great defenders? I said, you put them back in the 90s and you give them hand checking and more physicality. I said they get more leeway to be greater.
Yeah.
Yeah, but scoring will go down. See, here's the thing:
it's harder to play in this era, and you put those guys in an era where the rules favor defense, they'll just be better.
That's why they had to change. They had to open the game up to make the game more exciting. That's the only way. They had to get the 8.
Hey, and Lamont,
I think Westbrook will elite defender too, though.
Hey, you know one thing that this era has too when it comes to defense, You got centers, big men like AD playing the perimeter and the paint.
Yep. Hey,
Joel
name?
Embiid.
Y'all can't name a center from the '90s or any big from the '90s that could have did what AD just did and guarded Jimmy Butler the whole night. He guarded Jimmy Butler the whole night as a 6'11" power forward center.
Lamont, don't forget he guarded Westbrook too in that Rockets.
That too.
Man, it's not hard to guard Westbrook.
That's not true.
As a center,
Hold
as a big man, it definitely.
That's not true.
If you don't have the quick speed, if you don't have the footwork, he will blow by you every time.
Man, look, when a motherfucker
what's that
can't
dude's
shoot,
name? Used to be a mechanic.
when a motherfucker can't shoot, it's easy to guard a player like that.
That's not
not
true,
true,
bro. That's not true.
Used to be a
Come on,
mechanic.
man.
He was
And listen, hold on.
got defensive player of the year.
Big man has slower feet and they bite on everything. And low hesitation, you could blow right past them.
But
Hold
Anthony
on.
Davis was a guard. He was a
Hold on.
16 guard
Anthony
before he
You
Davis
can't
blew
use
up.
that in the
guard.
series. He's still a big man.
That's why they wasn't coming out there to guard MJ. You're not
Hold
coming
on,
out there to
hold
guard
on.
MJ.
Hold on. I want
didn't have to anyway,
comment
he
on
couldn't
this
shoot
though because
outside.
hold on.
MJ can't shoot.
Hold on.
Outside, not outside.
Hang on, time out.
Mid range.
Let me
You know it
explain
wasn't no
y'all
3-point
something.
error like
Okay?
that.
Yo, let me already talk.
Yeah, let me explain something to y'all. Okay, there was one big guy that could basically move his feet like a guard and basically could play post up defense. David Robinson or Hakeem Olajuwon. David Robinson could do it better.
Not consistently
Well,
though.
Mahari, you couldn't put him on. You couldn't say Olajuwon go guard Jordan the whole game. You could never do that.
No. I'm talking about David Robinson.
Him either. He could never guard Jordan. He couldn't guard Mitch Richmond. He couldn't guard any of the shooting guards of the '90s. How the hell he's gonna guard the shooting guards of this
He
era?
couldn't do that. He couldn't do that consistently. I
Hell
understand
no.
that this week. He couldn't do
Oh
that.
hell no! Now,
Bro, Anthony Davis, bro, he plays defense like a fucking forward, man. He like you cannot get him with nothing, and he got the length
AD can
too.
guard like four. AD can legit guard four positions, like multiple positions on the court.
Right, he take up a lot of space on the floor. You can't do nothing on him.
Boy, Brown guarding the pick and the roll.
Yeah, I believe AD could guard four
he's the Lakers. He's their cheat code too. I remember the first game when they played the Clippers, right? Kawhi came on and gave them 30. The next game they tried to put AD on him, but Kawhi different. He still got 30. But that's
hard.
like
It was hard though. But he had
and remember the Portland series, right? When Dame came out, when they was doing that pick and pop or pick and roll shit, and he was getting them shots off. The next game they put AD to trap him, and he couldn't get no shots off.
Shut up. Hey, I think we got to give Vogel some credit for that swap because
the adjustments, right? I said
that. That swap to me was more Vogel than AD wanting that assignment.
No. I just read it. Anthony Davis wanted to guard.
Look, let me finish. I understand that, but what I'm saying is when you put Davis on Olynyk, you put Olynyk on the floor. You got no rim protection at Miami going straight to the rim. Jimmy ain't going to shoot that three. AD can camp right there at the top of the paint, and he can help on anything at the rim. Jimmy won't shoot the three. But if you put AD back on that power forward, Miami going to the rim, just like they did in game 3.
And you know something that Vogel did too? By putting AD on Jimmy, right? When Olynyk was in the game, he was guarded by small forwards like
exactly
Markieff and Kuzma. So that pick and pop that they did, it wouldn't even work.
He wasn't as effective.
Bro, I've been saying over and over, every time he got Kelly and Bam on the floor at the same time, Dwight Howard need to be in that game.
Nah, they never played them two together. I don't think they did. Every time Kelly was in the game, Bam was out.
No, they did.
That's why he only played like 12 minutes.
They played them at the same time. That's why I said Dwight Howard should be on the floor anytime they push Kelly Olynyk to the center and put Bam on power forward. Dwight Howard need to be in the game, but it's like he got Dwight Howard in the dugout or something. Because every time he was on Bam, he got real physical with Bam and took Bam out the game.
Nah, but you know why they took Dwight out though? You know why they took Dwight out, right? Because Jimmy was whoever was on Dwight, that's who Jimmy was calling for the screen so he could switch to Dwight. As soon as he blew past Dwight, they called timeout, took him out. And you know the adjustment that the Lakers
yeah, that's the thing though.
You know how Jimmy came out 5 for 5? You know the adjustment they made? They started sagging off of him, and AD was going way under the screen.
That's the whole reason why you got help defense. If they get the White on the island, that's when the help defense supposed to come when he blow past the dude. Like Dwight Howard is in there for physicality and rebounds.
Yeah, but
You can't get out rebounded by
You
these
can't
dudes.
play Dwight if
They can
Jimmy's gonna
shoot.
pick on him.
Well,
That's like
Bam was
saying you
scared to
can't
go
play
down
Tyler
there with the
Hero,
white leg
bro.
thing.
That's like saying you can't play
That'd
Tyler
be
Hero because LeBron gonna pick on.
Bro, you
You
comparing
still
Tyler
need
Hero to
what Tyler
Dwight?
Hero brings to the table.
Hey, but Jimmy gonna take the ball.
Dwight Howard brings rebounds. You remember the dude had a double in the first half and didn't even get no more burn after that.
Yeah, Jimmy gonna take that ball.
Miami adjusted.
Hey, what Miami
AD
got to
gotta
do?
make sure he don't get in foul trouble because Jimmy coming to his chest tomorrow.
I don't think they're gonna.
Dwight
do that.
Howard
I think
definitely gonna get
they're gonna
in
try to
foul
get
trouble.
AD.
That's inevitable.
They're gonna try to get AD off of Jimmy. They have to. They have to cause some curls, like post them up in the high post on a smaller guy.
They not gonna get him off because they giving Jimmy the 3-point shot. That's why I said it's a great adjustment by Vogel. They want Jimmy to take the 3.
You mentioned what I wanted to hit you with, which was Friday night's NBA. Friday night
Jimmy won't shoot it.
Yeah.
25% from the 3-point line. He better not. He shouldn't have shot it.
JaVale McGee could guard a lot of positions and he don't even get in the game. He could guard a lot of positions.
That's because JaVale is a low IQ player, bro. He's retarded as hell. You can't really.
I ain't gonna lie, he do look out of place sometimes when he out that motherfucker. But
Yeah,
when he on up, but far as on ball defense, he could guard a lot of positions. Like in the finals when he was guarding LeBron and LeBron couldn't blow past him, LeBron had to throw an alley hoop out the backboard just to score.
I think that he done, though. There's nothing they could do. They finished.
Yeah, I think they're gonna close that out tomorrow.
Yeah.
So what?
Yeah, I think they put that.
It ain't gonna be easy.
They putting that
gonna be a
Kobe
fight.
jersey on, so.
It's gonna be a fight. Jimmy Butler ain't giving up that easy.
Man,
He gonna try everything he can.
Lakers got the Mamba jersey on, man. It's over, man.
Hey, you gotta understand, bro. Anthony Davis is guarding Jimmy Butler, who can't shoot. You know, right? Jimmy was fucking up. He did not take those mid-range shots because he could shoot the mid-range. They was giving him that too. He was passing them up.
Yeah, that was. That was a bad move for Vogel. Vogel never made the adjustment that whole game.
Messing up.
That whole game, he kept getting the switch, picking on KCP, Danny Green. He even was abusing Markieff Morris, and Vogel never made the adjustment.
Yeah, he was abusing Markieff Morris.
Yeah, they did that game. Hey, you know,
he made Morris look little.
Yo, honestly, I don't even think Vogel's the one coaching. I think it's somebody else in that Laker coaching staff that's going to coach. I think it's probably Phil Handy, bro. I think it's Phil Handy because the players love that nigga. I'm starting to think
No, man, Vogel called the shots, man.
Them niggas making him adjustment ASAP. Like,
I ain't gonna take that credit for Vogel, man. Vogel called them shots.
I remember that Houston game. I remember that Houston series. LeBron was complaining about no spacing.
Vogel more of a defensive-minded coach than offense.
Yeah.
So they respect how he hold them accountable on defense. You got AD and Brown, they gonna score. You gonna get your points. You got AD and Brown on the floor. So you gotta focus more on defense, especially since LeBron slacked off on defense for years. So you gotta start holding that accountable.
He been playing defense now since
honestly,
right, that's what I'm saying. They've been holding him accountable.
I think AD is a better perimeter defender than LeBron, to be honest.
Right now, probably.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Not on perimeter.
That's not saying much though.
Not on perimeter.
I think so. On the perimeter,
LeBron shut down Jamal Murray.
Bro, he did not shut him down. He was following him. He was getting past him every time.
He shut him down the stretch, bro.
He locked him
down the stretch. He shut him down.
What game y'all talking about? Y'all talking about game 4?
I'm talking
about every game he guarded him down the stretch.
That's
game 4 upwards.
That's not false.
He took more shots. He got more deflections and he missed more shots.
Jamal Murray was taking them right to the rack every time, and LeBron was
missing,
punching.
Yeah, he steered him to the right big on the right side.
Hey fellas, I got a question for I got a question for all y'all, right? Do y'all think LeBron James has made the league diminished the league and made it less popular?
No, the league is only getting bigger. Like league is like and basketball is one of the biggest sports in the world. So
They talking about getting more expansion teams.
yeah, so you can't say that. Like he's helping bring a lot of revenue.
I
to
see
the league,
why
so.
you say that though.
I mean,
I'll
not
say this.
No, I'm
the
just
whole
asking the
doing.
question. Because I was
Nah,
the
listening
topic.
to
Where
I'm
Luka
listening to
Doncic from?
I feel like
I
the
think
league
people
no,
get.
they're
I
not
think people
creating
getting
more
tired of
stars.
LeBron,
They're
From
bro.
just more
Slovenia.
I was
LeBron
listening to
oriented.
I was listening
Once they can
to
start creating more stars, it'll be way where it needs to be.
I was listening to I forgot who was on this podcast, but they was talking about how the NBA finals it's like down like 70%.
Because though you gotta understand
That's
the WNBA
you gotta
finals, a lot of
understand the
things going
reason why it's
on.
What,
down
what,
though.
what
I
is
mean,
going
It's a lot of
think
things
about
going
it.
No,
on.
but look,
Listen,
it's
right?
going up
It's
Listen,
against
a lot of
more.
it's a lot of variables. It's a lot of
it's a
variables
lot of
why it's
other
like
shit
that.
going on right
Yeah,
now.
the
You got
pandemic is
football,
going
you
on.
got baseball, you got
People have games.
UFC, you got the political debates.
No,
Hey,
no,
bro,
no.
Plus
it's
it's
Check
not.
this
October
out. Check
Plus
this
and we
out.
watching
Check
the
this out.
finals.
Check this
You
out.
never watch
Check
the
this out.
finals in October.
The
Check
game
this
was
out.
on what last Friday?
It's
Wasn't it?
usually preseason time.
yeah.
Hey,
What
the
you
game
mean?
was on
What you
last
mean?
Friday, right? So it wasn't no football going on Friday, right?
No, you right, man. It
No, we
ain't.
talking about
No,
sports.
I'm not
Period. If
only
it was
No,
talking
no,
sports
about
no,
going
no.
on,
Just
football,
listen to me. Just
bro.
listen to
Hey,
me. Just
hey,
listen to me.
baseball was on. Baseball
Yeah,
was
check
on.
this
it
out.
was going
It's
Hey,
a
up.
lot of
hey,
shit
hey, hey,
going on
hey.
besides basketball.
Hold
I'm
on,
This
saying,
time
ain't
out.
I'm just
basketball
saying, I'm
time
just
right
saying,
now.
Nah,
I'm
I
just saying,
disagree.
basketball was
I
going up.
disagree. You know
Basketball was
why?
going up against football. I mean, not football. Basketball was going up against
But
baseball.
listen, people were watching the Clippers in that Maverick series. They had high ratings that series. I'll tell you that.
Jordan. It's
Listen,
because of the Jordan Knights. They gave up hope once the Clippers got the ass
you
waxed, and they don't want
I
to
feel
see
like
Lil
it's all
Wayne
about
get that
matchups,
chip.
bro.
Said the
It's all
Jordan
about
Knight.
matchups.
You funny for that. You funny for
No,
that.
Hey,
seriously though, yo, it's a
That's what
lot
happens,
of
son.
shit going
Them
on right
boys don't
now in
want to see a nigga get
September and
that chip.
October.
They can't take it. So they
Usually
start
this would have been
watching.
an off season right now. It wouldn't have been
They saw
basketball.
them first. They saw them
Yeah, your
first two
mic
games.
muted,
Seen
Lamont.
them blow out, and they gave up
I can't
hope.
even hear Lamont.
So they
Your mic
start
muted.
watching. That's what happened. That's ghost shit though. You feel me? They don't even want to watch. They can't even watch. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, hold on 1 second. We got to go one at a time, y'all. We got to
A
try
lot
to
of
go one
people.
at a time so we could be heard.
bro, KD is out. Steph is out. Kyrie is out. Clay is out. And LeBron had it easy, bro. Relax.
Like
Hey,
LeBron, like
no, check this out.
Who
I
had it
think the
easy last
ratings
year?
drop.
I
I
mean,
think
after the last 9 years, he deserves the easy road.
Hey, I think the ratings drop
You said
after.
who else?
this is
I
a
think
combination of things, though, man. Listen, the NBA.
listen.
Listen,
Just let me get this out though. I think the ratings drop. The drop is coming from white America after they threatened to walk out. You got a lot of Trump
Right.
and
no, it's
Pence
not.
dudes.
No, it's not, man.
That's not
No,
true.
I'm telling
Nah,
you.
that's
That's
not
You
not.
right.
got
That
some
is false.
look.
It
That's
probably got a
not
little
false,
effect
man.
on it. It's
Hey,
not the
think
whole
about
I
it.
ain't
sole
mean.
reason.
Hey, think
That's
about
why I
it
say
this
it's
That's
a
way.
mixture.
absolutely
It's a whole
false.
combination of shit going on
It's
right
a
now.
That's
combination.
And that
absolutely
could
Man,
play a
false.
little bit of
But I
part, but not the
guarantee you.
main thing.
The ratings tanked right after that game 2 when it was over, when everybody thought this shit was over.
Nah, the
That's when
ratings
the
been
shit
Exactly.
tanking this
really
whole
tanked.
fucking
Yeah, that's one of the
bubble.
reasons why too. Is a combination of a lot of things, man. There's sports
Bro,
You
going
know the
on. That
presidential,
hey,
you
listen,
know the
nobody
debate
want to
just
watch
was going
that
on,
bubble
right?
shit. That shit look like preseason, bro.
You
Yeah,
know
that
the
shit
debate
looked
just was
like
going
rec
on, right?
league.
That's what I'm saying. Nobody want to watch fucking preseason NBA finals. Come on, man.
Trump
That Mickey
versus
Mouse.
Biden.
There's a
You know
lot of
that
things
just was
going
going
on,
on.
man. Elections
Hold on.
time going
Hold on.
on.
Y'all don't think that because for me, the part of the excitement of even watching the game on TV is the crowd noise,
Yes, bro. The
is
fans.
all of that. Like, I think that like this is why they have blackout dates in sports. Like if a game sells out, it's automatically on TV. If a game doesn't sell out, then it's not on TV. Like they have blackout dates for a reason. Like when the game is on TV and you can feel that energy. Like the NBA doesn't want people seeing games where the crowd's not sold out. That's why they say you have if certain games, if it's sold out, then we're gonna air it. If it's not, we're not gonna air it. They don't want the look of empty. They don't want that baseball look where you see half the stadium is empty.
Right.
They don't want that shit. And I think that plays the blackout dates along with this. Y'all got to think baseball is a big sport in America. They're having their playoff. They're about to be in their playoffs.
That's what I'm saying. It's a combination of a lot of things.
To
going
start
on.
a college football, to start an NFL, like this time of year is naturally
WNBA.
College basketball starting soon. Like
all of that
things.
stuff is naturally
Lamont.
for other sports.
Hey, Lamont, but listen though. if somebody
golf,
likes you,
tennis.
if somebody likes you, no matter how busy they are, they're gonna find that time.
NBA
That's
more
that's
right.
easy. That's
I'm
easy
saying
said and
NBA more
done.
popular than all of that shit.
They're gonna find
Yeah,
that time for you if they like
right.
that
That's easier
matchup.
said and done.
If
That's
it was
that's
But
why
it's
these
still
sports
a
have
collective
seasons.
thing. It's not an
That's
individual thing.
but
It's a
that's why each
collective unit of an
right.
audience.
But that's why each sports have seasons. That's why all of them you don't see all of
bro,
them start at the same
nah, the
time.
Like you
honest
got
truth,
some people who don't really love basketball, but at the time when basketball usually on, it ain't a lot of other shit on. So you're like, fuck it, I'll watch the game.
it's just
That's
the
an extra
honest truth,
rating.
bro. If it was the Clippers and the Lakers, the ratings will be up. Simple as that. Nobody want to fucking watch the Heat play against the Lakers.
That's it's a combination. Listen, I mean, it's a combination of every. You're not wrong, but it's a combination of everything, man. At the end of the day, it's
Right.
really
That's
a
what I'm saying.
combination of
The
everything.
competition matter, man. Them boys don't think the
It's
Heat
a
on nothing.
combination. It's a combination of everything that's going
No,
on.
hey, I'm gonna
Especially
tell you what, the competition don't matter because there's so many fans out there who just watch basketball just because it's the finals. Like for
That's
me,
that's what I'm saying.
look, I watch the Super Bowl not because it's competitive or not. I just watch it because it's a Super Bowl. Like certain events, I just watch it because it is what it is. It's a lot of basketball fans out there like it. They don't care who's in the finals or the playoffs. It's just playoff basketball.
But
They wanna
Lamont,
watch it.
listen, the
Well, they
atmosphere
care.
is different. This
You
feel
just care
it
about
doesn't
who
even
in the
feel like the
finals.
finals.
but here's the
Doesn't
thing: if it's Boston Celtics,
It's
if the Boston
October. Of course,
Celtics,
it don't feel like the final.
yeah, but if
it
the
don't.
Boston Celtics was like in the final, the ratings probably better, most likely.
If it
Well,
if it
how
wasn't
much is that rating?
if it looked like it wasn't a if it looked like it wasn't a done deal
Right,
at game
exactly.
one, after game two, after game one, really.
Like I feel like football feel the same. Like if you watch the NFL
Oh
without
yeah,
a
that
lot of
fucking
crowd, it
Chiefs.
still feel the same. Basketball doesn't.
Hold on.
Imagine having fans in the stands when Luka hit that game winner. Imagine AD hitting that game winner with fans in the crowd.
Feel completely different on TV.
Man, but here's the thing though: if the Clippers would have played the Lakers, man, they'd probably been the biggest ratings of the year.
Yeah, definitely.
Like,
Probably in
Hold on.
like
Hey, don't y'all
Shit, the
think?
Nuggets a better team though.
Don't y'all think it's a reason why the NBA for years has tried so hard to keep their schedule separate from the NFL's?
exactly.
Like it's a reason why they tried to avoid that collision. They tried to avoid
And
that.
they tried to go head up with them
Football
this
took
year though.
over Sunday.
NFL still number
They had
one.
no choice. They had no choice
Football
though.
took over Sunday, my nigga. You had Sunday dinner. You had
Yeah.
church. You had people who called it God's Day. Football took over Sunday, my nigga.
The
Even
NBA
like they don't
media
even like
and
you
football
don't
media
even like
at war with each other
or
though.
they don't even like the Thanksgiving game. They don't even like NBA don't even like. Well, they got no choice because they gotta make some type of money. I guess everybody be at the home all day, but
nah,
Hey.
but on the real though, the reason why the ratings are down is because, like y'all was saying, they got other competition. They're going up against the NFL, and also you got to think, a lot of people use illegal
Baseball.
streaming now, all that shit.
Hold on, and we got to understand the NFL now is 3 days a week: Thursday, Monday, and Sunday. In the NBA,
Thursday. So it's like
yeah, that's what I said. Thursday, Monday, and Sunday,
Thursday.
3 days a week. That's basically what the NBA's on. They playing every other day. That's basically 3 days a week. If that falls on the same day as the NFL, yeah, if this falls at the same day as the NFL game, it's over with. So
Hey, no. ESPN.
That's why they pushing the finals every 3 days.
hold on, somebody got some feedback. Somebody got some feedback that might have to put their mic on mute. Who got that feedback? All right, it's better now. Hey, Vision, what you got on this?
I just jumped in, so I don't know what y'all was talking about. So,
We started off by talking about the young talent, how the NBA is deeper than it's ever been. You saw the title of the video, but just
yeah, I seen the title. Okay.
Yeah.
Y'all still on that subject? Okay. Yeah, I agree with that. Because you got a lot of, even the bench players can do playmaking, crossovers, and they're more athletic. So the notion that 90s players are better than, the talent better in the 90s, that's false. You got kids in AAU growing up doing, even the big men have skills like a guard. So I think it's more talented. And in every decade, it progresses, like the talent in the league. So that's my thoughts on that.
Yeah, I give you
The
that.
media disrespect of this era contribute to the finals ratings being low too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, plus that presidential debate when Trump was saying all that crazy shit.
Yeah, it's a combination of a lot.
That shit got a lot of attention.
What? Yeah, that
combination of a lot. There's a combination of a lot of things going on.
Hey, I
So
feel
that's
like
why.
Curry. I feel like Curry get a lot of credit for changing the league, but you know who doesn't get credit though? I feel like James Harden should get some credit too.
Nah.
What you mean? No, who's the reason why all
Don't
these
get it
people shooting
credit.
these sidestep threes, the step back threes, all of that?
Yeah, he the
Yeah,
he the offensive guru, but he can't get no credit because he the best
I
offensive
mean, I'm
thing
not gonna
in
give
the
him.
league right
they've
now. That's
been
I
like
doing
mean,
it, but
that's
I
he
like
give
can't
him.
that's
get
I
like a
give him a
all
nigga
the.
little
giving
bit.
Kobe his credit in
Yeah.
Hey,
what
That's
Harden is
why I
the
give.
reason why all these young players are doing all these dribble pull up
that's gonna
threes.
be
Jason Tatum shooting them
that's like
sidestep.
Bearden
Even
said
LeBron still
after
in
he
that
gone,
shit.
nigga gonna respect his game.
I mean,
You
here's the
got a
thing though.
point
I
there
give
because
him a
Luca
little
kind
bit.
of added James Harden's package to his
Yeah,
Yeah,
game.
but
Like
Luca
he
his
slow,
shit
bro. That's
regardless.
part of
trash.
the game.
His shit trash though. I hate when he does his step back. His step back garbage.
Who Luca shit, right?
He
Yeah.
mastered the
Yeah,
Slow as
slant.
hell.
he
That
added
shit
that step
garbage,
back.
bro.
It's slow,
It's
but it's
slow
super
as
effective
hell.
though.
That
Hold
shit
on.
trash.
And to be honest, his
A,
step back look just like LeBron's step
He's
back.
a
whacking that
step
bitch
back
though.
don't have to be fast. It just had to
It's
be
slow,
effective.
Yeah, it gotta be
right?
effective, but his
Right.
But
joint
that
still
shit
Just
look
gotta
trash. His
get
ugly.
joint
that.
That shit
still
Just
look
gotta
trash,
give him
slow
the
bro.
and
space.
ugly,
Hey
bro.
As long
Lamont,
as you get the
if we
space
being
you
real,
need, that's
the
all
fact
you
that
need to
his
pull up.
That
moves are
joint
kind
still
of
trash
Oh,
though.
oh, hold on. Let's go one at a time, y'all. We got to make sure everybody hear you clearly. So I don't want to cut y'all off, but we got to go.
Luca
Try to
step
go.
back look disgusting. That shit ugly and slow.
it's
Yeah.
slow, but it being slow might be more effective because now it puts the defender more on his heels because he
Bro, you
can
think that shit
get a
effective? He
drive
shot
on you by bodying
32%
up a
from
pass.
threes. That shit was not effective.
31.
31, even lower.
He
All
hit,
right.
he hit it when it matters, though.
Hit
But
a game
listen,
winner with that
Yeah.
bitch.
Hey Lamont, the slower it is, the more time the defender gets to contest. That's why he shoot
Not
31%.
necessarily though. Them slow mo dudes, man, like the Paul Pierce, Joe Johnsons, man, they fucking listen, they
Look at
kill you.
Jokic.
Oh, but hold on. Those slower dudes throw your timing off. Your
Yeah,
timing,
Exactly.
they
it throw
put you
your
in the
time.
whole
Look at
matrix.
Jokic.
They put you in the whole
Hey,
matrix.
hey, y'all know
I don't know
something.
what he
Jokic
gonna
shooting
do.
off 1 foot.
Hey, y'all know something I noticed about LeBron jump shot. You better off not like when you contest it, it doesn't really affect them. What you have to do is distract them. Every time I see Paul Millsap contested his shot, right? But he didn't put his hand up. He like kind of swiped it down, trying to get into his landing space, and that shit threw LeBron way off and he airballed the shot. Also seen Patrick Beverly be doing that to him. Like they act like they gonna tackle him and then it affects his concentration. But when you put your hand right up, it's nothing to him. He be hitting it right in your face.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. The hand in your face now in the NBA really don't do nothing no more.
Yeah, it really don't affect LeBron at all.
They
These dudes,
practice them shots.
they making shots too well now. You can put a hand up all you want. It's really about making them uncomfortable, like you said.
Yeah, if you're not trying to block the shot, if you're not
Right.
trying to block
They
the
do that in
shot,
practice. They got a dude who hold the little hand up in his face
Let-
while he shoot constantly. They constantly practice that shit.
you gotta put pressure. You can do that, but you better make him work before he. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you got to make them work on both sides of the court. You got to get them tired, do all types of
Did
stuff.
LeBron have a go-to move?
Hey, one thing I gotta give LeBron is his jump shot is way better now, man. Way better.
Do LeBron have a go-to move?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bulldoze people.
No, I think
Bulldoze, stiff arm.
I think he has the crab
Uh-huh.
dribble spin move. That crab dribble spin move.
Or that offensive foul shit
unstoppable.
that he be doing.
Unstoppable.
It's really
power.
Yeah,
that's
because I
not
heard
true.
people
Get
say
out
he
the
don't
way.
have a
He
go-to
gonna
move.
move you out
That's
the
not
way.
unstoppable. It
He
only
gonna,
work
he
against
ain't got
weaker
the footwork, but he
players.
gonna move
I
you out
seen
the
him
way.
get stood up.
Like this is what I noticed from watching this dude, because people be saying he don't have a go-to move. He got like two go-to. He got the ones y'all name. Outside of that, he got two go-to moves. He got this awkward jump shot that he do when he leaning out of bounds. And him and Chris Paul, they share this one move when they run across the paint and then turn around and pull up.
Hey,
That shit you see Chris
that's
Paul
not
doing.
true. He got no go-to move. That first of all, that spin layup, that's not even a go-to move. That's not even his.
I'm not talking about a layup.
D-Wade been
I'm
doing
talking
that
about a
crab
jump
dribble
shot.
spin. What jump shot? Oh, you talking about the fadeaway and that a corner?
No, not the post. He got that also. But I'm talking about him and Chris Paul got the same move. You see Chris Paul do it all the time. You see LeBron utilize it also. They run across the paint and then pull up. Like you think they're gonna keep running to
Oh,
where
I
it's
know
when they're
what you're
gonna pass
talking
the
about.
ball or
That's
something,
not even a
and they just
go-to
pull
move,
up.
bro. That's not a go-to move. You know why?
Hey, LeBron got good footwork.
He travel
How
all
they
the
the go-to
time. What
move and
footwork?
Chris Paul do it more than
In
LeBron,
the
but it's a
post, in
go-to
the
move.
post, in the post.
LeBron really don't have a post game, bro. He posts you up. He try to use his size, go baseline. You cut it off. He comes back and shoot that fadeaway. That's it.
Not even that, bro. Like I was seeing him in the last couple
How's that not a
games.
post
Like
move?
no.
See,
He
the
don't
reason
got
why I
post moves.
brought
He
it
don't
up,
got post.
The reason
LeBron
why
don't
I
got
brought
no
it up
moves
go
with
ahead.
his bully
because
shoot.
this is what people don't understand when they say stuff like that. So you mean to tell me a dude without a go-to move done been to the finals 10 times?
You
What
don't
does
need
that
a
say
go-to
about your
move to make
favorite
it to the
talent?
finals. What are you
What
talking
does that
about,
say
though?
about your favorite? Listen, he
That's the
averages
need the
over
move
25, bro.
you need the move that you can rely on.
He averaging
Hey,
over
I agree with
25.
Lamont though. That crab dribble
Hey,
joint, that shit is his
yo.
go-to right there.
How many times does LeBron
Listen,
do a crab dribble in the game? He does
He
that
be
shit like
doing it.
Always
He be
LeBron
that's
just
doing it.
not that's not even his
and you watch
move
the
though.
time.
People been doing that. That's not his go-to
bro.
move. He don't got
So
a
that's what
go-to
I'm
move.
You can
saying. If
say
he don't have
LeBron
a
is one of the
go-to move
best. You can
and
say
he
LeBron's
averaging
one of the
over
best drivers to
25,
the
what does that
basket.
say about the rest of the league?
Well, you don't need a
He
go-to
just
move
got
to be
too. He
great.
just
Hold
too
on, but hold on.
strong. He
But
just too fast.
but
The nigga just too big. He
It's
gonna
not
do
easy to
whatever he
get to the
fucking want
finals,
to
bro.
do, dog. He
Exactly.
gonna do what he
Hey,
want
on
to
the
do.
real though, his go-to move is running down the court and just trucking you the fuck out the way. That's
He
it.
gonna
hold
move
on,
you out the
but
fucking
don't
way,
y'all
man.
think?
Hey,
Just
hey, all that
Y'all,
being said, listen, all that being said, he gonna be probably most likely the all-time leading scorer. So hey, it works. I
Yeah,
give him that.
driving
It
to the
works.
cup. He one of the
hold on.
best drivers.
But hold on, but don't y'all think not having a go-to move makes you harder to defend?
less right. Less
The man got
predictable
a
too.
bag full of moves. That's what I was trying to say. The man got a
I want to
bag
say
full
he
of
got. I
moves,
want to
bro.
say he got a bag full of moves, but what
I
he
feel
do
like,
is
hey
effective.
Lamont,
That's why I
hey
named the two that I named and the ones that y'all named along with it because you seen it 2018 when he was playing against Toronto. How much he did that he got this awkward ass shot that he do falling out of bounds and he doing
hey
it a
Lamont,
lot.
LeBron,
Lamont having a go-to move has nothing to do with your game. It just makes you more iconic. You get what I'm saying?
yeah, but look, no,
When they say
LeBron
MJ
has
got that
go-to
fadeaway,
moves.
Kobe got that fadeaway.
LeBron has go-to moves, y'all. It's just
Name it.
Elbow fadeaway.
they are all ugly. Nobody wants to
Yeah,
copy.
it's not flashy. It's not
Yeah,
flashy. Like a
Ugly.
Ugly
like a
Right,
fuck.
that's
dub.
why I
he
just said
too
he got this
big.
awkward
He
ass
too
shot
big.
falling
It
out of
like
bounds.
Hey,
He make
hey,
them motherfuckers.
y'all seen that video where LeBron was in the
nigga
corner
too
against a
big. It
big
don't
man,
look
right?
sweet.
Hey, y'all seen that video when LeBron had a big man switch on him and he was in the corner. He was doing this little ugly crossovers, and then he did that
Yeah.
step back and he airballed that
Oh,
joint. Y'all seen that shit?
that fake dream shake he be doing.
Yo, that shit was.
Yeah, that's terrible too. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, he got ugly
Nobody
score. He got
copies
an
LeBron's
ugly
moves.
scoring
Like
game.
you show me one player that's going out kind of mimic LeBron's moves.
Yeah,
Nobody
LeBron.
do it.
Hey, LeBron got the
Only one
ugliest dribble
person.
package too. He be
Hey, but
dribbling
you
like.
Only
don't see
one
nobody
person
doing the
Everybody
mimic
not
dream
built like
shake
LeBron,
these
but he
LeBron.
days
can't
though.
shoot, and that's Ben Simmons.
Bron the only one that be trying to do the fucking dream shake. Stupid.
He just
That
can't shoot.
shit do look stupid though. He go in
Yeah,
some.
but he
That's because
just too
Hakeem
big
told
to
him this
look
shit.
good, man.
Bro, I
You
be
get
laughing when LeBron start doing his dribble moves, bro. I be like, oh my
That
god, he be
shit
in
be
the same
You don't
fucking
hilarious,
remember
spot.
bro.
That shit
Hakeem
don't take
trying
him
to teach
nowhere.
LeBron his move?
I ain't gonna hold you. I get mad like yo, they ain't play this dude. Like,
Yo, y'all
ain't.
notice he dribble in the same spot, right? It don't take him nowhere.
Hey, that slow fade be going in though.
Yeah, that
I ain't gonna lie, he
LeBron.
got an ugly
I
crossover,
be
but I got
mad.
some videos he done made a nigga fall, and I was surprised. I just seen that shit
Yo,
day before yesterday. I'm
I
like,
ain't
how
gonna
the fuck he
hold
make
you.
your fall?
I ain't gonna hold you. You get if LeBron James cross up before you gotta get on the bench. I'm subbing
Hey,
you
y'all
out. I
see
ain't gonna
KD
hold
kill
you.
a crossover though? His shit effective.
I ain't
KD
gonna
kill a
hold
cross.
you.
That joint nice.
That bitch effective because they gotta get in front
Yeah, I
of
already say that
or
motherfucker
they're
basic as
gonna
shit, but it's
push
effective.
the ass on the
Hey,
ground.
I
Nah,
wonder
that
why LeBron don't take those left side fadeaway shots. He be making them too. He don't take them a lot, but he make them shits every time.
It's
that's funny.
craziness.
That's what I'm
That's
talking about. That's the
funny.
one he be doing when he falling out of bounds.
Yeah, he be making them.
I'll be
Right, that
bagging
shit
up,
ugly as
dog.
shit, but he be making them.
LeBron be making shots. I remember that Houston series. That one game, he was going to fuck off. I was like, damn.
Or
I don't like LeBron, but he was
Zion gotta
going to
train with that
fuck
man, man.
off.
Hey,
Maybe
Like,
Zion gotta train with
damn.
LeBron.
oh hey y'all, we gotta touch on one more topic, man. I gotta make sure we even touch on this, man. But again, y'all know how we started the show off. How I talked about how people fall in love with their own era, so much so that they start to then try to make up excuses why the next era or past eras were not as good. Do y'all see that? You know, we know the 90s, we know 90s fans do it bad. But we don't see that
Come
from
on,
I don't think we see that from the 2000s fans or this generation over the last 10 years. We don't see that.
Or the one
Why do you
before.
think it's so much?
Because
Why is so much Why is so much love and nostalgia tied to that era? Like, why is it just hate, or do you think they really think they was that good?
Because what it did for the game. When I said like yesterday about the game globally, and you know what I mean, more fans is watching the game. I guess I don't know, man. This shit, I don't understand the game.
Hey, man, I
So
got a reason, but that shit may be too deep.
Dumbass.
Nah, hey, that's my reason. I feel like it's just hate for LeBron. The people that don't want LeBron to be the GOAT, they're gonna do anything to big up the 90s. You get what I'm saying?
I honestly believe it's because of what LeBron has done. It's because LeBron is the first black male outside of maybe Floyd Mayweather that's actually taken control of his career and done a black man making calls, making moves. White people fear that shit, dog. And the media, they don't want people following that shit. Straight up.
I don't agree.
I
don't
agree
with that.
Hold on.
agree with that.
I'm gonna say something more controversial, and I want everybody to have their own individual take on this. I think what what he said to a degree is true, but I think that black people are more so intimidated by a black man in power than anything.
That's why I said I got a reason, but I think it's too controversial.
No, it's not controversial. It's because we all, most of this panel is probably made up of black men. I just think we see a lot of black people. I think we hate on each other so much. And I'll give you an example. Just when I started my first business, people knocked it. What you doing? Why you running a hustle? And I was like, it's not a hustle. It's a business, and like I was like, they'd be quick to hate on True to King. If you started up a business, you'll have more black people hating on you, shitting on your business, as opposed to somebody of another race hating on you and your business. I think with LeBron, I don't think that we don't like to see him with all this power and control. It's a lot of black people who hate on him for moving to another team.
It's the low.
Yeah, a lot of people get mad at player empowerment. Like, how you get mad
right now? It's an easy tip for the nigga.
Right.
That shit is real. Like niggas really don't want to see that. Like niggas really don't want to see that. That shit is fucking real. Look at. Man, that shit is real. These Jordan Knights is they really like that.
And the thing is, it's hypocritical because LeBron didn't get pushed all about the NBA, but Jordan was the same way.
Exactly.
So what are you talking about?
Yeah. He got a Nike deal coming out, and everybody was just getting endorsed by Converse, like Bird and Larry. I mean Magic. Sorry.
Jordan got pushed too. It's all that is a same family tree. Listen, it's the family tree. Larry Bird, Magic Johnson, then with Michael Jordan. Now it's LeBron James.
Do LeBron James pass Kobe?
It's gonna be the same person. That's the NBA quote. That's the quote unquote NBA family tree of the face of the league, star, the golden boy.
Hey, you right. You know something? Y'all saying honestly, I don't even think LeBron is his own man. I feel like Nike be telling him to do a lot of shit that he be doing.
Nike playing both sides.
At this point now?
Yes. Hey, who is LeBron selling those shirts for? Those Vote or whatever. Who's behind that? That's Nike. That's Nike money. Like I don't believe all that.
Nike the one that.
And I feel like LeBron going extra hard on all this racial issues because people feel like Jordan was a coon. You get what I'm saying? And LeBron could feel like he could get one up on Jordan by being all out. All out in the face of the
I don't think he worried about that, Paul. Jordan, bro.
And one last thing. And LeBron be on the computer tweeting all about that racial issues. When was he in the front line or protesting or doing something? Jaylen Brown.
That's all paid. That's all paid.
I mean, if you see some of the there.
You're actually out there making a difference. I ain't gonna take that from him, bro.
He made schools and donated millions of dollars.
Nike built that school.
He actually behind the word.
Hold on.
Take that from him, bro.
Hold on. Well, we can say Nike built that school, but it don't get built unless it's LeBron James.
Yeah, like put the word in. Exactly.
Brought that idea. Exactly. That was just a PR stunt. Come on.
But it's not a stunt. Hold on. When you see
a stunt.
Hold on. Listen, the thing that Lamont just brought up, how y'all discredited the man for doing good things in his community.
Exactly what Lamont talking about.
Saying, well, Nike this, Nike that is a front.
You're doing exactly what Lamont was talking about with black people.
So Jordan wasn't black. So Jordan wasn't black.
No. Here's what I was gonna say originally, Lamont. Is you were 100% correct. Black people are the biggest white supremacists in this country. We hate on our own
Whoa.
so much.
Listen to him. Listen to him.
No, that's fact.
You don't see white people arguing that Jeff Bezos or Mark Zuckerberg or this dude got more money, so he better. No, they don't do that. They don't tear theirs down to build one up. We tear ours down. They know
But
that
look who
we as a black community, we spend a lot of money on consumption, dog. That's why you see Popeyes and churches come with these bullshit commercials. They use these dudes to get into our community to get our money, and we give it to them. We don't keep our money in our communities. We don't build our own things, and they just keep running the same game.
And don't none of us badmouth none of these other races.
No,
or try to discredit them like, oh, it's just a stunt.
Yeah.
Hey, hold on. I'll give you one up. I'll give you one better. How many times do people run around saying, so and so?
DJ Black.
Well, they say this dude. They say Jay-Z became a millionaire, but he's in the Illuminati. They have to try. They have to tie somebody's success to something.
Yeah, like the boule is real,
crazy.
Bro.
Like, yeah, it's crazy, but no, that goes directly into sports too. So when we look at Jordan, y'all got to understand there were a lot of people that backed.
Brian got a boule set on his chest right now.
Well, there were a lot of
he was a teenager.
There were a lot of people that supported Jordan in the 90s because he was quiet. See, a lot of people don't know that. A lot of people followed him because he didn't say nothing or dive into the politics. So it's just a little bit different time now.
That's how he got his power.
And I think that Nike's just trying to get ahead of the game. I think what Nike's doing is obviously Nike does not care about these social issues, y'all. Nike trying to get it. This is about setting themselves up for the future bag. They might lose a little bit of money now, but they're jumping on this early. Early bird gets the worm.
That's
they're
what I'm saying.
On this early. This is a marketing move for Nike because you know what this is going to bring in for Nike? More black athletes are going to continue to sign with Nike. More universities, maybe more black colleges, especially if these young players start going to HBCUs. They're going to start signing deals with these colleges. This is a marketing strategy.
Yeah,
it's bigger than
about globalization.
So they're moving to the beat of the drum.
This, right.
Nike moving to the beat of the drum.
Hey, Lamont, that's what I was saying. That Nike's the one still controlling LeBron. Hey, what you think about? You seen that more than a vote? That more than a vote campaign that LeBron is pushing. Who do you think is behind that? That's Nike. That's not LeBron's idea.
Well, again, I don't care that Nike's pushing it. The thing is, if LeBron wants to push it and use the logo behind it, that's fine. I'm not tripping on that.
No, I'm saying Nike put that idea in LeBron. Like
I know.
Yeah.
Listen. All Nike is doing, LeBron is the biggest sports figure in the probably world right now. And they're just following along with everything he does because they know that when LeBron does something, everybody else follows. And Nike's trying to be on that money train right with it. It all comes back to money somehow. And I can't be mad at it. I can't be mad at it. If I'm Nike, I'm not gonna be mad at it.
MJ was just on the other side back then. That's all. They just getting their power in a whole different type of way. Like you know what I'm saying? It's just but it's all the same. They both it's all coming from the same tree, though.
Yeah, but y'all saying y'all saying black people hating on LeBron because he got his own or whatever or like
that is true.
His own career.
They do hate on him for that. They do hate
true though. That's not everybody. That's not everybody, but it is true. You can't deny that.
Bro, the thing is, people get hate no matter what. Jordan
they did the same thing with Michael Jordan. Listen, they got people that hate Michael Jordan.
There's still people in this era. Jordan ain't playing like 20 years. There's still people calling him a coon, bringing up shit.
Exactly. People hate him too. People hated Michael Jordan too. That's what I'm saying. People hated Michael Jordan. People hated Larry Bird. People hated Larry Bird. People hated Magic Johnson too. Believe it or not, they were saying that Larry Bird was that good.
School, but he ain't paid for all of it.
Hey, and you know one thing. Hey, you know the reason why LeBron is also hated a lot because he's always out there. He always got something to say. If you got a lot to say, people gonna think different of you. You get me? You putting yourself out there to be hated.
But
Jordan wasn't really all out there speaking on shit. Like, you know what I'm saying?
I mean, he has to sound
like hold on.
But he put action behind his words. There's not a lot of people that put action behind their words.
Right. Mm-hmm. Hold on. Sports
especially people who hate on LeBron. Look how many people in the media, like celebrities that hate on LeBron, but what the fuck they actually out there doing?
Yep.
It's like you jealous that he out there doing it and you ain't.
Yeah,
Nah,
like
people hate. Hey, people hate on LeBron because he's a phony.
But listen, I'm gonna ask you a question. Laura Ingram.
You say he a phony.
Hold on 1 second, y'all. Hold on 1 second. Laura Ingram told LeBron to shut up and dribble. But at the end of the day, what is Laura Ingram doing for any community, whether it's poor, whether it's whites, whether it's black, to boost up anybody's community where she can say shut up and dribble, like she's gonna step in and do the job for him. Like that's what I don't like. People start saying this stuff, but you don't got no solution. You want LeBron James to shut up, but you ain't even stepping in yourself to fill in the solution to help.
Hey, but Lamont, you shit like that, you just ignore because that's a racist saying shit like that. You get what I'm saying? We all know she a racist, so we're not even gonna give that shit.
Hold on, possibly, but it's a lot of people say. I was just on Ticket Show, and Anna said the same thing. She said basically,
she did say that.
So I had to ask her. I was like, you want him to shut up and dribble just because you want him here to entertain you, but you don't want him to address these real life issues.
I don't agree with that.
It's not just people who you think are racist. It's black people saying it. It's other people saying it. Like it comes from all directions. That's all.
It's freedom of speech, right? You can say what the fuck you want to say. I don't agree with him. Like people telling him to shut up and dribble. Like what the fuck?
Tell me another black athlete that's reached his level, but ain't stepped in it. That's the problem. They can't discredit him with off the field issues.
Yep.
So they got to really go hard at him because he don't have no issues that you can just chalk up.
Right.
Hey,
scandals.
Let me say something right now. See, what's the name? Sports Savant. You mad at me because I'm going against LeBron. Not everybody is gonna like LeBron.
I mean, why are you calling him
a
phony?
got different kind of opinions. You gotta respect that.
Yeah, but you saying the man is phony, you don't even know him.
The thing about LeBron, that you guys listen. LeBron didn't care about the community. You can say anything you want about LeBron. I generally think he cares about the community. It don't matter how you feel though he moves, whatever the case may be.
I think so too. But guess what though? Who gets the majority of the credit for all these racial issues? LeBron James, right, in the NBA, right? But there are more people. There are more people that are doing more than LeBron that gets no kind of publicity, no attention at all.
Yeah, but who's bigger than LeBron though?
It doesn't matter.
Of course, he's gonna get the most attention.
It do matter because how the NBA rolls. You gotta blame NBA for that, man. It is what it is. Like you gotta blame NBA for that. That is what it is.
How you gonna blame one man for media coverage?
No, I'm not blaming. I'm not blaming.
He's the face of the league.
I'm just saying what is out there. I see people out there really.
That's the NBA. That's why the NBA do that, man. If you know any other league, listen, the NBA has a certain form of that. No other there's other leagues don't be doing what the NBA be doing, right? That's why you don't be having these.
True the king. Okay, if the NBA is gonna push a guy in our throats, we have the choice to dislike the guy. You get what I'm saying?
You're right, but you got to understand why. You got to understand why they're doing it too, though. You not because you have to understand why they're doing. They've been doing it for a while. They're gonna keep doing it. When LeBron James retire, they're gonna have the next person, which he's in the league right now.
Zion.
They're going.
No, Luka Doncic.
It's gonna be Luka Zion.
He signed a Jordan, and he signed a Jordan. That ain't no coincidence, too. It ain't no coincidence. He signed a Jordan.
I heard people say they don't like LeBron because of his fans and because of the media. So why not? So why not hate the media and his fans? Don't hate on the players.
Hate the NBA.
You're not controlling your mind.
Hate the NBA then, because this is not going nowhere.
I got that right here. Check this out, fellas. If LeBron James, if the Los Angeles Lakers lose this finals and the Heat came back in 3-1, who getting the blame?
LeBron.
Hey, but you know something though. Let me tell you.
People will argue with you every day and tell you that he can't do nothing without AD, but he gonna take all the heat if they lose.
Exactly, that's a fact.
Usually the best player on the team happens. That happens
the
that
best
way.
players should get the blame.
Like Kawhi got all that blame, even though Paul George was shit.
Hey,
that means he the best player.
Every LeBron hater will tell you.
Hey, one reason why I do not like LeBron. Hey, one reason why I do not like LeBron is his passive aggressiveness. Like this dude will be out in the media talking about, oh yeah, they say I couldn't do it in the West. You know, I came to the West and now I'm in the finals about to win. Or, you know, shit like that.
I mean,
like,
Hold on, he
Is he
talking
lying?
his shit.
Was he speaking facts?
He didn't.
What's wrong with
He
that?
talking his shit. He talking his shit.
lying?
Dude, you had AD a top 5
Man,
player on your
listen, man,
team.
listen. Hold
You
on,
had
hold on.
better
He
than
just,
that.
There
Like, come on,
there
let's
man.
be
you
fair.
go.
Hold
There
on,
you
B.
go.
Let's be fair. You nitpicking now, cause let's be fair.
Yeah,
He
you are.
responded.
Paul George
He
is
There you
top
responding
10
to
player coming
criticism.
into
Hold
this
up,
league.
hold up.
So
He
Kawhi would
responding
get
to
in the mix as
criticism.
well.
Kevin Durant had.
Hold up, though. You gotta be fair. I can't be mad at him saying that because I was one of the people that was saying that. Other people were saying that and like, listen, they like, hey,
Hey,
you know
but
what I
guess
mean?
what though? This year that the West was the weakest it's ever been.
Oh, he better
Really?
challenge it. That's all.
No,
That's the
no.
truth. That's the
That's
truth.
not true.
No
Just
KD,
because
no
he made the
everything he does.
playoffs look
no
just because he made the
KD,
playoffs
no
look weak, you
Warriors.
can't blame that on him. He got everybody out in five.
You blame the NBA. Listen, Iron. Blame the NBA, man. This is not going to stop.
No,
make
what?
the finals,
Hey,
not
no,
win.
hey,
And you know something?
hey.
I mean, the
This
Warriors
is
faced the
hold up, y'all. Hold on 1 second. I'm gonna tell y'all what happened to the West. What happened to the West was exactly what we started the show off talking about. It's so much more talent in the league that's spread around. More teams can come out of the blue. Once players start figuring the speed of the NBA game out and it clicks and it's starting to click faster and faster for these guys, you're going to start seeing more and more teams be competitive. That's why Luka figured the NBA game out really fast, and he made the Clippers look stupid for 2 games. Jamal Murray, we seen him. It started clicking for Jamal Murray against the Clippers. Well, the Clippers, unfortunately, that was the wrong time to allow it start clicking for a young player because they got bounced out of the playoffs.
Let me say something. It was clicking
talent
for Murray because he was in the bubble. We never seen Murray do this shit in the regular season ever.
Hey, dog.
Ever.
I mean, but
He played. Hold up. He played solid. He played solid in 3 straight series, man. You gotta get him in his credit,
I'm gonna say this why the West was weak this year. No KD, right? No Warriors. The Rockets has no big man. Was it
Who fault is that?
The Portland Trailblazers were injured. Yo, the Portland Trailblazers, who used to go deep in the playoffs, they were injured, right? Most of the season.
They were
Warriors
gonna lose
had no
anyway.
big man.
Hey, dog.
Hold on.
What do you mean it was weak?
What was KD before he got to the Warriors? Like, hold on. Y'all keep talking about no KD, no Warriors. Like, didn't he join the Warriors? Wasn't he on another team before he got to the Warriors? So y'all can't blame him.
Dwayne Carter, man. Cut the
exactly. He was on a whole different team.
What do you mean? What you trying to say?
So you talking about is no KD and no Warriors? All right, they teamed up and they took over the NBA.
No, Lakers was underdog. Listen. The Lakers was underdogs.
He left.
You can't call it weak because the Lakers was underdogs this season, yo. Let's be all we honest.
Underdogs.
Only people.
Everybody left. Everyone.
The only people. Hold up.
The Lakers getting out.
The truth is LeBron came to the West at the right time because who was the toughest team?
How do y'all do this, bro? First you complain about him being in the East. When he goes to the West, you still got something to say.
Bro,
it makes no sense.
Yo, LeBron is strategic, bro. He made his move.
Oh my God,
hey, listen,
bro. This
listen,
guy's
listen,
impossible.
listen.
You can never give LeBron his props.
Yo, this man LeBron can't do nothing right. Yeah,
how come,
bro? It's crazy, bro.
Hey,
He can't do nothing right.
Hey, how come LeBron didn't make the playoffs last season?
Listen, we talking about now. You talking about winning the past though? Who he about to win a whole championship?
No, bro. Answer me. Why didn't he make the playoffs last season?
He was injured.
Hey, team chemistry, injuries, and team chemistry.
Not just his
exactly.
Okay, but multiple people on that team got injured consecutively.
Yes.
Right.
So what's your argument now?
The same way right away when you come back off an injury. It takes time to get back on your
that man LeBron can't do nothing right. Then he came back next year. He came back next year, get the number 1 seed, about to win the finals. Come on,
Jordan got injured, played 17 games in a regular season. George Gervin
you had a
playoffs.
How many games that Bulls? How many games did the Bulls? Come on, you can't do that. How many?
I don't even like LeBron. I ain't like LeBron.
How many games did Bulls win?
MJ only played 17 games. They got to the playoffs, and they lost when Jordan came back. Nobody talks about that.
Exactly.
But the thing that people ain't gonna add along with that is when you come back off an injury, it takes time to get back to the high level that you was playing at.
Hey,
don't have the same game or the next game.
Hey, LeBron go to the media and he says, I did it in the West. Why didn't you do
Yo,
it
you
last
are
season?
nitpicking your asshole.
Why didn't you do it last season when you was in the West, LeBron? Because you
He
got
doing
AD
it now.
this year, motherfucker.
He doing.
Because you got AD an MVP on your team this year.
No, he get AD. Hold on.
Brandon Ingram got injured.
Hold up, Iron. He gets AD his credit, so don't do that.
AD
Don't
had
do
a
that.
72.
Don't
Yo,
do that. LeBron give AD his credit. Don't do that.
Yeah,
Don't
he
do that, man. Don't do
Hold on,
that.
hold on. Was the AD injured last year too?
He gonna say AD. If they lose, Mike gonna be in here talking about that bitch ass nigga LeBron.
That's a fact. That's a fact. So don't do that, Iron.
Was
You
the
talking
AD
crazy
injured
right now.
last year?
Hey, you know what's funny though? When LeBron was losing, they was blaming Kevin Love. They was putting the blame
Kevin
on
Love was
Kevin Love.
Inconsistent. If you watch that season, Kevin Love was inconsistent.
Bro, how
Dwayne
you
Wade
gonna blame Kevin
blamed
Love?
Kevin Love.
Man, you nitpicking right now, though.
They put the
Man.
blame on
Like,
Kevin
Nick
Love.
Pick.
Here, bro.
He must have
You
dissed.
was-
He must have
Hey.
dissed you for an autograph back in the day. That's why you hate him. Son.
That goes back to what I was saying. You taking what other motherfuckers say and the media say to hate on LeBron like he said it.
True,
When did you hear LeBron say, well, Kevin Love wasn't playing right?
Like, come on, man. Listen, at the
And
end of
did
the day,
AD make the
man.
playoffs last year? Was AD not injured?
Exactly. LeBron, let's keep it all the way
LeBron still
real.
had the
LeBron,
chance to make the playoffs.
Y'all
Remember,
don't
LeBron.
hold these other
Yo,
players to the same standard.
listen,
That's
LeBron
the
is the
problem
GOAT.
that I be having, and that's the reason why I do speak
Hey,
up.
did y'all
Because
forget
y'all don't
LeBron is
hold
the
these
GOAT?
other
He
players
takes
to the
scrubs to
same
the
standard.
playoffs. He takes
I just gave you
scrubs
a
to the
prime
playoffs.
example. MJ was injured, only played 17 games during the regular season. They got to the playoffs and
Hey, bro.
lost.
Hey, bro, remember LeBron is the GOAT. He's supposed to take scrubs to the playoffs. He was in the West with
You already
scrubs on
been
his
doing
team.
that.
He did that what
He got to
2018?
do it every year.
Of course. What? He made the finals how many times? He's the GOAT. He's
What you
supposed to
mean
do
he
it.
got to do it every year? So he can have no other good
Kevin
player
Durant went to 2
or
straight finals, and look what happened to him.
another thing y'all do.
LeBron has done that for
No
9
other
years.
player can score in the fourth quarter if he on LeBron's team. If they score in the fourth, they save the game. If LeBron don't score every point in the fourth,
that's true.
then
That is true.
the other player that scores save the game.
I'm not even LeBron
I never
James
seen that
fan.
happen with MJ, Magic, none of the greats. If another player score in the fourth quarter,
That's
they save
false.
them.
That's false. Because I seen that shit this year with Kawhi a lot. Every time Lou Williams will come through in the clutch. Oh, Lou Williams carried Kawhi in the clutch.
No, I never heard that.
Nobody said that.
You heard that?
No,
You never
no.
heard that?
Yeah,
That's
you making up
Shannon
shit,
Sharp.
man. You making up shit. You
Shannon
making up
Sharp.
shit.
Shannon Sharp. Shannon Sharp was all
lying.
No,
You
Shannon
is
Sharp, we all love
lying.
Shannon Sharp. Skip
That's not
Bayless. They
true.
say Lou Williams is the closer of the Clippers.
Shannon Sharp.
You talking
Yo, you
about LeBron
believe
James
a
fanboy.
lot of the media.
Oh, Iron Bite Tyson. I never heard that. I gotta. You said some
I've
crazy
never
stuff.
heard that.
I've never heard that.
Lamont, you never heard people say Lou Williams the closer of the Clippers.
No, never. Never.
I've never heard that. You be
Never heard that.
Can I say something? I can't lie. I've heard that Lou Williams was closer of Clippers.
Exactly, bro. I hear that shit all the
Hold on.
time.
Who you heard it from? Skip Bayless?
Well, so what happened in the play? So what happened in the playoffs
Skip
then?
Bayless
Why
speaks
nobody
on
had
everybody.
that standard?
Hold on. No, you said carrying.
You said
and then the
carry.
games- No,
No, not carrying. I'm saying they say he was the clutchest player on the Clippers, and he's the closer.
Okay, but what I'm saying is that's not disrespect to Kawhi to say that Lou Williams is the clutchest. He might be. He got more experience. He make big shots. I mean, that's not a disrespect to me. But to say he carried.
No. The point, Lamont. The point I'm trying to
Nobody
make is
said
when
that.
Lou Williams hit big shots in the fourth, people get on the social media and shit and say, "Oh, Lou Williams carried in the clutch."
Nah,
Not the whole
I
game.
didn't see that.
You believe a lot on social media, huh?
So you taking trolls by their word?
You said I'm taking who?
Trolls by their word.
Because
Because I know
trolls. There's a bunch of trolls that say the same shit.
Because it's trolls that say the same shit about LeBron. Oh, he only another person scored and they saved his legacy. They say I hear this shit all the time.
Exactly.
And majority of the time I take it as
That's
niggas trolling. This is why I take it as niggas trolling, because if you know basketball, you wouldn't say that type of dumbass shit. So I take it as trolling. So when somebody say Lou Williams carried Kawhi, I take it as trolling, because what the fuck Lou Williams do without Kawhi?
Facts.
Didn't Kawhi win a ring?
But guess
Didn't he
what
lead
though?
Toronto
But
to a
guess
ring?
what though? That's the shit that travels around. That's what I'm trying to say. You
Hold
get
on.
me?
Iron Bite. I'm gonna ask you a
That's what I
question.
mean, bro. That's what I mean, bro. You can't blame the player for what other motherfuckers saying unless they said it themselves.
Yep.
But Iron, I'm gonna ask you one question. I'm gonna ask you this question. And I know you hear this especially because you go over the ticket channel a lot, so I know you hear this. But we hear this. We hear this a lot. And I'm gonna give you one example. Ray Allen and Kyrie Irving saved LeBron's career because they both hit big shots in the finals. But nobody accuses Jordan's career getting saved when he had to swing the ball around. and other guys had to hit big shots.
Hey, let me say this. I don't agree with that Kyrie narrative about Kyrie saving LeBron. The one that I agree is the Ray Allen one, and I'm gonna explain why.
Can I speak?
You can't do that.
Let me explain. Who shot that three before Ray Allen got before Chris Bosh got the rebound?
LeBron.
Can I say
exactly. And guess what? If the game would have ended there, who would have gotten killed?
Guess what?
The game did end. The game didn't end there.
Before LeBron missed that three, did he hit one?
Yeah, he hit one to make it.
Okay. So listen, let's take away. Listen,
16 points that quarter.
Listen, let's take away that three LeBron made and let Ray Allen still hit that three. What the score would be? They would still be down 3. So you can't say you can't say because a player did his job as an NBA professional and on a team. He's doing his job, bro.
Bro, you getting confused. You getting confused by what I'm saying.
Then game 7. Then talk about game 7. LeBron James took over, had one of the greatest game 7 performances of all
the
time.
Last shots. Y'all just saying anything now.
Let's hear it. Hold on. Let's hear it.
That's a fact.
Hold on. Let's hear his answer. Let's hear his answer. Let's hear it.
We remember LeBron shooting that shot and missing. Let's say the game ended there. I know the game did not end there, but let's say the game ended there. Whose legacy was going to get killed?
But it didn't end there, so you can't use
it.
That,
I'm just saying. Just take it as I'm saying. You get what I'm saying?
I mean, can I say something?
We would have remembered LeBron. We would have remembered LeBron bricking that shot and choking, and that's what everybody would have been saying.
I'll say something.
Yeah,
that's
go ahead.
Ray Allen came in and hit that shot, and we all forgot about that shot that LeBron missed.
Well, if after he missed the shot and that was the final seconds, you could say that, but it's still time on the clock, and it's a team sport. So if another player hit a shot, that don't mean he saved him, because there's plenty of players who did that for all legends.
Yeah,
if Ray Allen didn't hit that shot, the
people forget.
Over.
Last time Kobe was in the playoff, he missed all 5 of his clutch shots, and his other teams made it.
Listen, if Paxton missed that shot, that series is not over. That's the difference. If Ray Allen missed that shot, the series is over. LeBron is 2-7, whatever his record.
Hold on, but if Kyrie missed that shot, the game ain't over.
Yeah, that's why I don't hold him for the Kyrie one. That's why I don't say that Kyrie bullshit.
Hey, Lucci, hold on. Let's hear from. My bad, Tyson. I want to hear from Lucci. I know he was trying to chime in and say something. We was kind of talking over him.
Yeah, I was saying that I can agree that Ray Allen saved his legacy, but LeBron saved his own legacy as well by scoring 16 points and then hitting that 3-pointer to make it a 3-point game. Like they both saved each other's legacies. So I don't really think that.
It's a team sport. That's what teammates supposed to do.
You got teammates, bro.
Like it's a team sport.
That shit don't make sense.
They got Ray Allen for the moments. You know what I mean? So,
what you think these players is on the team for? Just to stand around, look pretty until LeBron passing the ball? They got a job to do also.
Hey, but we could all be honest and say if Chris Bosh never got that rebound, LeBron would have got it.
Hold on. Iron, I'm gonna ask you this question. If Greg Popovich, if he don't take Tim Duncan out, could we blame Greg Popovich for taking Duncan out?
Yeah.
We can't really. We don't know that because you know something. You know the reason? Because Boris Diaw would have came out the game for Tim, right? And the reason why Boris Diaw was so up was to stop LeBron from shooting the 3. Because if you look at that play, Chris Bosh set the pick and he slipped in the paint. So it would have been. I feel like it would have been that same situation for Duncan. You get what I'm saying?
Nah. Duncan make sure he got that rebound, man.
Bro, did you see the play? Chris Bosh came with a slip screen, and he got Tony Parker. So then you see Boris Diaw run up to contest the shot. That's how Chris Bosh got that open for the rebound. So if Duncan was in the play, it would have been that same kind of situation. I believe.
Not necessarily. Duncan more like he more experienced in that.
So you think Duncan would have gave LeBron an open shot?
He said, "Don't know."
What?
Okay, he said, "Duncan
wouldn't have been out there defending LeBron."
It was a screen, bro. It was a pick. If it's a pick and it's like 2 seconds left, you have to contest on the shooter.
Yeah,
I agree with that. If it wasn't more time on the clock, I would agree with that. But it's still more time on the clock, and LeBron went off consecutive plays to get the score to what it was.
Go watch the play. It was a great play.
I just watched the day before yesterday. I overwatched all these fucking games.
And you seen LeBron had an open shot, right? He had an open
and Bosh passed it to the first person he's seen and the closest one to him. He's not thinking of I need to find LeBron. He just got a rebound and the time running out, bro.
That's not what we talking about. We talking about
Got the
LeBron's
greatest.
jumper. The reason why
You talking
Bosh got
about
the rebound. The reason Bosh got the
Oh,
rebound.
I'm not talking about rebound. My bad. I'm talking about
Yeah, we
shot.
talking about the rebound. The reason why Bosh got that rebound, because Lamont said if Duncan was in there, would he had gotten the rebound? And I'm saying the reason why Bosh got the rebound, it was because it was a slip screen that caught the defense off guard. So Boris Diaw had to go up top and contest the three from LeBron. So it left Bosh wide open for a rebound. And if Duncan was in the game, it would have been the same situation, I believe.
We're about to be 4. We're about to be 4 and 6. So
Yeah, it's probably gonna be 4 and 6, which is
here's
again,
the thing, though.
it's great. That's a great.
How many people said they won? How many superstar players ever said they won 4 championships? It's like, come on, y'all gotta cut that out, man.
Yeah.
Nah, I give
like y'all just say all the losses, all your
I
work.
put it like this,
Look,
y'all.
look, how about this? Look, this is what I be telling. This is what I be telling these Jordanites, man. if you ain't never been like, okay, look, so like the clutchest moment is the game 7, right? If you ain't never been in the clutchest game in the NBA, how could you even test your clutch gene? Like, how could you even call yourself
the clutch
some
player?
kind of clutch anything if you ain't never participated in the most clutch situation?
You talking about
Never
Jordan?
had the pressure of being
Hey, let me put it like this.
worried about being eliminated.
Hey, let me say something.
That's tough,
First of all, I agree.
interesting
I agree
argument.
that
That's
game
interesting.
7 is the
that
the
is
most
interesting.
pressure, right? But guess
I
what
don't know if
though?
I agree with it, but it's interesting.
But guess what though? The person is so good that he never needed to go to a game 7. You could just make that argument.
You think that's
He's
the
that
case,
great that
huh?
he closes us out before he even gets to that point.
It's interesting though.
Hold on. We're gonna break down what he
interesting, 'cause,
said.
like-
We're gonna break down what he said. He said the most clutch moment. We all agree the most clutch moment that you can have in the NBA is Game 7 of the NBA
7.
Finals.
Yes.
Right.
Anything happens.
And Jordan's never been to a Game 7 in the NBA Finals. That's tough, right there. You got. I agree. I kind of agree slightly. I think you can still have a big time clutch moment.
I agree, but it doesn't apply.
I disagree because the clutch moment is any time that the game is on the line. You get me? And it's like a few seconds or a couple minutes left. That's considered clutch.
So
pressure is high.
hold on. Are you saying
ain't the same?
Hold on. Are you
Pressure ain't
saying
the same, but still a clutch moment?
So are you saying like Lillard hit 2 Game 7 series ending 3-pointers? That's more clutch. Or are you saying like moments like that? Are those more clutch moments because it's more online
Lamar,
if you missed a shot.
Lamar, you
Right,
know
it's more
what?
pressure.
Hey, Lamar, you know what's even more clutch? When the score is the same, I don't even consider that as that clutch because there's no pressure like that. Because there's
I agree. I agree.
Having another game to go, having an extra game to go is not that's the same. The same shit apply, man. You got a whole nother game. It's not in time. It's not win time. You can less pressure. So what are we talking about?
That's why they agree.
Bill Russell never lost a game 7.
Hey, you know something? Jordan did play game 7s. Not in the finals, but he did play game 7s.
Yeah, he did play game 7s though.
And
Yeah,
it's almost the same pressure.
We talking about the
It's
finals
almost the
though.
same pressure.
I mean, he's that good. I didn't need to.
Because it could be your last game. It could
What
be
is what's Jordan record in game 7s?
He won them all, I believe.
He won them all.
Nope.
He won them
No,
all.
He didn't. No, he did not.
No, he lost. He lost a couple playoffs.
No, he did not win them all.
I'm trying to think.
When he lost to the
he lost to the Pistons in game 7.
Did he?
He lost one
Was
against
it 6 or
Detroit
7?
and one against the Pacers.
I thought that was 6. That was 7.
It was 7 when Scottie Pippen had the migraine.
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was game 7.
He would have won that game, I believe so.
But it's more pressure on the game 7 because you worry about being eliminated. Game 6, you ain't got to worry about being eliminated. You still got another game.
Could you really hold it against a player that gets the job done early?
No, I'm not holding it against him.
That show your dominance.
Let me say. All right, how about this? When Brian passed up MJ and buzzer beaters, T-Mac and Scottie Pippen was up on Rachel, your girl show, Rachel Nichols show, trying to change what the definition of clutch is. Go look up that shit.
Yeah, don't think that he
said, "Oh man, I'd rather be ahead than take the last and be in a situation to take a last shot and shit." That's
I'd rather end it in games.
They tried to downplay being in game 7. That's what they did. They downplayed Ben in the game.
Listen, a lot of people say LeBron is not. Hey, a lot of people say LeBron is not clutch, but I kind of disagree. And
He has clutch
and
moments.
agree to a moment. The reason why I think LeBron is not clutch, even though he hit some shots in the clutch, but when it comes to the clutch, this dude turns into a role player. You get what I'm saying? He gets passive.
Yo,
like
that's a lie.
Hold on.
LeBron not clutch at all. LeBron's not clutch at all.
I'm gonna ask y'all a question. Why don't we give the clutch factor on the defensive end of the court? Because LeBron's made some big time clutch.
Is that right? Chase down blocks.
Big time.
Stops. He made stops. Yeah.
His game 7 performance. His game 7 performance in the Spurs. That was clutch.
Man,
he just won a belt.
I remember watching Kobe so pissed off, dog, because I just knew that when it's close at the end of the game, this nigga gonna jack a shot up. I used to be so pissed. I'm like, man, y'all gotta hurry up and blow these niggas out, dog, because this nigga gonna jack that shot up.
Yo, it's some shots that
I'll have all the confidence in the world in Jordan taking that shot, though. I won't have a problem with that.
Well, the thing,
but he won for 19. He only made one of them because of that stupid ass shit.
Hey, y'all remember the 90? Y'all remember the 91 finals, game 3, right? Jordan was playing like shit, and then when I remember the Bulls were down 2. Jordan had a terrible game that whole game, right? He comes down. He gets the ball, comes down the court, pull up mid range with like 3 seconds left, and send the game into overtime. I feel like if LeBron was having a shitty game, he would not take that shot.
It's not.
That's not
true.
Good basketball.
LeBron James, statistically, LeBron James is clutcher than Michael Jordan stat wise.
Yeah, you could say that, but the eye test tells you different.
But nobody playing LeBron over Jordan in those situations.
No, the eye test shown that he hit clutch shots though.
The jump shot look. That's that eye test you're talking about.
He got more game winners, so if your eye test is fucked up,
in the clutch, hey, this the eye test I'm talking about. In the clutch, right? Let's say you need a bucket, and LeBron cuts to the basket, and they throw him a fucking pass, and he laid up. Well, is that really that clutch?
Yes, it is.
Yeah, it's a clutch moment. It's a clutch play.
Is that really that? Listen. It's like throwing a fucking lob to Steven Adams for the game winner.
Does it count?
It's still a clutch moment. It's still a clutch moment. You still have to make that.
Why you worrying so much about how sweet it looked, though?
Kobe
got different games than MJ, but it's still he only won for like 19. It looks sweet.
And also, when y'all talking about that clutch statistics, what do you consider clutch? Under 2 minutes? Under 50 seconds? Under what?
Under like 2 minutes. Under 2 minutes.
Hold on.
You got the numbers. Each time you can skew the number. If you do a minute, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 4 minutes, you can skew the numbers if you do it that way.
Hold on. And I think too many times people skew the numbers to make certain players look more clutch.
Yeah, that's what Nick Wright does. Nick Wright does that all the time.
Especially more clutch. Like I see it in LeBron's favor sometimes. I also see it in Jordan's favor sometimes. It just depends on when you choose. That's why I say playing with that clutch, like who's clutch. I think you just have to strictly go off the eye test because you can go off all the numbers you want. At the end of the day, like a player like Joe Johnson will never get credit for being one of the most clutch players in NBA history.
Like Paul Pierce.
Hey, but that 98 finals, Jordan made 3 clutch plays. He did the layup, the quick layup. Then he got the steal off Karl Malone. Then he came down and ended the game.
Exactly. Hey, bro. Hey, let me say something. When I said something, people didn't agree with me. But in the clutch, don't y'all feel like LeBron gets nervous? Like y'all don't see it, or it's just
do you get nervous,
bro? I'm just saying, yo.
Everybody gets nervous, man.
Hey, listen. Remember when if somebody is nervous on the court, you could tell by they play. Listen, when he had Curry in that post and he was passing out, I consider that nervous. When against the
Clippers, no, hold on. I'm gonna tell you what happens in basketball, y'all. When the pressure mounts, you revert to what you normally do. Like you can have dropped 50 points a game, but what is LeBron? He's the best playmaker. In pressure packed situations, he's always going to revert to what he naturally does.
The best play,
which is be the best playmaker. He's always going to revert to that. That's all pressure does, which is not a knock because an assist can be a rebound can be clutch, a defensive stuff. It's all
let me give you another example, Lamar. Let me give you another example. Remember that Christmas game against the Clippers, right? When they needed that 3, who the fuck did LeBron pass the ball to? when he's supposed to take the shot. Who did he try to get the ball
I mean,
to?
that's a regular season
He
game.
took
Man.
a shot.
Nah, he threw that shit to
Beverly
KCP.
blocked it.
Before that, no. Before that, he passed that shit to KCP. KCP said, "What the fuck, nigga? That's your shot." He threw it back to him and ran across the court. Yo, I swear y'all see that play or no? Because I seen it. He tossed it to KCP. KCP was like, "What the hell?"
He like,
He
this don't
was like,
belong to
"What the
me.
fuck? You have Patrick Beverly on you, nigga. Why you giving me the ball?" You get what I'm saying? LeBron gets nervous in certain situations.
Yeah,
Nigga, 38% from the
You can't be that
three-point
much
line.
nervous. You can't be that much nervous about to get your 4th title.
You gotta have that
man.
killer
It
instinct
sounds
too.
cool,
Look at
like-
Kobe. Look at Jordan. They had a killer instinct to just take it with no.
I mean, but sometimes Kobe's killer instinct work.
Bro, when I seen that play, it was so funny because that's why Patrick Beverly got that block too. He probably was nervous going into that jumper.
But,
Yeah.
but here's the thing, though. You can't, though.
You nigga
Y'all
talking
say
about regular
LeBron's not a
season.
killer. Y'all say LeBron James not a killer and all that stuff, but at the same time, he got 4 titles, man. Like you gotta have some type of killer ability in your game.
I mean,
bro.
I
Let's
just
just be
if
real.
you, if you
Bro,
don't
you
allow
can't make it
the
to
fourth
a
quarter,
game
you ain't
7
allow
of
the
all
fourth
time,
quarter.
man.
Hey, hold on. Let's
If
hear
you
from
ain't
let's hear from Hebrew and Iray A65 because they just jumped in the panel. I want to hear from them too.
Who you want to go first, Lamont?
Go ahead, Iray. You knew this is the first time I seen you in, so thanks for jumping in the live chat, man. Appreciate it.
Oh yeah, no pressure. Thank you for having me. Come check this out though. I'm trying to understand how people say LeBron not clutch when he got some of the most clutch performances of all time. Anybody y'all name ain't got a game like Game 5 against the Pistons. The last 29 points of your team 30. Going into overtime, man, the 4th quarter. Ain't nobody else done it. Ain't nobody else led a team from a 3-1 and you score like 130 points the last 3 games. Ain't nobody doing that. Ain't nobody led a 3-1 comeback and led both teams in every single statistical category. He done hit game winners. He got game winners when he was like 22. He was hit game winners against the Wizards. When Gilbert Arenas scored 60 damn near whenever. Then he turned around. He had a game winner over the Magic. Then he had a game winner in game 1 against the Pacers. He had a game winner in game 4 against the Bulls. How many game winners the man gotta have before y'all respect that he actually clutch?
He had the game
Being
winner.
more fearless don't mean you more clutch.
Who?
They want him to score
He done
100
made clutch
points and hit a half-court shot to win.
Hold on. First of all, I never said LeBron is not clutch. Let me put it
No.
If you
Listen, I
play
ain't saying
17
you.
years
I'm just
in the
saying
league,
general, right?
You got more clutch moments if you play that long.
yes. If you play
He got
17 years in the
clutch
league,
moments.
you bound to hit something. You have to.
Kobe got more
I'll
clutch.
say this
clutch
though.
shots than
Look
all
at
of them.
the percentage though. How you
Kobe
when
does
y'all
not-
be talking that
Kobe
shit. Look
done
at the
missed more than
percentage.
anybody, bro.
though.
Kobe,
Yeah,
Kobe like
Kobe
37 for
Exactly.
140, bro.
Exactly. But the point is, he talking about taking the clutch shot.
LeBron
But
takes
sometimes you
Kobe,
don't need to take them.
Kobe,
Sometimes
listen.
you need to pass.
Kobe always felt as though he the best player, and sometimes you're not the best player.
Right.
And sometimes
Right.
LeBron feel as though he's the best player, but a lot of times he feel as though he could get a better shot out of somebody else.
Let me ask you a question. If Kobe's so clutch, how you lose 3-1 in the second round, fam?
He
He
choked.
gave that shit
Hold on.
away.
He choked.
But that's
That
clutch.
don't mean he not
Yeah.
clutch.
That boy
Who
said,
is
That don't
that?
mean he
This
not
what I'm
clutch
saying.
that
because
boy
he
said,
choked.
"Oh, I wrote
But
Kobe
this
is
you
not
gotta use the same criteria for everybody though. You can't.
Hold
You
on,
can't.
hey Hebrew.
You can't say
Hebrew. Hey,
LeBron.
hold on. I got a question for you.
Go
So
ahead.
Kawhi Leonard is not clutch because he choked the 3-1.
To me, Kawhi Leonard is
fuck
clutch.
no.
I'm saying by
Boy, it
y'all
never was
logic.
like that."
No,
By
he's
y'all
clutch, but
logic,
he disappeared
LeBron
in
ain't clutch.
that series too. Huh?
No, this is what I'm saying. I
Kawhi,
never said LeBron not clutch. What I'm saying
no.
is,
Listen,
even
I'm
if a
saying
player
in
choke, that
general.
doesn't mean he's not clutch.
I
This is what I'm
agree.
saying in general.
That's
So what's
facts.
choking? So what's choking?
Yeah, he just
then?
had a bad moment in the clutch. In my opinion,
Damien,
I don't
LeBron
call
choked
it not clutch. I
2011.
say
That
he
don't
had
mean
a
he's not
bad
clutch.
moment.
He was clutch before 2011.
Damian Lillard went up against the Warriors and shit the bed, but that doesn't mean he not clutch.
Chill, man. Ain't nobody beating the Warriors. Ain't no other little backcourt like beating the
Come on,
Warriors.
Damian.
Like,
No, but Damian Lillard underplayed. There were so many games that were close. There were like 2 games that were close.
on his Steph and Clay name, man. They got a whole
Clutch
nother
has been making right plays, man. LeBron got
ball.
clutch blocks, he got clutch assists, he got clutch steals, he got clutch. Dude done did everything in the clutch from offense.
Yeah,
to defense.
LeBron is clutch, but
feel it, man.
yeah,
He
LeBron.
clutch, bro.
I disagree with anybody that say LeBron's not clutch. My only thing is I feel like he gets nervous in certain situations. You get what I'm
I
saying?
think. Oh yeah,
That's
yeah,
for
for sure. Listen, I
everyone.
think you lose.
I
I
feel like
think you
everyone
lose
gets nervous.
confidence in his mechanics. You
Because
know what I'm
hey,
saying? I think you lose
remember
confidence in a lot.
remember people used to criticize him when he was in Miami because he always used to pass out of clutch shots and pass it to Bosh in the corner or
But
shit like
but
that.
listen, that's
They
that's
just
what I'm
been
saying.
doing
That's a
that
myth.
shit the whole
Listen,
skip
hold
been
on, hear me out,
taking
hear
the
me out,
same
That's
shit for
because they're
right.
trying to
17
get an
years.
easier shot, a more high percentage
Hear me
shot.
out. Hear me out right quick. During his span with the Heat, bro, he had so many game winners one year when they won like 27 games in a row, and then he had game winners in the playoffs. Bro, the dude got so many game winners, it's ridiculous.
Okay,
But in
yo,
2018, he
hey
had like 3
Hebrew,
game winners.
hey Hebrew, by your standards, right? LeBron is not clutch then, because look what he did in 2011.
Oh,
That's what do you what?
oh, let
I
me
never
ask y'all.
said that
Hold on,
quality
I'm
not
gonna
clutch.
ask y'all bringing up a good topic. Y'all bringing up a good topic because we kind of touched on this
What?
yesterday. I'm gonna ask y'all this question. I'm gonna ask y'all this question because y'all touching on something we kind of touched on yesterday. And even with the clutch shots, this also brings up another situation. Why does it take a player like LeBron to have so many more clutch moments to be considered a clutch player on the level of Michael Jordan? Because
Jordan
again,
ain't logic.
Because
LeBron has
2011 has hurt him. His legacy.
because if you're
Hold on,
being
I'll finish what
honest,
he's saying.
if you're being honest about it, LeBron does have far more clutch moments in his career
Exactly,
than
LeBron.
Jordan.
Exactly, bro.
So why
Exactly.
you see what I'm saying? And I think there's a bit of a bias there once again, like we did with the
And more
championships.
pressure on each
Hey,
moment.
let me tell you something. Hey, let me say something. When like growing up, right? What we consider clutch most of the time is shooting a jumper. You get what I'm saying? So when people see jump shots, like
Oh
you
nah,
pulling up
I
from
don't agree
mid
with that.
range, pulling up from 3 and switching that shit and the buzzer go off. What's more impressive? Switching the shot, right? When the buzzer go off, or going and laying it up when the buzzer go off.
Right. What's more?
Okay,
Which
you're
one
talking
gives you
about
the
how
win?
sweet the jumper look. That's what I was
I'm
telling
just
the niggas
The
we was
jumper is
with.
just a
We weren't
flashier
talking about
clutch
how
moment.
sweet
It's
it
just
look.
exactly,
flashier.
We
bro.
just
Other
weren't
than
talking
that,
about
Exactly,
getting the
it's
exactly.
all
job
clutch.
done, though.
That
What
flashy
about
shit
getting the
catch
job
people's
done,
eyes.
man?
You get what I'm saying?
Oh,
Even though LeBron statistically is better than Jordan in the clutch, but people also will always put Jordan over LeBron in the clutch because
Right,
Jordan was
because I'm
flashier.
gonna tell you know
He,
why? Because the
Because
NBA
you see
made
how
that.
you know ain't no clutch
MJ's
jump
game
shot.
winners were
Listen,
flashier.
Hey,
Nobody want to see
that's
LeBron.
the
why?
power of the media,
What made?
baby.
Here's the thing: the NBA
That's the power
declared
of the
Michael
media.
Jordan as the clutchest player of all time, right? The NBA, I think, like declared him like he's the most clutchest person of all time. Michael Jordan, all these highlights, him, these clutch moments, whatever, right? But like Bill Russell, like player like Bill Russell, went to 10 game sevens and undefeated in all of them.
yeah,
And played
Bill
great in
had
all of them.
clutch rebounds and clutch blocks and stuff like.
But people
Don't worry
think,
about
hitting a jump shot in under like in last couple of seconds or whatever, or like whatever is like he's clutch. Like Michael Jordan's not the clutchest player ever. Is he super clutch? Yes, he is. But is he the most clutchest person ever? No.
We were saying this
You know what
earlier
I
though
mean?
that
But people see it that way because he was
I've seen
flashy
Paul
with it.
Pierce. I've seen Paul Pierce hit more clutch. Like I mean, like that's a whole different type of gene. That's a whole different type of thing. You know what I mean? That you can't even like teach or you know what I mean. It just is what it is.
It's like,
Like
hey, let me ask you a question. Like, that's what I'm saying about the Lamont thing. Like, you see Damian Lillard pull up from fucking 30 in Paul George's face. You get what I'm saying? Like, at the buzzer, and then you see LeBron drive to the rack and lay it up at the buzzer. Which one catches your eyes more? You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, the highlight plays is going to be uplifted more.
Okay,
exactly.
I
So
think it's the same.
people, so
LeBron James
yo,
got clutch
like,
that's what I'm
layups and
saying.
clutch jumpers.
yo, you could go
I'm
ask a
saying
12-year-old who was more clutch, Dame Lillard or LeBron. I bet you they
Oh yeah,
say Dame Lillard.
I can let LeBron just have clutch shots as well. Like I feel like he has more than Dame Lillard.
Yeah, the
Like,
Orlando
He can say the difficulty of the shot too.
Hold on, but even
I don't know who would say Lillard is more clutch than LeBron. I don't know who would say that.
Hold on, but even when LeBron has made clutch jumpers, like what I said before about his game, they all ugly.
Ugly.
And don't it, like Lillard did it and it looked beautiful. LeBron did that 3 against Orlando, it looked all out of whack.
Yeah, he looked like he looked like he was surprised he made it. He like, oh, I made that.
So
he looked surprised when he made that.
He like shooting them awkward ass shots.
Hey, Lamont, and that's why people put Jordan over Kareem as the GOAT, because Jordan is flashier. That's what catches people's eyes.
Yeah. The hook shot. Hey, why does nobody ever do the hook shot anymore? It's ugly. Nobody wants to do that. That's why. But it's the best, most effective move in
Hey,
NBA
Tim Duncan
history.
tried to do that in 2013.
Because they can't
But I'm
do it.
saying it's the
Anybody
most.
think Lillard is more clutch than LeBron? That's just foolishness. Because you also got to win the game and actually advance your team through the playoffs. How many times Damian Lillard been to the finals?
Bro, you're not
Clutch
getting the
ain't just
point.
hitting the
We
shot.
know
Clutch
you're
is
not
more
getting
than
the
just hitting
point
the
though.
shot, bro.
You're
We
not
all on
getting
the
the
same
point. We all
page.
admitting that LeBron is clutch,
Yeah.
but we just saying people don't see him as clutch as MJ because MJ was more flashier. That's what catches your eyes. That's what you remember more.
Hey,
No, I was responding to somebody saying you can ask somebody and they'll say Damian Lillard.
Everybody
is more clutch
remember.
than
Hey,
LeBron.
everybody remembers that shot in '98, right?
Yeah.
Everybody talks about that shot, but when somebody asks you what's a clutch LeBron jump shot,
Yeah,
like it's kind of hard to think about.
I will say this
Not
about
really,
LeBron
if you know
though.
basketball, I could say like 3 off the top of my head of
Because you're a
LeBron.
LeBron fan. Anybody that's not even people that are not MJ fans know that shot in '98. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, word.
Hold on, let's hear.
Hold on,
Let's hear from CA3 Sports Talk. He just jumped in. I want to hear what he got to say about this.
Yeah, I feel I'm tired of hearing LeBron does not have the killer instinct. He's not as clutch as Jordan. I feel like that's such a huge misconception because not only has LeBron statistically, not only has LeBron hit more game-winning shots than Michael Jordan, he's hit more game-winning shots and more go-ahead game-winning shots than Michael Jordan even at a higher clip, and he has a better clutch rating than Jordan. That's why I don't understand why people say that LeBron has had the killer instinct. It may not be the most prettiest thing, but statistically, LeBron is still a very clutch player and one of the most clutchest players of all time. So I just don't understand why people take that away from him. That's a problem I have with the argument.
I want to answer somebody in the comment section. G-Man, you said because the media shows that Jordan shot over and over. Exactly. They're not going to show that LeBron shit because that shit's ugly. Nobody want to see that.
We never see the Orlando shot. You never see it. Or the Pacers shot.
The Pacers layup. Yep.
We don't see it.
That was clutch.
Hey, Lamont.
We want to see somebody get crossed up.
People kind of use as a detractor is actually that layup. People will actually make
arguments
that because he just gets layups, it's supposed to be a detractor. If he's not a great shooter, he gets high percentage layups. Why not go for the layups? Like that Pacers one should be remembered. Because the big knock was that he don't want to go to the foul line, and he still drove it when he had to, and he lost his footing.
Right.
I mean, look at
he runs from the free throw line, yet he goes to the hoop for the game.
Yeah. Like, he's so underrated as a clutch player.
And plus, if we're looking at it, even though it was in a losing effort, that 2018 playoff run was very iconic. It's just that he ran into the Warriors because he had a boatload of buzzer beaters, and he was going crazy with that team.
Hey, honestly, I think those clutch statistics, I feel like it's skewed. Like, cause I remember the last game of the in the regular season before they shut down for the bubble. I remember LeBron trying to go for a game winner against the Nets, and he blew a wide open layup. I'm pretty sure that shit's not in the statistics of the go ahead game winners.
But I think that's just
this is exactly why. This is exactly
that's going in for the regular season.
When Jordan was playing, we didn't have this 24-hour media session where we would break down every single regular season in October when it's raining on a Tuesday when he missed a game winner. But with LeBron, it's every single game he misses in a clutch in a regular season game. He's not clutch anymore.
Yeah, but I feel like LeBron.
They comparing LeBron clutch moments to Jordan clutch moments in the playoffs. They don't talk about the regular season too much, but the game buzzer beaters, that's about the playoffs. And that's what people try to bring up the most, like, oh, he ain't clutch when it matters. And in the playoffs, that's when it matters.
And Michael Jordan has missed shots in the playoffs.
But LeBron has more game-winning shots in the playoffs than Jordan, actually. But anyway.
And you know one big factor? Hey, one big
game winners and more buzzer beaters, more go-ahead buckets.
He has more buzzer beaters and more go-ahead buckets than Jordan in the playoffs.
Exactly.
So would you okay? So would you choose LeBron to take the shot over Jordan?
I mean, yeah. I mean, if we go by statistically, yeah, I am.
So by statistics, not the eye test.
Well, hold on.
I don't know.
That's not a fair question because that's not a fair question because there are a lot of players that aren't even as great as Jordan. Like I always use the example, Joe Johnson.
Yep.
I can put him on. I can put him on any team, and he'll be the number one go-to clutch option if I need a last-second shot. That's not fair.
Hey, even Kyrie is underrated, yo.
I put Paul Pierce in that conversation. Listen, I put my ball in Paul Pierce's hands.
He might hit that. He might hit the side of the backboard. I don't know.
I put Ray Allen in that.
Yeah,
There's
Ray
plenty of
Allen.
players
Hey,
that's a
hey,
better
that's what I was
shooter
arguing,
that
bro.
you would
Ray
think
Allen.
you'd give him that clutch shot.
Hey, and you know something though, people. I feel like people saw LeBron miss that clunk that 3 too, and then get saved, so they use that against them too. You get me?
People
Like
say
if you
Curry's
hit the
not clutch as well.
3-pointer, MJ not a great 3-point shooter, but he gonna hit that mid range. You know, majority of the time that's cash money.
Yeah.
Yeah, statistically, you want Kerr to take that
But
shot over Jordan.
right, that's what I'm saying. And if you look at the statistics, when you look at MJ from the 3-point line, majority of the time he might break that motherfucker.
Hey, but the thing is, LeBron's game is so ugly. Like, you get what I'm saying? It's like,
while we on that topic, this is a good question because I see the comment on the screen. I'm gonna ask y'all a question. This is a legitimate question. Do you think because of how I would say not flashy or ugly Tim Duncan's game was, that's why we don't consider him over Kobe Bryant? Because he could easily have a case to be ranked better than Kobe.
He has a better career. Yes, he has a better career.
I have him over Kobe.
Hey,
I got
Lamont.
him higher than Kobe.
I got him and Shaq ranked ahead of Kobe. To be honest,
Lamont, let me say something.
Kobe in my top 10 though. And I'm a Lakers fan.
Overall, big men never get their credit. We always gonna put the guards and forwards over them.
Yeah. They had the ball more. They have the ball more.
Tim Duncan nearly
I
had
think he was a better leader than Kobe.
But I will say this though about Tim.
Exactly.
Though. People, the flashy thing does come into play with the Kobe Tim because Kobe's game is just so flashy. But when you really break it down career wise, Tim was at a peak way longer than Kobe.
He had a better career.
Way more MVPs, way more fun. You know what I mean? Yeah, exactly.
That's just like yesterday when I
the
told
same
you
arguments people use to
I
detract
believe
LeBron
LeBron's a
from
better
Jordan,
player, but I got
you can use
MJ
that
right
for Tim
ahead of him.
against Kobe at the end of the day if you want to get technical.
Can I ask you guys a question? Who was the best player in the 2000s?
Ooh.
That's probably between Kobe and Duncan.
Oh yeah.
I
I would
think
actually say that's tough
I
because
think
Shaq was
Kobe's
good for like
Shaq had a
3
good.
years.
Shaq had a good like
Shaq
4
had an
years.
early
Four or
Shaq
5
had a
years.
run in the early 2000s.
I would,
5 years.
I would say
Man,
either Tim or
Shaq
When you
ran
say,
the
bro,
league all
when
the
you
way up
say
to
the
like
2000, when he
2006.
says the 2000s, he's talking about 2000 to 2009 or 10, right?
Yeah,
10,
Tim Duncan.
Yeah, so it's
2010,
Kobe
yeah.
and
I say
Duncan.
Tim.
Shaq had that like 6 years, man.
Yeah, and if you give it to Tim, why don't more people have Tim ranked higher than Kobe in their rankings? That's what's so strange.
Since his game is boring. That's why he had a boring game.
Hey, Lamar, you know something?
He played for the Spurs. He played for the Spurs. He's quiet. I mean,
I feel like not a lot of people
Hey, the
saw
best
Duncan
explanation,
And
Tim
Lamont.
was pretty much on the Patriots version of the NBA team. It was just a
Yeah, what up?
all that.
Yeah, he was born into a dynasty. I can't lie.
If Ray
I feel
Allen, and
Kobe.
people talk about that Ray Allen shot all the time, and they talk about LeBron would be 2 and 7 or whatever he would be. But if let's say Ray Allen missed that shot, Tim Duncan would be 6 and 0 in the NBA Finals.
Yeah.
If he missed that shot,
Right.
and he still won next year, he'd be 6.
And they still want to compare him to Jordan.
Yeah, they wouldn't know. They wouldn't
Yo,
compare
that's
him
a
to
very
Jordan.
interesting
they don't even
point.
do it now. They don't. They look you crazy.
Still
People,
comparing to
people,
Jordan.
people look you crazy
And he's
now.
the
saying
best
that
at his
Duncan better than
position.
Kobe.
He's the best power
That's what y'all
forward.
don't understand.
I did not think of that.
Nobody's gonna put a big man. Nobody's gonna put a
that's
big
his
man
only loss
over
in the
forward
finals.
or guard. They are not as flashy. That's what it's all about. The eye
And
test.
they don't have
It's
the
all
ball in
about
their
what
hand.
comes to
Somebody had to put the ball in their hand to go to work. So a lot of times you got these flashy players that's
It's
making
like,
their
yo,
own
I feel like,
plays.
and a lot of people shit on Shaq because they say all he did was catch the ball deep and dunk. You get what I'm saying? So they kind of diminish his skills. They say, oh, Shaq had no skills because all you had to do was dunk near the basket.
I mean, you got to stop it though. If you can't stop it, you can't blame him. That's his advantage.
That's the hook shot. That's where Kareem gets.
He comes
that's where
from
he
a
gets
big man
diminished.
era.
Kareem gets diminished because of the hook shot.
When did we become
a big man era.
Like a God loving? Like I don't understand.
Oh, because everybody want to see
Lamont, who
somebody
you got? Who
cross
you got
somebody and
over?
shoot.
You got Kobe or Tim Duncan over each other?
No, but hold on. But even in my list, even in my top 10 list, now that I think about it, I have Kobe over Tim Duncan, but I have to rethink it because when I look at it, when I really think of it, I think I even fell into that bias of, man, his game looked better. It was prettier. It was more flashy. So I got certain guys ranked higher. Again, like True to King talks, this is why Bill Russell fell out of people's top 5. This is why Kareem is dropping. Kareem used to be everybody's GOAT. This is why he's down to like 6 and 7 and 8. Because again,
you got people saying Shaq. You got people saying Shaq better than Kareem.
That's
He
tough.
got 6 MVPs, the record, and people got him 6 and 7. Oh my god, crazy.
You got people saying Shaq better than Kareem. That's
I
what
feel like
I'm talking
Duncan
about.
is super underrated. Super underrated, bro. Even
Yeah,
his
he is
IQ,
underrated.
even
You
when he was
could put
older,
Tim Duncan. Listen,
when he
you
was
could.
older, with the Spurs, he was still great because of his IQ. Like
He was a beast, like coming into the
I
NBA
heard.
too.
I remember, man. At my job, man, one dude said Tim Duncan the GOAT. Like he was
Hey, Tim
like
Duncan is definitely like top 6 to
I
me.
mean,
he
his
was hard.
career,
it's
his
hard to
career
argue that.
speaks for itself, though. That's
It's
that's the
hard to
thing.
argue.
It's the flash, man.
Like the
A
dude
lot of
came in,
people
hey, he
become
came in the
biased.
league. He came
I
in the league just
mean,
like Magic.
Duncan
He
one
wasn't
of the best.
power forward of all time.
Duncan one of the best defensive big men of all
He's
time.
the
Like,
best
he
at
can
his
score.
position.
The best
If you
ever
look at
to
everybody,
play
if you
the
look at
game.
all the top positions, top 5, you got Magic as the point guard,
Duncan the
Tim
best
Duncan
player
at the
ever.
power forward, the shooting guard would be Jordan. Then you can say the best small forward would be probably LeBron.
Yeah, Duncan the
Then
best
the
player
center would be
ever.
Kareem.
Duncan the best
That'll be
player
your
ever
top 5 right
besides.
there.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Duncan
that's
the best
fair.
player. Duncan the best player ever besides, of course, Bill Russell. Does not have not won the Defensive Player of the Year award.
I didn't
Like
even know
it's
Bill
a
That shit
never
wasn't
get
even
that.
out back then, though.
Yo,
yeah. That's what
I'm
I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like, but like Duncan, it's a
And in
shame that Duncan
Kareem's
never got
prime,
that
they didn't have
award.
the defensive player of the year.
I feel like Bill Russell's
Right, they ain't had that
underrated.
award back
Hey,
in
hey,
them
hey,
days.
hey, hold on.
When Kareem
Let's
did-
touch on that Bill Russell thing.
Didn't have
Because
to.
Bill
I
Russell
agree.
had Wilt on lock in the finals, and Wilt was averaging like 50 points. So his defense must have been great.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
he had
can't
to
rank
like.
any lower.
He was dominant
Kareem. What the heck?
defensively.
Hey,
He was dominant.
Yeah,
so
He
what
was
you saying?
dominant offensively.
Bill Russell got the all-time leader
No,
defensive win
bro.
shares.
Hold on. Somebody said
I
Bill
think he got
Russell.
100.
Hold on. Somebody said Bill Russell is overrated. I want them to speak on it. Whoever said that, speak on
That's
it.
what we talk about with disrespect. Like, how you gonna say that? The man's an all-time leader in defensive win shares. 100, I think like
No, because
133.
whoever said that, whoever said Bill Russell is overrated, I agree with you, bro. I agree with you.
Wow.
Overrated.
I
Look
think
at
Bill Russell
MVP named
overrated.
this man.
They would say that
Hold
because
on,
offensive,
Lamont.
his
Hold on.
offensive
The
game.
same people that say Bill Russell
championship.
overrated and stuff like that, they still want to talk about how Wilt dominated him or whatever. But if they say Bill is overrated because of the era he played in, then why do they overrate Wilt Chamberlain's numbers in that era? But they want to talk about him though. He don't talk about all the numbers he put up.
Hey,
But
listen.
they play both
You know
sides.
why? You know why people put Bill over Bill? Because they played in the same era, basically, right? And look at Wilt's number and look at Bill's numbers.
Well,
Yeah, but hold on. But do you
doesn't
play for number or winning? Because I think
Right. Okay, Lamont, let me kill that right fast. Look at
Yeah.
Bill's team and look at Will's team.
That's not. Here's the thing.
All right,
Bill
now
Russell
look,
team.
that's the argument. That
Hold
y'all
up.
be
Hold
making.
up. I'm gonna answer that. I'm gonna answer that. Listen, I'm gonna keep saying this. Hold up. Because I'm gonna keep ethering people for keep saying this every single time. Whoever, it don't matter who's on your team, you still gotta execute. And and speaking on the Boston Celtics, they had Hall of Famers before Bill Russell got there. They wasn't winning. And after he left, they didn't win till like how many years? I think 4 years, 5, 6 years, something like that.
Yeah, in the 70s.
And they missed the playoffs the next year.
Don't have a check
in 2 years, and they had Hall of Famers on that team. Bill Russell said he made. Listen, Bill, you can ask anybody who was on them Celtics team. They say Bill Russell was the best player on that team. Point blank. Period.
Oh, think about it. Wilt Chamberlain. He underplayed in the finals. If you see the stats.
Wilt Chamberlain was selfish. I'm
was
gonna tell you what Wilt Chamberlain. You know, Wilt Chamberlain was selfish. Only cared about himself. He used to cuss his teammates out for missing shots and everything. He held his
started
teammates
winning
back.
more when they told him to play make.
He's right. Then he went back to being selfish. That's why, if you notice, he only got one championship in his prime.
Hey,
because then Bill Russell sacrificed his numbers for winning. That's just the fact. He played for his straight. Listen, it's all about the team game. Bill Russell showed the formula how to win at a high level as a team player. He's shown the formula how to win. So what you see Michael Jordan doing, what you see LeBron James doing, and all the great players that won, Bill Russell had that formula. Listen, you gotta sacrifice to help you win the game at the end of the day. You can't just beat. You need.
You do know you're lying,
help.
right? You do know you're lying, right?
How I'm lying?
You said.
Please explain.
You said Boston wasn't winning when Bill Russell left, which is a lie.
I said. I said how long did Bill Russell? Hold on. How long did the Celtics win a championship before Bill Russell left? And they missed the playoff like 2 years after he left. So what are you talking about?
No.
I didn't lie.
You said they didn't win.
No, he always.
No, I didn't say that. I said
he's talking about championships. Championships. I think.
You said they didn't win, but when Bill Russell was the coach, they won. When he wasn't a player.
I think he talking about
He did
championships.
play. Hold on. See, I'm now about to. You don't know what you're talking about. See, you gotta know. You see. Bill Russell was playing and the coach at the same time. You didn't know
That's
that,
not
right? He was the
true.
first.
That's not
He
true.
was.
Yes,
It is true. It is
Yes, he
true.
was.
Go look it up. He played.
He was coaching in the
and coached at the
60s.
same
He
time.
played and coached. Right. But when they
The
won the
last 2 years,
championship,
hold on. The last 3 years, and he played
Same
for the
thing
Celtics. He
LeBron doing
coached.
right now.
He coached and played at the same time. Matter of fact, if you didn't know this, Bill Russell was the first ever black coach
LeBron coaching
in
on
U.S.
the court.
sports in U.S. sports history.
That's crazy.
You didn't know that, didn't you?
when did Bill Russell retire?
69, I think.
Like,
I think 69,
69,
69, right?
69.
Yeah, 69. Yeah. That was the last
He retired
one.
69. Well, guess what? Boston won 74.
Yeah,
He
How
said
long
that.
was
That's
that?
what he
How
said.
long exactly?
He
I
said
said they
that.
didn't
He
win
said
like
that.
4. That's what I said. They didn't win like
He
a 4
said
years,
that.
and they missed a playoff. And they missed a playoff like the next year. I said exactly what I said.
Hold on. Hold on. Boston also lost with Bill Russell. So what you trying to say?
One time. He
Oh,
left
now
one
it's just
NBA
one
finals.
time. Now it's just one time.
do.
Now they
Whoop de
won
do.
last
11 and
season. That's
1.
one
11
time.
and 1. 11 and 1.
But
Yeah,
you
but
was
he's
out
at
here.
another
But you was
11.
out here saying without Bill, when they didn't have Bill Russell, they didn't win. When they had
He
Bill
didn't
Russell,
say
they
that.
won everything. And when
I don't know.
without Bill
He
Russell,
didn't
they
say
didn't
that.
win.
He explained
How
everything.
long? But hold on. How long did it took them to win? Okay, so you keep see. You trying to make it seem like he was on like a KD situation, which it
No, bro.
wasn't a
I'm
KD.
just saying. I'm just saying. You
Answer
had
this,
some
but this is a
inaccuracies.
fact. This is a fact. Listen, the Boston Celtics started winning when Bill Russell was there, right or wrong. That's a fact.
Right.
You could
You
say
can't
that. You
argue
could
that.
say that. But guess what?
Yeah,
though?
you can't. It's a fact. You can't say it's a fact.
Okay. Listen.
How long did it take him to win?
Listen.
You
Hey.
said
First of
74,
all.
right?
First of all. Where'd you rank Bill Russell?
Number 3.
You rank. Okay. So a 6'9" center that never shot over 50% in a weak ass era that Wilt was dropping 100.
So Jordan, answer
averaging
this question.
50
If
a
you want to
game.
nitpick like that, hold up.
No,
If
it's
you want
not
to nitpick
nitpicking.
like
It's
that, it
straight
is
facts.
nitpicking.
How could you put somebody top 3 when they never shot 50% as a center in their career?
That's not the whole thing
Because
though.
he
So
wasn't an offensive player.
He wasn't.
So
Okay.
look at
So now we
assist
bigging up
numbers.
just defensive
Hold up,
players
hold
that
up,
can't
hold
score.
up,
That's
hold
what
up.
we doing.
That's okay.
We
Answer
bigging
this
up
question.
defensive players that can't score, but y'all shit on
Who?
Draymond Green. What sense
Hold
does that
up,
make?
hold up. First of all, look how many points he averaged. How many? Like let's keep it all the way real. Look how many points he averaged. And second of all, who you think is the GOAT? You got Michael Jordan as the GOAT, right?
Yeah, go ahead.
So Michael Jordan was a below average 3-point shooter, but he's a shooting guard. So what's your point? What's your point with that?
What sense does that make? He was a below average.
You sit here and criticize a Bill Russell for being 6'9" and
Okay,
shooting,
and my point is Bill Russell was below average on anywhere in the court. The fuck you
how
mean?
is he below? How is he below average when he's arguably the greatest defensive player of all time?
I mean, offensively, he was below average on any spot on the court.
How was he below average offensively? Okay, how is he below average offensively?
Because he's a center shooting low 40%. That's below average, bro. For a center?
For a center, yeah.
Yes.
I mean, that's why people knock Bill Russell because of that. His offense is.
Yeah, I actually agree. Like how you shoot 40% as a center.
Yeah. Come on now, you can't.
That's why he get a lot of
no
knocks.
excuse in the world.
Hold up. So that's everything in the game. So everybody gotta be perfect.
No, for a top 3 player, you gotta be up there. You can't be shooting 40%.
You can't. So Jordan being a below average 3-point shooter, that doesn't mean anything.
Jordan was a below average 3-point shooter in the era that they didn't really shoot threes.
That's not. Oh wait, so why Larry Bird was?
Yes,
was
they
a 50,
did.
40, 90?
Why
Larry Bird was a 50, 40, 90 dude then? So
Larry Bird was
don't move the
goalposts.
goalposts.
If you're a great shooter, of course you're gonna shoot them.
But you just said that. You said that. But you said in the era.
My point is that Bill Russell had a whole weakness on the offensive side of the ball.
MJ was a great shooter.
He averaged 50. How you had a weakness? How you had a weakness in the game? You averaged 15 points in your career.
That's bad for a top 3 player. 15 points on 40%, bro. You can't defend.
So okay, answer this question. So he averaged also 20 rebounds a game and 4.7 assists. So talk about all that also.
Okay, he averaged.
If you want to sit here and say
hold on.
That's because as he got older, his numbers went down.
No, nigga.
Exactly.
At the start of his career, he was still shooting 40%. He never shot 50%.
How many? Hold on.
I'm talking about
centers?
wise.
How many centers average 4.3 assists a game?
There are centers that average more than that.
Give me the names.
There's a bunch of Wilt average more than 4.3 assists.
Please, you name me one. You name me one dude. You name me one of the.
Nikola Jokic now is averaging more than 4 point something assists.
No,
That's
you
his
can't
biggest
name me. Name
competition
me
at the
10.
position.
Name
He's
me
starting out
10.
bad.
Oh,
Name
He's
now
me
making
name
that
him
10.
average.
10. Oh,
Hold
now
on.
name him
Name me
10.
10.
Well, guess
Name
what?
me 10
Guess
that
what? Guess
average
what?
more assists than
I'm
Bill
not. Hey,
Russell.
I'm not even gonna answer that because that's stupid.
Okay, then. You
Name
can't.
me
Come
10.
on,
Hey,
yo.
hey, 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 hey.
You gonna sit here and
Listen,
nitpick stats?
listen,
Listen, you
listen.
want to talk about stats? We talk about stats.
Listen, bro. No. Nigga, look at what you asking. Name you 10 centers that average 4 point something assists. Like
Or more. Or
it's
more.
impressive. That's not. I'm not even
How
gonna
that's
go into
not
But name
impressive?
the
detail.
How
ones
that's
in
not
that era.
impressive?
Don't name the ones in this era because the centers is way different from that era back then. They way more skilled than them centers back
Now it's
then.
different from that era. See how
He
y'all
can name.
goalpost
Listen, he
moving?
can name. Listen,
I'm
listen,
talking about the
listen.
big men.
Hey, see
The
how
big
y'all
men.
goalpost moving? Oh, hold on.
I'm not
I'm
moving.
gonna
No,
ask
you
you.
Whoa,
can
how is the
name me.
goalpost
Name
move?
me 10.
I'm
Just
gonna
Listen,
ask
name
you
listen.
a
me. Just
question.
name
All right,
me
listen.
10.
Hold on.
Just
But you
name
just
me
said
I'm
that.
gonna
10.
show you how I'm
But
not
you just
moving
said
the
that.
goalposts.
Michael
How
Jordan's
many
era was
centers shooting
really.
threes back then?
Yeah.
Hold on. Hey, you know how y'all goalpost moving? Because the whole thing was about Bill Russell being ass as fuck on offense, shooting 40% as a center.
How you
Now y'all
ask you
talking about
averaging
assists.
15 points?
Y'all talking about
How
this.
And
you
what was he
how
on
you
defense?
ask
I ain't talking about the percentage. I
what?
ain't even a
First of
Celtics fan. So
listen.
I'll let y'all rock on that.
First of all, you talk about his defense too. If you want to sit here and
Bro,
nitpick, talk
you
about his strengths
over here
also.
defending the fucking center that averaged 12 points and shot 41% from the
I'm a
field
Lakers
in
And
the
fan. I ain't
Jordan
never
was
season.
a
like ball.
below
That's
average
garbage as fuck, nigga.
on the
If
court.
you playing,
Hold on. You can say the same thing about Michael. He didn't guard very good shooting guards.
Exactly.
Hold on. If a
As a matter of
center,
fact, Bill Russell
hey,
guarded more competition than
let's
Michael Jordan
bro,
did in the 90s.
no.
That's a fact.
Don't move
That's
the
a
shit.
fact.
We talking about his field goal, right? We was on that. And let me tell you something. Yo, y'all be
I
real. Y'all
don't
keep it real.
I have no excuse for
I
that.
said Bill Russell didn't have 5
Everybody on this panel, keep it real. If a center scored 12 points in the season and shot 41% from the field, what would y'all say? Y'all would be making fun of him. Facts
Right,
or no?
but here's the thing. You gotta put it in context. He also his main job was defense and rebounding. Making his other teammates involved.
Okay, so his main job. So the criteria is Bill Russell was a defensive player and he was kind of challenged on the offensive end, right? In my opinion,
You do realize he has like 30-point games too. Like he
bro, I
scored
don't care
in
about
clutch
that.
moments, right?
I don't care
Go look
about
at his
that. That's
game.
not what we
Listen,
talking about.
listen.
Hey, hold up.
Go ahead. What you got to say?
Yeah. I ain't gonna lie, you ain't getting all them chips being a bum though.
The thing is, I don't
Bro,
really.
you know why he got them chips? Because he also had help. He didn't do because let me tell you
So
something.
what player didn't have help?
Let me tell you something. Nobody is winning 11 rings, averaging 14%, and shooting averaging 14
That wasn't
points and
his
shooting
job to score.
41%.
You do realize
he's a defensive anchor on the team.
Okay, so that's my point. So do you agree with me? Bill Russell was a great defender and lacked offense, right?
Hold up. His deep. Listen. You do realize
why can't you just say yes, bro? The fact is right in your face.
Hold up. He was a great. Hold up. But you want to talk about? I said offense. I said he was a great passer also for the big man. You gonna sit there and dismiss that? That's offense, right?
Yeah.
What'd you say? You said his assist.
So you could say he wasn't a great scorer, but he had offense.
Yeah, that was he had offense.
Okay,
you do realize? Hold up. You do realize he revolutionized the outlet pass, right?
Bro, you just
the
moving
fast break.
shit
You do
now.
realize
You don't care what
fast
you
break.
talking about one subject. So let me tell you something. You know who
you nitpicking off one subject though.
Hey,
we're talking about an all-round game.
No, you put him in top 3, and I was telling you my problem with that, and that's what I'm trying to get across.
But my thing, you said field goal percentage, and I said Jordan was a below 3-pointer. So what are you saying?
Listen, right? So you believe that a player that averaged 15 points, I give you the rebounds. He's supposed to get the rebounds. He's a center, right? Just like a center is supposed to shoot high in the paint, right? But he failed to do that. And also it was a weak error. And he couldn't even
weak error.
Bro,
I was a weak error.
You can't say that though.
I was a weak error.
That's a weak error.
Hold on. When Bill Russell was playing in the 60s with most of the great players on his team, winning 11 rings, that's not a weak error. You say the 90s is watered down, but you're gonna say
Jerry West. I'm gonna tell you why.
I'm
gonna tell you why you can't say it's a weak error because people in that era that played won't say that's a weak error.
Bro, you saying the 50s and the 60s was not a weak era, but y'all say the 90s is a weak era?
That was a weak.
What sense does that make?
Hold on. We don't say the 90s is weak.
Whoever said the 90s was a weak era?
Yeah, we don't say the 90s is weak. Yeah, we don't say that.
Okay. So Lamont, you never said the
I
90s
say the
was watered
90s
down.
weaker than
No,
the 80s.
hold on. The
Thanks.
watered down and being weak are two different things. Watered
Exactly.
down means they had a lot of talent, but they stretched it too thin with 6 expansion teams. That's
Yeah.
all they did.
Expansion teams.
They stretched it too thin.
Hold on.
They stretched-
Hold on. So a lot of people not say the 90s. I mean the 60s and the 50s were weak. Or I'm just
Compared
making
to
it up.
this era.
I'm just
The
making
niggas
it up.
in the 90s too.
Yeah, and they're wrong for that.
They're wrong for that. Okay.
No, I'm saying they shit on all of the
Lamont,
all of the generations.
Lamont, I'm gonna ask you this.
Yeah, what
All
up?
the eras of basketball that we've seen, right? What era would you think somebody will win 11 championships? Like 11. They won like.
How many, and you got to think
Hold on,
about the teams in that time too.
Hold on.
How many teams?
Same thing about this shit.
But look, here it is.
No, it was only 8 teams back then.
That's what I'm saying. So the opportunity to win more championships was there in that era because there were fewer teams. But at the same time, I still got to give them credit for having a reign of dominance in his own era. It's still not easy to
You got to
do.
play the best people every night.
Hold on. Was Bill Russell the best player in this era?
Yes, he was.
Yeah.
Bill
Right.
Russell was better. Hold on. So
Until
Bill
he
Russell was
flamed
better.
out.
Bill Russell was better than Will Chamberlain, right?
Yes, he was.
Yes, he is.
He beat him.
What's the excuse that Bill Russell was better than Will?
What do you mean? He was a better team player. He was a better team leader,
right? Because he got ranks, right?
No, because he know how he made his teammates better and he knew how to win. That's why he wasn't selfish, and he wasn't selfish.
Hold on. So you telling me Bill Russell was a better player than Wilt Chamberlain because what? He was a better team player.
Right.
That's what we saying
means
now.
a lot.
Okay.
That means a lot.
Throughout his career.
That means a lot.
Not throughout his career.
Okay. Hold on.
Not
don't
throughout
mean
his
nothing
career.
now. That don't mean nothing now.
Okay, so we could say James. You trying to tell me Jimmy Butler's a better player than James Harden because Jimmy Butler's a better team player?
People argue that all the time.
Yeah, you can make that
people
argument.
argue that.
You can make that argument because again, a lot of people say they have to diminish a guy like Russell Westbrook who can put up all the stats, but he's not much of a winner as like a Klay Thompson.
Nobody rated Westbrook that high to begin with.
He was MVP of the league.
Hey, I just want to know. I just want to say
higher than James
some
Harden.
people. Hey, y'all sound like y'all capping real heavy. So you telling me Bill Russell was a better player than Will Chamberlain?
Not through his whole career.
You do hold on. You do realize Will Chamberlain looked up to Bill Russell, right?
Who cares who he looked up to?
His own words said he's idolized.
Did he have a few years he was better? Yeah.
Yo, it's so funny because you could go look at Will Chamberlain's numbers and look at Bill Russell's numbers, and nobody in hell would say fucking Bill Russell was better than Will Chamberlain, bro.
I mean,
first of all,
That's the same shit y'all do with LeBron.
No. Hold on, Iron. Watch this. Now, if you do a blind test and you put LeBron's numbers next to Jordan's numbers, then why would you say Jordan's better than LeBron? Because LeBron's numbers are better.
No sense.
LeBron's numbers are better.
No, Lamar, you're not gonna get that. You could say LeBron and Jordan's numbers are close.
No, they're not close.
No,
they're not close.
Happened, nigga. So you gonna tell me
They're not close. They're not close.
Jordan averaged 30 points, nigga. Jordan averaged 30 points in his career. LeBron averaged less.
Jacking up like what he jacked like 30 shots a game.
Nah, bro. Nah, he tried to do a quick one. Nah, that's not gonna fly.
LeBron's numbers are far better across the board.
Okay, you go look at their career averages, right?
Listen, you can do everything. You can combine everything.
Okay, Lamont. Argument against Brian, man.
Hey, Lamont, you look
all
at
you can say is he's a better scorer.
Listen. You look at their points, you look at their assists, all of that, right? They field goal percentage. At least you could say it's closer. You go look at Wilt Chamberlain and
Bill Russell.
Close. Hold on. You're not making no sense,
bro. Why y'all niggas moving this shit?
No, you moving it. You moving it. You just moved it. You say
close. You talking about a comparison to
Will. LeBron almost averaging a triple double, but you're saying it's close. What are you talking about?
He's saying close your eyes. You don't know the two players. You look at their numbers.
And you will say LeBron. You will say LeBron. Listen. I think Jordan better than LeBron. You're not going to tell me. And I think Jordan better than LeBron, but you're not going to tell me if I look at the numbers. I say, come on, stop it, dude. Stop it. You're capping right now.
And if we're going by the numbers,
hey, True to King, I'm gonna ask you this question. So, do you think LeBron is better than Michael Jordan?
No.
Okay,
When you
then.
said,
Okay,
no,
then,
but that's
nigga.
not the question. That wasn't the
Okay,
question.
then.
That
Okay,
wasn't
then.
the
You got.
question.
Hey.
No, but you
That
were
wasn't
trying
the
to use
question.
numbers to say Wilt was better than Russell.
He is. Because the
Hold
numbers
up.
is nowhere near close. You can't even make the
what numbers?
argument.
You know
can't make
what's
the
funny?
argument looking at the numbers.
Iron. You know what's funny? Jordan only averaged 5.3 assists. Bill Russell averaged 4.3.
Bro,
and he's a center.
Listen. We're not
And he's a
comparing
center.
Jordan to Bill Russell. We
And
talking
he's
about
a center. And he's a center.
Bro, we talking about Wilt.
Why is a center why you only average one more assist
bro,
over a
we
center?
talking about
See,
Wilt.
that's why I said the argument y'all make for other players go against other players that y'all root for.
Listen. We talking about Wilt. We talking about Wilt and Bill Russell, right?
No, I'm just bringing the numbers out there.
Trying to
You being
avoid,
inconsistent.
you trying to let me talk. Listen, you look at their numbers. Wilt knocks Bill out the park.
It's not all about
LeBron
numbers.
does not knock Jordan out the park.
Hold on.
That's my
Who the best
point.
point guard in the league? Who the best point guard in the league?
Who the best point guard in the league? Curry probably. Curry.
But why you don't got Westbrook in the league? You looking at numbers?
Because Curry got way better numbers.
No, he don't. Oh, I'm
Go
done,
look at
yo.
their field goals.
No, he don't. No, he
Go look at
don't.
their
No,
field
he
goal.
don't.
Go
I'm
look at their
done.
field goal percentages.
Yo, you gotta get packed up, man. You are like, you like, you got yo, Byron, yo,
Right
you
here.
trolling, yo. You hear, y'all hear this though,
Lamar, where you
right?
get the
Y'all
dude from?
hear
Was
this,
he
right?
from Tickets channel?
Hold on. So you gonna say no? Listen, you gonna say
you didn't make no sense right there, yo. You really didn't make no sense.
Listen. It's not way better, but what I'm trying to say is Steph Curry numbers are better than Westbrook's. No,
it's not. It's not though.
It's not. Iron, listen. So are you taking Damian Lillard or Isaiah Thomas?
Yo, I'm fucking. Hold on. So we really gonna sit here and say Steph Curry does not shoot better than Russell Westbrook?
We didn't say that. You trying to move the goalpost. You're moving the goalpost.
Who has better overall numbers?
Your argument is the numbers.
Okay. So what you trying to tell me is you comparing their career, the career average.
Who has better overall numbers though?
I said who put up better numbers. That man Westbrook. That man Westbrook put up.
Hold on, you trying to compare their
about
career?
the triple-double stats.
Hey,
you just tied to the shooting.
You trying to compare their career averages, right?
Yeah,
shit. Kyle Korver's a better 3-point shooter than
LeBron. And his numbers, and Westbrook numbers
are better overall.
Exactly.
Okay, you can say
numbers.
okay. I'm gonna give you that. Let's say you say Westbrook's numbers are better than Curry or whatever, but is it close?
No, it's not.
So you telling me Westbrook's career averages and Steph Curry career averages are not close?
No, if you look at their whole career, no, it's not, dog. Westbrook like top 5 triple doubles.
We're talking about averages, huh?
Hey,
you talking about averages?
Hey, so y'all blatantly.
I'm talking about all around. I'm just talking about all around numbers. I'm just talking about numbers. Period. About compared to Curry and Westbrook, and you're not gonna tell me it's close. You can't tell me that. Nobody.
Okay. Look. I believe Curry and Westbrook average the same points in their career for their career averages, right? But it's not close, right? According to you, nothing is close, right?
So you just talking about scoring?
Bro, I'm saying they numbers is closer to each other than Bill Russell.
Are you taking account about rebounds, assists, steals, blocks?
Yes, it's all closer. But what don't you understand?
So somebody look it up. Can somebody look those numbers up?
That's what I'm asking. Do you know the numbers?
When I talk about numbers, field goal percentages, all of that shit.
They average like that. They average almost the same amount of points.
Exactly, they average almost the same.
But Russell averages more assists and more rebounds.
Okay, look at those field goal percentages, and look at the points.
That's why I just said you talking about scoring.
You talking about scoring?
It's more than that to the game. You trying to
Hey,
scoring ain't the only part of the game.
All right. Look at their scoring numbers since that's what we talking about.
Because we're not gonna have the same assists as Bill.
Okay, nobody. But here's the thing: nobody gonna argue. Nobody will argue saying that Bill Russell is a better scorer than Wilt Chamberlain. That's not like, come on. But here's the thing, though.
Don't make you overall player.
Bro, who is the better overall? Don't act naive.
It's Bill Russell.
We all know Bill Russell is not better than Wilt, bro.
He is better.
Other than winning, you cannot make the argument for Bill Russell other than using winning.
I'm gonna tell you this: if you put Wilt Chamberlain on Celtics team, they're not gonna win that much.
Hey, like I said,
I'll tell you that.
The only reason why people say Bill Russell, only reason why people say Bill Russell is better than Wilt is because they say Wilt did not win in this era. I'm not lying.
That's not true, man. Listen, you understand
Oh
where Bill
my
Russell got to go.
goodness, bro!
Listen,
Everybody say Wilt Chamberlain was a better individual talent than Bill Russell, but Bill Russell won more
Okay,
rings.
talent only can get you so
Talent
far.
wise,
Talent can
I'll
only get you
choose
so
Wilt.
far.
Talently.
Talent
So,
only gonna get you so far. We see
yo,
a lot of talented players in the NBA.
hey, Lamont. If you get to choose a player, who do you think is a better player, Bill Russell or Wilt Chamberlain, bro?
You mean if you ask me, everybody know how I do. I like winning, so I'm gonna pick the best winner.
Right. So you using winning, right? But when we use winning,
So when I say overall,
listen. When
overall,
you say winning,
I take Wilt.
Bro, when you say winning, you mean rings, right? So when people use
No,
that 6,
just the best winners. Like I'm gonna give you an example.
Do you realize
hold on,
Bill Russell won on every level?
Let me give you an example. It just with current example with this year in the draft.
Like Iggy.
Anthony Edwards. Anthony Edwards' draft stock is plummeting right now because as NBA teams look at his history, the man's never won on any level, whether it's elementary, middle school, high school, college, AAU. He's never won. Teams are dropping him on their boards or taking him off their boards because they're saying, as good as he is, he ain't won shit in his whole career. And if you ain't a winner, that's a big knock on you at the NBA level. And it translates because we look at a guy like Markelle Fultz in college, everybody said he was the dog, one of the best, but he ain't never won nothing. When he was at Washington, that team was trash, the worst in that conference. Same thing with Anthony Edwards over at Georgia. They were not very good. They weren't one of the best teams in the conference or in the country. And then you got it. That means something. Being a winner means a lot, especially at the pro level. You got to take it in big consideration. You got
Bill Russell and Bill Russell won on every level too. It wasn't coincidence he started winning the NBA. He won on every level.
Okay. I got a question. For Lamont. So who would you pick? Anthony Davis or Draymond Green?
Anthony Davis.
Oh, Anthony Davis.
But you said you like winners.
Hold on. But what I'm saying is, I'm saying be a winner. Hold on. Hold on.
Winners, right?
Hold on. What I'm saying is, I don't look at Anthony Davis and I don't see a loser because we saw him win throughout all his career. He's been a winner.
High school, won a championship in Kentucky.
Hold on.
Won a championship in Kentucky.
Oh, high school, college. Now he's
talking about the NBA.
No. Now he's in the NBA. When he coming into the NBA, Anthony Davis was never looked at a player who couldn't be a winner. Even now we see when he's put in the right system, what is he doing? He's winning. He's winning. You got to put him in the right system too. Like I say, you got in NBA it's also about the system that you're placed in. He was never going to win in New Orleans, but at the end of the day, he was a winner in New Orleans because he made a team that wasn't supposed to compete, highly competitive, and got him to the playoffs at least. So I give him that much. So I don't consider him a loser. Like we don't consider Damian Lillard a loser. He's considered a winner still because of what he's doing with the talent that's being placed around him. So when we look at I mean, that's like you got to judge it fairly based off what he's given. And I guarantee you, if you put Damian Lillard with LeBron James, he's going to get a championship.
I understand what you're saying. I understand what you're saying, but
it's a mentality
I asked you
too.
A question, and you said you like winners. So I gave you 2 players.
I like winners.
And one is a winner, and one is not at the NBA level.
Who at the NBA level? I don't consider him not a winner at the NBA level.
He's not a champion.
He's not a champ. That's what I'm saying. He's not a champion, but I don't consider him not a winner at the NBA level.
Wilt Chamberlain was listen.
Because you put AD on that Golden State team to see if he get a ring.
Nah, it's because this is my point. We all know Anthony Davis is a way better player than Draymond Green, but Draymond Green is a winner, right?
He had a better team.
That's the same argument I'm trying to make. Saying Wilt Chamberlain.
But here's the difference. Bill Russell was the best player on his team. It's not all about scoring.
You said Bill Russell. Hold on.
Can't make plays like Draymond though.
What happened?
Brown can't make plays like Draymond.
Well, hold on. True to King just had a good point though. I mean, if we're gonna compare two players that are in equal setting, Draymond isn't the best player on his team. AD has always been the best player on his team. Like if you're going to compare AD, compare him to another player of that caliber.
Bill Russell was the best pro on his team. Like
I give you that.
Hold on. Bill Russell, he was not the clear-cut best player on his team.
Who was better than him?
Bob Cousy.
That's a lie.
That's not a lie. That's not a lie at all.
That's a lie. You're a liar. You're a liar. Oh my God. You're a liar. You're a liar.
Sam Jones, Bob Cousy, he's better than all them.
Hold on.
You're
Hold on.
lying
Hold on.
if you
Hold on.
say
Hold
shit
on.
like
Bob
that.
Hold on.
Cousy
Hold on.
was Bill Russell's Kobe to his Shaq.
Exactly. Bob Cousy
For
was
like
the
a couple
13th
years.
Listen,
time
Hold on. Hold on.
NBA.
if
Hold on.
Bill
Hold on.
Russell
Bob
Hold
was
on.
on
Cousy.
that
Hold on.
team, they
Wait,
wouldn't
wait,
win.
wait, you got
Hold on.
Bob
Hold
Bob
on.
Cousy right.
Cousy was the
Hold
13th
on.
time
If Shaq
NBA
wasn't on the
All-Star 10.
Lakers, they wouldn't win.
If
Hey,
Russell
Hold
was
up
on
though,
that
but
team, they
Bob
would not
Cousy, but
win.
guess what? But
hey,
guess what?
hey,
Bob
hey,
Right,
see
Cousy
what
but
I'm
wasn't winning
saying?
Shaq.
nothing.
Hey, bro, see what I'm
Hold
saying?
up.
A lot of people in here don't know shit that they be talking about. They just be dismissing shit to
What do
make
you
their
talk? You just
argument.
said Bob
I
Cousy was
just said
better than Bill Russell.
I
What
said
are you
Bill
talking
Russell was
about?
not the clear-cut best player on
How
his
he wasn't
team
a clear cut best player on the team when they would.
because he had
First of
Bob
all,
Cousy, who was a fucking 10-time
I'm a clear.
All-NBA
I'm a
first
clear.
team.
So
First,
Bob Cousy was better than Bill Russell.
hold up. I'm gonna kill that right now. Bill
He
Russell
wasn't.
won. Bob Cousy never won a
He
championship without
wasn't
Bill
better,
Russell.
but niggas
Bob
tried to
Cousy
make a
never won.
case.
Bob Cousy never won a championship without Bill Russell. That's a fact. So I don't know
Bro,
what
what
you
does that
talking about.
argument make? Jordan never won a fucking championship without Scotty. Like that, we could go
I'm
on with
just
that
saying, but
stupid
you just
argument all
said,
the time.
hold on. But you just said, what you say?
I said he was not the clear cut. That means
That's
you
not
could.
good. That's not
That
good.
No, you said
That's
Jordan
why
and
I just
Pippen. What that
asked, do
Jordan and
you
Pippen got to
think
do? What did Jordan and
Cousy is
Pippen got
better
to
than
do with
Bill
because
it?
you
Russell?
keep using that stupid argument that
No, no.
this person never won with this person.
That's not a good
But
comparison.
Bill
So is
Russell won
Cousy
a
better than Bill
championship.
Russell?
You said was Cousy better than? All I said was it was not
I'm
a clear
asking.
cut. It was. I did
I'm
not
saying.
watch them play, but it was not clear cut like that. You making it
Y'all
be.
do hold on. You do realize that if the NBA
So
Finals
you
MVP
watch
is
Bill
named after
Russell
Bill
and
Russell,
Wilt
right?
play.
Yo, I'm gonna put it like this. I'm gonna put it like none of us watched Bill Russell and Wilt play, but we did our research. That's what I'm gonna put it like that.
I
And
watched the
listen,
games
All
back
right,
in
so
the
that's
day.
the point that
That
I'm
dude
making.
was
So you can
amazing.
easily do your research on Bob Cousy also.
Okay, hey, listen. You telling me a player that was the 13-time All-Star, 10-time All-NBA first team, right? 8-time assist leader, 6-time champion with Bill Russell. He had Bob Cousy, he had Casey Jones, all of them other players. He was not the
Casey
clear
Jones
cut.
was on the bench.
He was not
At
the
But
the
clear
look,
time.
cut.
Bob
So
Cousy
that's why
scored
I'm
4 more
asking
Hey,
you,
points
who was the
over.
best
He
player?
scored 4 more points over Bill
listen,
Russell. Bob
listen.
Cousy.
What does that mean?
Is that
Exactly.
much? Is that
So that's
much?
why I'm
No.
asking, who
Hey,
was
They don't
the
make him
best
the
player
best
on their
player.
team?
hey, but listen.
Yeah.
In those finals that they won, if you go read about it, Bill Russell was not the best player on those finals teams.
It's
So
not
you
That's
true.
can't
what
say
I'm
he was the
asking
best
you,
player.
who you think
That's
was the
not
best
true.
player.
That is
You
Bob
don't.
fucking
Cousy
facts, nigga.
It's
or
not true,
Oh
dude. It's
my
not true.
god, yo.
Then why did they
Wilt?
name the NBA Finals
He's
MVP
saying
over
that
Bill Russell?
Hey,
Then that's
True the
not
King.
true.
True the
That's
King.
not
You
true.
just be
You just
blatantly,
lying.
bro. You just
Oh, answer
blatantly.
this question. Answer this question. Then why they put Bill Russell, a black man, as an NBA Finals MVP?
I don't
Why they
fucking
name the
know.
NBA Finals MVP
Hey,
over Bill Russell?
hey, listen. I can't answer that because we don't know why.
Okay then.
But
Okay
listen,
then. Okay then. Because you know
So
why? You know
Okay,
why?
in the
you telling me in this
Because he
last season,
dominated.
you
Because
telling
he
me in this last
dominated.
season,
in the
in this last
60s.
season when Bill Russell was putting up 10 points, he was the best player on the team.
Clearly he was because they missed a playoff the next season.
You lying like
Any
shit.
coach,
You lying
any
like
coaching,
shit. You just
any
lying like shit.
coach.
Bro, you just
Listen,
lying now.
listen. I don't lying. So they missed the playoff the next season when he left.
He was on the team.
How many players?
You
All right,
said
well, I
they
got a
didn't make the
question.
playoffs, right? You said they didn't make the
How
playoffs.
many players? How many?
Well, I
When
got
he
a
left,
question.
they didn't make the playoff. That's a fact.
You said when he was on the team the last year, he
No,
he
I
didn't make
said after when he left. So don't switch my words up. I said
Okay,
when he
so
left. When Bill Russell retired, they didn't make the playoff the next year. That's a fact. So what are you talking about?
okay.
So who better, Bob Cousy or Bill Russell?
Bill Russell. It's not even close.
You could argue Bob Cousy, but I'm
No,
saying
you can't
all
I'm
argue
asking
shit. You can't
you.
argue
I'm
nothing.
asking you. I'm not asking who can argue it. I'm asking
all I'm
you.
saying is some seasons Bob Cousy was better. Yes. Some seasons Bill Russell was better. That's why I'm saying he's not
All
a
right, so
clear
who
cut.
had the majority of the seasons that they was
In
better?
totality, Bill Russell was better.
We don't know that. We don't know that.
That's
But
what
you
I'm
could
asking
argue
you
that.
though. Who had the majority of the
Listen.
seasons then?
If you don't know, why you speaking on things you don't know about?
Hold on. Who said they watched it?
I watched the game.
ain't said
What are you
that.
talking about?
You watch Bob Cousy play in 1956.
I'm a Celtics fan. I'm a Celtics fan.
You watch Bob
I'm a
Cousy
Celtics
play
fan.
in 1956. That's what you're telling
There's
me.
games on YouTube right now.
He probably talking about
Go
YouTube,
back and watch this play.
I'm gonna shit on you with your own argument, okay? Guess what? Bob Cousy averaged more points and more assists than Bill Russell. There you go.
So okay,
Because you was
4
using that
point.
same
Four
argument.
more points
You was
than
using
Bill
that same
Russell.
argument when you saying Bill Russell was averaging
That's your argument.
four
No,
assists.
that's your argument.
So you was not using
Who's
that
getting
argument.
22 rebounds makes a difference. 22 rebounds
What
could
was that
be.
field goal percentage again? What was that field goal percentage?
That's the only bad part. The field goal percentage on Bill Russell. Other than that,
Cousy, what was the field goal percentage?
Oh, Bob
Cousy? Exactly. You don't want to talk about that.
What was the field goal percentage for Bob Cousy?
Well,
okay, it was 37%.
James stats is better than MJ.
How much was it? How much was it?
37%. 37% from the field.
37. Oh, damn. That killed your whole argument. That killed your whole shit. That killed your whole shit. That killed your whole shit, Iron Mike.
Iron, how you speaking on things you don't know about? You speaking on things you don't know about.
He was the guard.
Listen, Bill Russell. Listen, do you know how hard? Listen, you do realize Bill Russell won the championship as he was a head coach and played at the same time. You know how hard that is?
I don't give a shit
You know
about
how hard that is?
I really don't. Because guess what? When
You know how hard it
he
is.
played, he shot fucking what? 40%.
LeBron been the coach for
No,
10
you
years
make
now.
you keep listen. You keep Nick picking off his flaws. We talking about.
He
I'm
shot
talking
40.
about.
Coaching on
No,
the court
bro.
right now.
My whole point is that you cannot put a fucking player that shot 40%, low 40s, not even
He's
mid
not
40s.
the. But look, he's not the offensive focal point. That's why he keep doing that.
Listen.
We rewarding. We rewarding rebounding and defensive players, right? Then where's Dennis Rodman?
If that's his game, that's his role on the team.
Where's Ben Wallace? If that's what we doing.
No, they get a lot of credit, and Ben Wallace and Dennis Rodman get a lot of credit.
No, they're not.
Yes, they do. Yes, they do. What are you talking about?
Ben Wallace not even in the Hall of Fame. Fuck you
He's
talking about?
going to be.
Y'all don't give Rodman credit.
What are you talking about?
Jordan fans don't give Rodman
Hold up.
Exactly.
You keep my whole thing is this. Iron. My whole thing is this. You keep nitpicking off this scoring, whatever case may be.
It's
But
not
then
nitpicking,
but then try and
argument.
downplay. Hold up. But then try and downplay things that nobody in NBA history ever done. Like, what are you talking about? You said this man was a head coach and played at the same time and won a championship. How many players you know that did that? Michael Jordan never did that.
Bro,
Jordan.
He was playing
when
against
people
the
talk Michael
same
Jordan, hold
fucking
up. Michael Jordan did not win as a coach with Phil Jackson.
Whoa, that's not
LeBron playing against more teams than Michael Jordan played against.
Exactly. And Michael Jordan didn't win a championship without Phil Jackson.
All I'm
Bill
gonna say
Russell
is
won a
this.
Bill Russell won a championship without Coach Red.
Hey, I got
That's
a
a
question.
fact. Because he was the head coach.
Hold on. I got a question. I got a question. Which era do you consider the weakest in NBA history?
That's all debatable, man. It's debatable.
I don't rank them like that because
I don't rank them like that. It's debatable though.
Hey, bro, I'm just. Hey, you know why? You know why? You know why y'all full of shit? You know why y'all full of shit? Because I was just sitting here. I was just sitting here using that same argument, saying Jordan didn't play no guards, right? So I'm just asking.
Bill Russell played. Guess what? Bill Russell played more competition. Hold on. Bill Russell played more competition than Michael Jordan did. That's a fact. That's a fact.
Yo, see how people.
Hold on. You just sit here and praise Wilt Chamberlain.
Hey,
you just sit here and praise Wilt Chamberlain.
They only had 12 things. You just said Bill Russell played more competition than Michael Jordan in the 90s.
How many guards from the 90s you compare to these guards now?
Like 10, 8.
What guards you talking about?
No Jerry West.
Take out MJ and Magic.
Hey, and you know something? You know something? And it's not just guards; it's forwards too, because guards and forwards guard each other. So I don't know why.
No. MJ didn't always guard.
Nah. Fuck out of here, because you could not name.
Kevin McHale whacked that
when we were just comparing the eras as far as MJ competition. Because we know MJ was guarding guards down from shooting guard to the point guards, and Pippen was guarding the forwards. So I'm asking you how many guards.
What you consider competition? If you playing against the team, if you playing against a team with that player on it, that's competition.
Man, listen, we talking about shooting guards, yo.
You just brought up what we were talking about. We said MJ wasn't guarding the forwards, and he wasn't guarding those centers. We never said the era was weak. We said MJ didn't have competition on his level in that era. We never said the era was weak.
In this position.
Exactly.
Whenever
it was a tough assignment, Pippen had to guard, just like Pippen was guarding Magic.
Listen, I was just on here making an argument. I was just on here making an argument saying the 90s were weaker, right? I was on here making an argument that the 90s was weaker than this era now. So I'm just asking you, what was the weakest era in the NBA history?
We don't know.
I don't judge it. I was just correct that you were saying that we were saying that the era was weak. We never said that. We never said any era was weak.
So nobody came in here and said
that's facts. No, we didn't say any era was weak. No, we don't diminish the era because again,
We said it was watered down.
Because if you diminish the era, you have to diminish the players in that era. That's why. See, I always say with Jordan.
Okay. Let me ask it differently. What era was the easiest?
I don't see that's diminishing.
Yeah, you're gonna diminish the players.
All I said was MJ was because John Stockton and John Stockton.
Let's be real. We all know the game.
Come on.
The game got better by time, right?
No, hold on. We don't know that because people say that this era is weak compared to the 90s. So a lot of people don't know that.
This era is
That's the 90s.
Oh, hold on. Not everybody knows that. Everybody.
Did you hear what Stephen A. Smith said? He said nobody can be a goat.
Legends get on TV and the media and tell you all the time this era is weaker than the 90s.
Okay.
Because they shit trash, man. You gotta call this shit trash, man. Fuck that. They want disrespect. You gotta knock them down a peg, man. You got to. That's what you got to do. You got to say that at the 6 expansion teams in the 90s, the 4 of them in the East was the weakest Eastern Conference of all time, nigga. That's what you gotta do.
I'm gonna ask you this. Name me the top 5 players.
Jordan only lost like 13.
Hold on, say that again.
Hey, name me the top 5 players that were in the 50s and the 60s.
50s or 60s.
I don't know. I can't go back.
Exactly.
It'll probably just be 5 players. It'll probably just be 5 players. Shit.
Exactly.
Oh, hold on. Iron.
Wilt, Bill, Sam Jones, Bob Cousy.
Hold on. We just said Sam Jones and Bob Cousy. Those 2 players weren't they on Bill Russell's team?
Sam Jones was not
top 5
player.
I can't even think of that right now.
Hold on. So Michael Jordan didn't play with. Hold on. So what team had 3 defensive first teams on one team? More like Michael Jordan did. Michael Jordan played with.
Why are we talking about Michael Jordan when we talking about?
No, I'm just saying you keep dipping. Hold on. Because you keep diminishing Bill Russell, so I'm gonna do the same thing we do with Michael Jordan.
Okay, we could do that after we done with Bill Russell. Because
you keep.
We've been talking about Bill Russell.
But here's the thing, though.
Yeah, we've been on this Russell.
Here's the thing, though. And you know what the difference is between Bill Russell and Michael Jordan? That's the difference. The NBA pushed Michael Jordan. The NBA didn't push Bill Russell. You understand? This is one of the reasons why Bill Russell too.
They were trying
to. This is a different time, though.
Different time, bro.
Not everybody watched the NBA like that back then. Not everybody watched the NBA like the 90s.
Bill Russell win.
Exactly. Bill Russell stood beside Muhammad Ali doing that. You understand this too. He played in racist Boston. Hold on. You gotta understand this too. He played in
racist times.
He played in racist times. And the pressure of being a black man.
That's how you know they did the division with trying to tell niggas that he wasn't the best on the squad.
Listen.
Exactly. Bro,
my whole point.
And you falling for it. And you falling for it, Tyson. And you falling for that shit.
Listen. My whole point was that
he ain't say Cousy was better. He just said that the argument was made though.
Yeah. Hey, I'm gonna say this.
And that's why
Dr. J, that's a good point. Dr. J being diminished as well.
What team won 4 straight championships in the NBA era? What team that comes to mind that won 4 or 5 straight championships?
That's impossible, no.
You know who did it? The Boston
Warriors
Celtics,
was
right?
close.
The Boston Celtics, right? They won like 9 straight championships. Do you think, even though we know MJ dominated the 90s, he never won 9 straight championships, right?
Right.
So you know what that says about the era that Bill Russell was in?
It was only 8 teams.
But hold on. But here's the thing.
Hey,
Jordan. Hold up. So, but Jordan won 6 championships in the 90s. So what are you saying?
Won 6. I asked the question, bro. Don't change my question. I'm just
saying, I can go back and I can keep going back and forth. It don't listen because you're not making no point. It is like you can everything you can say about Bill Russell, I can say about any other player.
Right, and then if you want to talk about evolution, you can't say that they better back then than right now.
Hey, do you believe a team or a player would have won 9 straight championships in this era, the 2000s or the 90s, even or the 80s? Do you believe that?
What
Fuck no.
They could have
done it.
That's been harder.
You believe any team could have done that, or any player could have won 9 straight championships in those eras, the 70s,
Nigga
80s.
can't even 3-peat.
Nah.
Exactly. No, right? So what
But that's
that
a one of
says
a
about
kind. But
that?
that's
What
why
does that?
But that shows you. That shows how great Bill Russell was, though.
That's
Nigga,
why.
no,
At the end of the day.
that shows you.
That's why we gotta
No, it
separate to the
didn't. No,
modern
it
era
So
didn't.
why
too.
y'all keep trying to diminish these teams that LeBron playing the finals? Huh? What happened?
Who's
So why
the?
y'all keep trying to diminish the teams that LeBron playing the
I don't
finals?
understand. That's what I'm trying to say. Like they
What
just
do you
trying to
mean?
leave the goalpost, man.
Because you listen, you making an
They
argument
always moving the
that
goalposts,
this
right?
era is more tough,
Because we want
tougher
the
than
they
this era.
they want to
But
say
y'all
that
diminish every team you
Hold
play.
on. Why can't we talk about one subject at a time without
Hold on,
going
let's
on to
go. Hold on,
LeBron
let's
or
just go
Jordan?
one at a time, y'all. So
I
because
don't.
we
I
don't want
don't
it to get too
understand.
noisy.
I don't
Make sure we.
understand how we talking about Bill Russell and then somebody say, "Oh, what
Hold on,
about Jordan?"
Tyson. Hold on, Tyson.
Oh,
Hold
let
on,
me end this. Let me end it with this. The reason why I bring shit up like that, because I just said the argument that y'all make for other players go against the same players that y'all be rooting for. So you can't use one argument to help yourself out, and then when it comes to another player, the argument don't count.
What was your argument? Go ahead, say it again.
You gotta be
I just
consistent.
asked you. You said you basically was making a case that this era or other eras is more tougher than Bill Russell era.
Yeah, always
And I
said
said,
that.
then why do y'all keep trying to diminish these teams that LeBron played with?
What team did we diminish?
Jordan Knight.
Say, give an
Y'all diminishing
example.
one right now. Y'all diminished Dallas.
I mean, what was
Miami.
hold on.
That just diminished
Hold
all
on,
these
let's stay on that
teams.
Dallas. Let me stay on that Dallas thing. So, what's your problem with that Dallas situation?
I said y'all diminished Dallas like it wasn't a good team. Like LeBron was playing
They
nobody.
were a good team, but guess what?
Like
Guess
Dirk can't
the
go
team
to
that
the.
guess the team that Dallas was playing against. Who was the better team?
Actually, didn't Dallas have a better record?
Yeah, Dallas won.
Miami had more talent, but Dallas was the better team. And I'm pretty sure they had a better record, right?
Yeah.
Hey,
I don't understand.
Listen, if you have the GOAT, if you have the greatest player of all time,
they had
on
three
your
more
team.
talented players, and LeBron was not the greatest player of all time at that time. He
Oh
didn't even have
my
a ring,
God!
bro.
So people were
He
not
did not
saying
even have
LeBron.
a ring.
He had MVPs.
Okay,
Nobody
but
calling that man a
Nobody
GOAT.
said he was
the GOAT.
GOAT.
Okay.
Do you think LeBron
People
is
were
the
still
greatest player?
arguing that Kobe was better than LeBron at
No.
that point too.
Hey, we don't even care about that. You think LeBron is the greatest player, right? You arguing as the point as you think.
Who?
The person
Me?
speaking right now, you saying LeBron is the greatest.
No, I never said LeBron was the GOAT. I said
So
Kareem the GOAT.
Okay, so why are we talking about LeBron? You just trying to argue?
Because this
Because
Mike Tyson, right?
everything you say, because everything you say.
Hold on, this is Mike Tyson, right?
Yeah, go ahead.
Right. People like you and other people, especially on Ticket Show, I be hearing y'all diminishing all these teams that LeBron played against, but then you making an argument that this is more tough competition than these other legends had. So how you going to diminish your team when it's fitting your argument, and then like you upping up other teams when you got a different
Okay, let me
argument?
explain that to you. Yeah,
It don't make sense.
listen, let me tell you this. I think this era. Hey, I think. Listen. If I was a Jordan dick rider, I would not be arguing that this era is way tougher than the '90s. I'm gonna put it like that, and I'm gonna put it like this: LeBron was favored. They had the best individual talent on that Heat team. He said not 3, not 4, but 8 championships. Right? If a player is saying that, then he knows what grade of a team that he is on. So if you're going up against the Mavericks and you up 2-0 or whatever, and you're the best player in the league, and you start scoring 16 points, of course we're gonna make that argument against you that you choked.
But going back to
I'm
that,
not making. No.
You lost to a team.
Hold on.
You lost
No,
to a team
I did not say if he choked or not.
Just like we
I
shit
did
on
not say
Kawhi for
if he
blowing a
choked or
3-1
not.
lead.
Nobody is trying to say he didn't choke. Everybody agree he choked. That's not what I said. I said, why is y'all diminishing Dallas? I never said, LeBron didn't choke or any of that, or they had 3 individual best talents on their team. I said Dallas had the better team. I said Miami had 3 individual better talents
Going
than
into
what
that
Dallas had, but they was not the better
ask you
team.
this question. Going into that.
Hey, hold on 1 second, y'all. Let me get these donations. We got Aaron Garnett in the cash out $5. Said thanks for the content. Definitely appreciate that. And then we got Damian Precia in the super chat with $1, man. Definitely appreciate the support for the channel, man. I like all the support. And then make sure y'all smash that like button. If you can't donate, again, we appreciate you guys for jumping in. I saw the chat. We broke our record from yesterday, man. It looked like we got over 2,000 today. So I appreciate all you guys for jumping in the chat.
Yeah, but like going back to the championship thing, right? So Why did so everybody? You guys win 6 championships because Jordan was 6-0, but you don't do that with Bill Russell. Why Jordan had to do that with Bill Russell?
Wait, first of all, I don't use that.
It wasn't even talked about. It wasn't
First of all, Bill Russell wasn't 11-0, bro. We already said this shit.
He 11-1. Why wasn't? Why he had the same standards? Why wasn't he held to the same standards?
You want to know why? That's the argument I was trying to make. He played in a weaker era, bro.
How he played in a weak era?
Okay, Bill. How did he play? Name
in a weak era?
Name 10 players Bill Russell played against. You can't.
So you saying MJ played in a weaker era than this era?
You're lying.
Yes.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
That's what you just said.
Yeah,
you
that's what I'm
said
saying.
MJ played in a weaker era than this era. So you basically saying he only got them 6 rings because he was playing in a weaker era.
Exactly.
You could argue that. Yeah, I agree with that.
I just want to hear you say it, bro.
Then why? That don't make any sense then. So
How
why?
doesn't that make any sense?
Here's because Bill Russell played at his position more time than Michael Jordan. You just sit there and praise Wilt Chamberlain. Come on, dog. That's a hard. You got Bill had to worry about Wilt Chamberlain.
Listen, this is why I don't rank Bill Russell. This is why I don't rank Bill Russell. He played against a shit era, competition with a lot of help on his team.
Explain me how he played in the shit era.
If you dominate in the era and winning fucking 12, 11.
You know what's crazy though?
That means one team is dominating the era.
Bill Russell better than everybody in the 90s besides Michael Jordan.
That's lies.
That's a crazy thing about it. That's a crazy thing about it.
Hold on. Here's the problem, though. Here's the problem. Look, when you look at teams from like the 60s, 70s, and 80s, this is one thing. This is why I don't like diminishing those areas. We didn't have YouTube. We didn't have NBA 2K. We didn't have all of this stuff putting what these players could do constantly in our face. We didn't have a real way to break down their game the way we break down everybody else's game.
Lamont, let me tell you something. I went to go look at their highlights, and motherfucker Bob Cousy was dribbling in circles. I seen enough.
Hold up. The game was played differently
back then.
The game was played differently
behind the back. There's a killer crossover.
Motherfuckers was dribbling in circles and shit, nigga.
The game was played differently back then.
They had no
Lamont.
They didn't dribble the ball back then. They had the back to the back.
Hey, the real truth is that we can't compare eras. That's the truth.
Hold on. Let me hear. Hold on. Say that again, Hebrew. Say that again, Hebrew. I didn't hear you.
I said back in the 90s when my dad needed his toilet unplugged and needed a plumber to come out here, Jeff Hornacek's name was on there. Jeff Hornacek, all them dudes' names were on there. That's what I'm wondering. If they want to keep diminishing these eras and stuff like that, we can do it like that.
Oh, man.
Yeah, man, we got the. All you got to do it, you got to go ham on these.
Iron, though. Iron.
Yo, what up?
Yo, I'm listening.
I heard somebody mention Bob Cousy. I remember watching old highlights of Pistol Pete. He's a guy I can drop off in this era right now, and I think, in my opinion, he might flourish. I know it's off topic, but I think
maybe. Yeah. Hey, you know what you can say about Pistol Pete? Hey, but you know what you can say about Pistol Pete and Michael Jordan? They were ahead of their eras.
Yeah, right. How you gonna separate? Hold on.
Pulling up from 30 with no 3-point line. I'm not doing some crazy shit.
I'm not gonna
let you get that off. I'm not gonna let you get that off when I mentioned what Bill Russell did to revolutionize the game. You just diminished it.
Whoa,
I'm not gonna let you get that off.
Bill Russell, my name.
Billy Russell did the same thing.
Listen,
at a different position.
I'm not gonna cap for a center that shot 40%, bro. Like
you keep mentioning 40% like Jordan did.
Hey, hold on. We got another donation. Jack Jackson says, Lamont, they sneak dissing you on Ticket TV. Hey, hold on, y'all. Hey, our chat room, our chat room's at 2,000 right now. So, I mean,
yo, that's funny, yo.
So at the end of the day, hey, first of all, we don't really have to mention Ticket TV over here. He doing his thing, I'm doing my thing. They can sneak this all they want. I honestly go over there for entertainment, y'all. It's funny. I laugh. I chop it up, but it ain't that serious. So like I said, we just doing our own thing over here. We talking basketball. Again, sometimes I think it gets a little toxic over there. That's why we over here, we actually talking basketball without having to demean nobody.
Right.
Or talk about them personally. So, again, we do our own thing over here. I appreciate the donation. I appreciate all the support but we got to keep, we keep
Bro.
FYF sports separate from what's going on over there.
Bro, why is that even a topic over there?
Hey, you know something?
Exactly.
Hey, but you know something though? Hey, who
I got
anything?
one question, man. I got one
Hey,
question.
Lamont, you play ball, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's say they put you right now. They put you in the 50s. Don't you think you could come off the bench or start?
Man, I'm telling. Hey, look. Now hold on. Hold on.
Lamar gonna break ankles. He gonna break hella ankles.
He gonna eat, bro.
He's gonna eat the shit out that
barbecue chicken, bro.
Now hold on. I'm gonna put it like this. Knowing what I know now about the game, probably. But if I grew up back then, I wouldn't be. I would probably be doing exactly what they're doing.
All the people move.
That killer behind the back.
Okay, Lamont, that's from what you know now too. What if they put you in the 90s? Do you think you could start in the 90s?
Oh no, the 90s. I mean, they weren't. Their era was closer to what we know as basketball now than the 50s. But I mean, they weren't slouches. Like I can't say that because I hooped I hooped in a pro, but I hooped in a pro-am league. I hooped in a pro-am league last year with some older 90s players, and they can still play. Like it's not like they just complete bums.
So Lamont, what you basically saying is that you feel like you could play ball in the 50s, but not in the 90s, right?
Nobody said that.
I honestly don't know because
I understand what you're saying. I understand exactly what you're saying.
Hold on, you go back and
say
Lamont, that don't make no sense though.
Hey Lamont, I feel like if they put me in the 50s, bro, I feel I could move some niggas around. Them little white boys.
Oh, you wouldn't make the league.
But hold on.
You wouldn't make the league.
But look, I'm gonna give you a better example. Look, I'm gonna give him a better example. Like it'd be a lot of times when I think back on like my freshman year in high school, and I'm thinking, damn, if I knew what I knew now about how to defend and do all this stuff, I would be killing them dudes. Like I got the same talent, same skill. But I'm saying if I go back to high school and I understand, like I would be able to destroy. So it's about understanding the game at a different level.
That's like saying
They wouldn't even let you back in the league in the 50s.
They gonna think you the greatest player doing the step back. They're like, what the fuck is
You probably
this?
watching Coolsy highlights like I'll bust your ass.
They think the step back.
All you gotta do is hit a nigga with a crossover, a step back, and learn how to take
the thing, yo, back then, them players didn't have the knowledge that these players got now.
Right, mind you,
so it was all about who had the most knowledge back then.
You wanna know why? Hey, you wanna know why the 50s and the 60s were weak as shit? Even the Knicks were winning, nigga. Come on now, that shit was watered the fuck down.
I mean, but the
They didn't have the same knowledge that these players got now.
You a Jordanite, man. How you gonna sit up here and sit here?
The Knicks had a great team, bro.
They didn't have the same knowledge that they got.
That's what I'm
now,
saying.
yo.
That poverty franchise was winning.
Here's the thing, though.
It's
You
like-
naming people. You naming perimeter players. If you notice the post game, listen, the perimeter player. Listen, it was always a big man. It was a big man game back in the day, and it evolutionized as
Except the
perimeter
90s.
players start developing. If you notice, big men always post up and stuff like that. Even back then, post moves and all that stuff. The perimeter players didn't really have no moves like that. All they was known, all they did was known for just to shoot when you open and feed the post.
Yo, even Pat Riley had a starting job. Come on now, you seen Pat Riley play ball? Fucking garbage.
Hold on, did you see Phil Jackson though?
Yeah, you see Phil Jackson with his goggles running around like a fucking chicken with his head cut off.
Phil Jackson.
Yeah,
we're not the ones to be disrespectful. You got to shit on the 90s. The 90s
the have that leprechaun Muggsy Bogues
giving us all of the disrespect. Man. It's them niggas that need the fucking flame. You feel me?
Jordan played
Would
against
Muggsy Bogues
expansion
even be on
teams.
the G?
How you gonna sit here and disrespect Bill Russell when that man played against expansion teams? And come on, man, we ain't doing that, man.
But the thing, the truth is, we really can't compare eras, but we just do it.
But you just sit here and shit. Hold on. That's what you did. That's what you did.
I'm saying we do it for argument's sakes, but
man,
can't,
I didn't.
You're really comparing errors. You're really comparing errors right now.
That's what I'm saying.
That's what you did.
I just said. To be honest, I said to keep it real. It's hard to compare.
But why are you doing it?
But
I didn't have to do. I didn't have to do that.
I
didn't have to do that at all.
Argue.
I didn't have to do that. I didn't have to do that.
because the game, like, it's evolution. You get what I'm saying?
No,
Like,
but Iron, why are you comparing era?
Each era don't have the same knowledge.
Why? Answer this question. Why Bill Russell? Why Bill Russell still? Hold up. Why Bill Russell still the leader, number one leader in NBA defensive win shares? Then,
because he played against midgets. He played against midgets and
that's not
part-time bus
true.
drivers.
Now you're lying. See, you don't know anything about basketball.
It played
The
against
average
farmers
height.
and
Hold
bus drivers.
up. Go look at these. No, so the
He was
average
winning
height.
against-
Hold up. Let me talk. The average big man height back then always been 6'10" for years now, for decades. Go
Bro,
look it
he was
up.
playing against straight bums.
Go look
man.
it
Let's
up.
keep it
Go
real. Don't
look.
lie
How
to
he was playing
yourself.
against straight bums when Michael
Don't
Jordan?
lie
Who
to
was the
yourself.
best shooting guard Michael Jordan went up against in the 90s?
Don't lie to yourself, bro.
Who? Answer the question.
Hey,
There were
Answer the
certain players
question.
that
What's
was
the
banned
question?
from the NBA because they were too
Who
tall.
was the
That
best
is true.
shooting guard that Michael Jordan went up against in the 90s?
You
Drexler,
could say
probably.
Clyde Drexler, Reggie Miller, Mitch Richmond.
So all of them better than Wilt Chamberlain.
So all
You
of
got who got a tougher matchup? Wilt Chamberlain. Nigga like averaging 50 points a game. You gotta go and get that multiple times.
So now you arguing for Wilt Chamberlain.
I didn't argue. How
so now you
argue
say
with
Wilt
Chamberlain? Hold on. First of all, you're not slick, yo. You trying
Now
to
he
put,
arguing
you're
for
not
Wilt
like.
Chamberlain. He was
Listen.
just sitting on Wilt
I
Chamberlain.
compare. Hold on. I compare Wilt Chamberlain to Clyde Drexler and Reggie Miller. Who's a tougher person to guard? Who?
Why
Anybody in the panel?
listen,
Anybody in the panel? Who would be rather to guard? Somebody
Listen.
7 foot.
Listen.
That
Hold on,
average. That get. Hold on. Listen. Who would you rather go up against? Somebody 7 foot that could bench 500 pounds. That had a 50-inch vertical, or Reggie Miller or Clyde Drexler. Like,
Do we know this though? Do we know this as a fact?
Let's be real. It is a fact. Go look it up. Yo, Iron,
It's a
Boy,
fact.
that comment
Hold
is
on.
crazy.
Hold on. It's a fact. Just like when Will scored 100, right?
Lamont got a
Fuck all
video
that.
on that.
That comment is crazy.
Man, low key.
Yeah.
Okay.
Go to the
Yeah,
video.
That comment is fucking crazy, bro.
Yo, they
Keep it
toxic.
a buck.
It is toxic over there, though,
Go
man.
to the-
Why is
go
this
to the-
why is there
go
a
to the video,
thing?
bro.
Why is there a thing,
Why wouldn't
man?
you want
Like,
to see the man do good though? Like that's
Jordan
the
night
shit that don't make
crazy,
sense.
man.
yo,
It's
hope
crazy.
ticket don't be falling for that though, man. Like that's not cool,
wait.
man.
What happened? What they
Especially
said?
That's
if you
not
saying
cool,
that you
yo.
fuck with a nigga, but y'all over there talking shit, and you feel some type of way about what's going on over there. Like that don't make sense. If you supposed to fuck with somebody, you should want to see the dude doing good and doing better.
Yeah,
That don't make sense at all.
Hey, but you
That
know
shit
what,
is-
y'all?
that shit is fucked up.
Hey, but y'all know what? To be honest, the numbers getting ran up like that because we was in here talking basketball, so we would just keep it that way. You know what I'm saying? We ain't even got to worry about it because we over here chopping it up about basketball. Everybody appreciate it. So we
Right,
can
I
go
only
ahead
know
and-
you heard me when I said it though.
No, I feel you because I know
Right,
we all
but Lamont,
we all know.
you know what, Lamont, you know it's corny because they probably going back and forth. People like that, I don't know, they manipulate trying to start stuff, man, going back and
Yeah.
say something. But I don't like that, man. Y'all gotta cut it out, man.
Yeah, I peeped that
Y'all
too.
gotta cut it out.
You could have left it over there.
Yes, sir.
'Cause you know that should have touched somebody's nerve.
Hey, my goal, especially with this chat, was to just talk basketball because again, I hate it when you can't, like, I don't want people to feel like I'm a LeBron fan. I can't even go in there and talk about LeBron. Like, come talk your shit about LeBron, and I ain't gonna talk about your mama. You ain't gonna be no bitches or nothing like that. Like, cause I'm cool. Because again, look, we all grew up falling in love with, like, we appreciate our players. Like, I grew up a Brandon Roy fan. That motherfucker was broke down, busted, and disgusted. He couldn't do nothing on the court once he got injured. But we can't be mad about that. So when people love, like, young dudes, they gonna love LeBron. They gonna love these dudes coming in the league now.
You can't
Jordan
get mad.
Jordan heads gonna love Jordan.
Yeah, Jordan.
I mean, Kobe fans gonna love Kobe. Y'all all welcome, and that's why, like I said, no moderators. Don't nobody get blocked. You can come over here, talk your shit in the chat. It's cool, but we still talking basketball. That's how I like it, though. That's like I like to keep it that way.
Word, man. Ain't nobody over talking to each other,
Yo,
yelling.
hey,
And
you say LeBron better than Kobe, you going in timeout.
Word. Listen, I see it. Listen, you ain't lying. You ain't lying.
Yeah, you right. That's funny.
You don't be lying.
You so
You
right.
going in timeout. Go sit at the kitty table.
Block your stupid ass. Like, God damn, I gotta be stupid.
I got timed out before defending the Celtics.
Hold on. Ain't nobody got blocked like I got blocked before I even got there, bro. I couldn't even type a word, and I was blocked before I even could type it.
Y'all say, yo, he did. That joke be funny. Listen, I ain't gonna hold y'all. Was funny though. Like, man, shut. He's like, get out of here.
Oh
That's
man.
ridiculous, yo.
No,
That shit
hell
is
no.
ridiculous.
I need everybody. I need everybody.
That joke be hilarious. That joke be funny though. I ain't gonna hold you. Man. That shit, like it's
People should
entertainment,
respect
man.
other people's opinions, though.
It's entertainment though, man. That's why,
If
like,
it's
I
your
don't. It ain't that
opinion, it's
big
your
deal.
opinion.
Right.
And then the niggas
Hold
should
on, hold on.
respect that.
It's funny when it happened to somebody else, but when that shit happened to you, that shit annoying as fuck. Though.
Yeah, I just found that out the
Mad
hallway.
as a
Man, man, get out of here.
Nigga mad as shit, still trying to type in time out.
Because it usually happen when you cooking the most. Like when you cooking the most, that's when it
Yeah,
usually happens.
yeah, it happened to
I'm
me.
like,
It happened
man.
me a couple of times. I be like,
I
I be cooking.
Hey, this is true to King. To be honest, like it's so crazy. I didn't even know you knew this much about basketball until you came over here and could actually talk. I swear to God, I didn't know. So that's what's so crazy, man. So
I've been
hey,
listening, man. I've been over there for like I've been messing with like ticket for 3 years now, I think, like something like that. So I've been in the comments. I got rinsed over there and everything.
Yo, look at what he said in the fucking comment. This nigga said my boy smashing ticket right now. What the fuck?
Yo, chill out, yo.
Somebody made a donation saying that shit. What the
Chill
fuck?
out, yo. See, people are
He
toxic.
was
Am I the only one that?
Yo, people want the drama, man. This ain't that deep, yo.
Yo, am I the only one that used to laugh like that? That always used to laugh when Tiggy used to kick LeBron and CJ out of the chat every day.
I was one of them. Then he did. I was one of them. Then he did it to me though. Like, damn.
Yeah.
Bro, hey, let's talk ball, man. I'm not done.
Yeah, let's get it. Yeah, let's
cook his
yeah.
ass.
Let's get it. Hey, we gotta get it on the we gonna cook for about another 10 minutes because we're gonna go ahead and wrap it up. We're going on 3 hours, man. Because I don't like to keep it going too long. But again, we're gonna go ahead and start to wrap it up here in a little bit. Cause we gotta what we gonna end it on. I like to end it on a debate topic, man. What we gonna end it on though?
Who got the pick for game? Who got the pick for Friday? What's your pick?
I have a Laker question.
For one, everybody know what it is now.
Everybody riding with the Lakers.
I got matter of fact, I got a question. I got a good one.
What's up? What's up?
Would it be good to add more teams to the NBA right now?
Hell yeah.
Yeah,
Hell
it's
no.
perfect. To me, it's the perfect time because it's so much more talent.
No,
you better do it while it's talent rich. Like the 90s did it at the wrong time. There was thin teams out. It's more talent now. You can probably pull off one team in each conference, but no more than that.
Nah,
because I know Vegas. I know they've been looking at Vegas.
Nah, I disagree because I'm not trying to watch more Charlotte
on Seattle,
Bobcats,
bro.
more trash ass teams. We
Yeah,
have enough
Seattle.
trash teams, bro.
They probably
hold on.
stack up
See, that's the thing, though.
stack it like they did choke KC.
Listen, this is the thing though. You got a player like Luka Doncic that came from overseas. You got a player like Giannis, Ben Simmons. All these people is international players. So you never know what you're gonna get out of these expansion teams. And you know, Adam Silver, he been thinking about expanding the shit and getting more teams anyway.
Yeah, especially a Vegas team. Especially a Vegas team.
It's just gonna bring more boring teams. Y'all compare it to the bubble. See how the bubble was competitive as shit because you had the best teams in the bubble. I don't want. It's gonna be too many trash teams, bro.
Yeah, but you never know if you'll find another Luka Doncic or another Giannis.
90s expansion
So you
team.
saying it would be like the 90s?
It wasn't even a global league back then, like talking about till like 2000 and after MJ retired quit the second time. I mean,
you
might find a Ben Simmons and a Luka Doncic on one of them expansion teams. You might find two of them on one team.
Yeah, all they need is an opportunity. That's it. A lot of them guys just need opportunity.
And they're gonna end up like Bradley Beal and Devin Booker, never fucking winning shit and just losing.
Yeah. Well, hold on. I blame the market. I think that in Washington right there, that's just a terrible market for a basketball team. That's what I think. Like,
you think it's a terrible market?
I think it is. I think
if they win it's terrible. It's not terrible if they winning.
But even when they was good, did nobody care about the Wizards?
But here's the thing: if they was winning the championship, I think it'd be a lot different.
No, I'm saying, well, I'm saying it's like certain cities, like Seattle. See, if they put a team in Seattle right now, it'd be lit, even if they was getting rocked every night, because that's just how Seattle is.
Yeah.
So, like I said, it's the right market. You go with the right market, your fan base gonna go be crazy, even if you're getting racked every night. It don't matter. That's
Or they could Or they could just stack the team like they did when they made Choke KC, but when they switched them over to
Washington didn't
that's
go
a
back to
rich
Baltimore.
move.
Washington didn't go back to Baltimore. Low key.
Yeah, come back home. Come back home. We need
Low
a team.
key.
Hey, hold on. I'm gonna ask you a question. What city could use an NBA team right now? Like what team
Las
is
Vegas. Las Vegas.
You think
Definitely
so?
Las Vegas.
I think it's too
They desperate. They desperate right now.
I think
Las
it's too
Vegas.
much to do in Las Vegas. I
Yeah,
don't think
they're trying. Listen. They trying to do it. They
Vegas
trying
too
to do
poppin',
it.
bro.
The Kings almost went to Vegas. The Kings almost went to Vegas.
No, but listen.
Washington being wasted. The Wizards being wasted in Washington.
I say go back to Seattle, bro.
But that's
Baltimore
not
need that money.
Hold
though.
on. Hold on. Seattle's a big city. What's another
Yeah.
city that could use a team ASAP?
Hey, hear
Like-
me out. North
Somewhere in Canada.
Nah, North Carolina is so boring, man. I was just out there, man.
Damn.
I ain't gonna lie, man. Hold on, but a lot of people, I can't lie though. My buddy told me he loved it out there. So I think it's like a love-hate for North Carolina.
I mean, in my opinion, you can't have a team in Las Vegas with all the gambling stuff. Like they already had an All-Star game over
They
there.
got teams. Hold on. They got teams in Vegas right now.
And maybe they should move the Clippers back to San Diego. Maybe that.
Nah, Clippers need to go to Mexico City or something, man.
Yeah, they need to get the club.
They need to go
With the Clippers to Panama.
With that performance, hell yeah, they need to get out of there.
Vancouver.
Go back to Seattle or
Vancouver.
something.
Yeah, go to Vancouver.
Go to Seattle.
Vancouver Clippers.
That shit don't even sound.
The Montreal Clippers. You know what I mean? I don't know. They don't need to be in LA. They don't deserve it.
Hey, they Cancun right
Push
now. I
them
think
boys to
Cancun would be pretty
Kentucky.
good. Cancun Clippers.
Yo, I still can't get over.
Kentucky Clippers.
Nah, yo, I still can't get over the fact that this nigga really said Bill Russell is better than Wilt Chamberlain, bro.
Oh my god!
Listen, man. It is what it is, man.
That statement.
He more
He
effective
only
than
got
the
fingers to
court.
put all them rings
Say
on,
that.
bro.
He definitely more
And then he
effective.
turned
than
around
the
and then he
court.
turned around and say, Bill Chamberlain was benching 400. He was doing this. He was. Then he gonna say, "Oh, but I'm gonna put Bill Russell."
Because I don't diminish other players, man. I gotta give
But
it
you gonna
props
put Bill
also.
Russell, who shot
Diminish them
40%.
90s niggas.
You know,
man.
Bill Russell was like ranked number like 3 in the long in like
Hey, I got a
long
question for you.
jump
I got
in
a
the
question
world.
for you. I got a question for you. Why did Bill Russell shoot 40%, but Wilt Chamberlain didn't shoot 40?
Why was Wilt Chamberlain a selfish ass? Why was Wilt Chamberlain a selfish ass player? We don't know. And
Wait. Then Wilt Chamberlain.
Why did hold on? I'm gonna answer
Wilt
that. Why did
Chamberlain
Wilt
average 10
Chamberlain?
assists in a season?
Hold up.
Did he
He
not?
averaged
Who more
8. He
selfish,
averaged
Wilt
8. Don't boost
Chamberlain
it. Don't boost
MJ?
it. Don't boost it. He averaged 8. Don't boost it.
That's more. Hey, he averaged more than Bill Russell.
Who more
No, he's
selfish,
a
Wilt
he
Chamberlain or
was
MJ?
Who's what?
More
Wilt
selfish.
Chamberlain.
Wilt Chamberlain or
That's
MJ?
oh man. I said Wilt Chamberlain. Wilt Chamberlain said, "This is a fact. This is what he said." Wilt Chamberlain said that I want to leave Philadelphia because I want to be with white women in LA.
Damn, that's
Hey, that's what
That's
they
exactly what he
MJ,
said. That's not a lie.
MJ,
So you can go look it up.
no.
Yo, you know
That's
what's
why.
funny?
That's one of the reasons. That's one of the reasons why Bill Russell buried in Wilt Chamberlain. Stuff
Hey,
like that.
you know when Bill Chamberlain was washed as fuck, right? This last season. And this last season when he was washed as fuck, he shot 70% from the field. Bill Russell's best season, he shot like 41%. That nigga was ass.
You know what's crazy? He won though. So what does it supposed to? My question.
Wait, what you just say? Those people who out the paint?
Listen.
Keeping them away from the rim.
Listen. Hey.
So you telling me Bill Russell was shooting jump shots?
Bro, I don't know. I ain't watched this shit.
He was spending all the energy on defense.
Yeah, hold on.
He was in the paint breaking like shit. Hey, that's what he was doing.
I need to watch the game to see what was going on before I make a decision on that.
He was in the paint breaking like
He missed a lot of his shots and rebounded his own shots. He rebounded a lot of his missed shots.
Nigga was rebounding the whole game off of his misses.
Hey, you gotta miss the shot to get the rebound.
Hey, but you know what's crazy?
Yo, that's why his rebound so goddamn high.
Hold up, but you know what's crazy? He helped his team. He did his job.
You gotta shit on them 90s niggas, man.
Hey, that's why his rebounding was so goddamn high. That motherfucker was under the basket breaking like shit.
What's the number one? What's the most important part of the game?
What's
the most important
I know
game?
you want me to say
Hey,
defense.
defense and rebounding.
I know you want me
He
to
did
say
that. He did that. He did that. That was his role on the team. And here's the thing: you think Bill Russell knew that he played with a lot of talent? You think he could have been selfish? He could have listen. I need to get my buckets, whatever the case may be. But nah, he sacrificed.
Hey, but guess
And
what
that's how.
though? Hey, guess what? Will Chamberlain played defense too.
Not like
Did he
Bill
not?
Russell.
Not as much as
Not
Wilt.
like Bill Russell.
Will Chamberlain was blocking everything, nigga. What the
And
fuck?
Bill Russell wasn't.
I didn't say that. I didn't say
Bill
that. But I'm
Russell,
saying,
listen.
And he was
Bill
4
Russell,
inches shorter.
hold up. Bill Russell leads the NBA in defensive win share for I think 133. The second is Tim Duncan. Tim Duncan played 20 years in the NBA.
Okay, but guess what though?
Like, come on.
All right,
His
y'all. I'm
team.
out of here.
You can't just ignore that shit. His team.
I'm not ignoring none of that. Everybody got flaws. Like Michael Jordan was a below average 3-point shooter. But hey, he's a shooting guard.
Hey, listen, Will Chamberlain was putting up 50 and 25 in a season, bro. That's amazing.
Do you have him as your GOAT then?
Guess how much Bill Russell was putting up? 10 and 20.
Go look at his game. Go look at his playoff performances. Go look at his NBA Finals performances before you say all that too. Because he also undefeated in Game 7s. How many people you know that's 10-0 in Game 7s?
Bro, you just
answer the question.
Look at his team and act like this nigga was doing it by himself.
Technically, Bill Russell more clutch than MJ. Technically.
Thank you. Say it. Say it.
Yo, this motherfucker saying it outright like he was out there watching this shit, watching Bill Russell hit clutch shots.
I watched some games and some highlights.
Hold on.
Hey, the highlights that I seen. Hey,
you
you want me to keep it 100? The highlights that I seen of Bob Cousy, this motherfucker was in the center court dribbling in circles like he lost.
We talking about Bill Russell. I seen Bill Russell on a fast.
I seen Bill Russell under the rim breaking like shit. Stat pad and rebound.
But also I seen Bill Russell. On a fast break with the ball.
Hey, hold on. We got a cash app, man. We got from Armand Smith. He says, "Keep doing your thing, Lamont. Appreciate it, man. Definitely appreciate the donation, man."
Hey, man, Bill Russell, like I said, Bill Russell. Hey, you can try to downplay.
Bro.
You can downplay Bill Russell
Mike.
all you want to.
Yo,
Iron Mike, how old are you?
Don't worry about that, bro.
No, I'm just asking,
Tampa
bro.
Bay, nigga.
I don't even think you watch Jordan, man.
I'm old enough.
I don't
He
even
didn't
think
watch
you old
Jordan.
enough to have watched
He didn't watch
Jordan.
Jordan.
Not like
Hey,
that.
Hey,
parents
I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say this.
Saying Jordan
If you don't argue, if you don't agree with what I'm saying, tell me what you disagree with.
We just did.
You just made the statement that Jordan won all them titles by himself. That is
When did I
so
say that?
inaccurate.
When did I
You
say
just
anything
said
about
it.
Jordan winning by
30
himself?
seconds. You said Jordan did it by himself.
I never said that. What the fuck you talking about? We was talking about
30
Bill
seconds
Russell.
ago you said it.
I said Bill Russell did not do it all by himself. I never said anything about
Nobody
Jordan.
can do anything
Jordan had
by
Pippen and
himself.
Rodman. That was help. I never said
A
anything
lot.
about
And
hell you
Horace
talking about?
Grant and Tony Kukoc and
Mm.
people forget
Ron Hall.
Ron
Oh
Hall.
man, Jordan,
And he had the best coach in the league.
Luke Longley.
Judah.
Big
Oh
T.
man,
Hey, Iron, man.
how old
Hey,
are
Phil
you?
hey,
You're
like I said, I
female.
never said nothing
Hey,
about no.
you may need to. Hey, Iron, you may want to go back over the ticket channel, man.
Yo,
Hey, I'm gonna say this, bro. The whole point about debating is having different opinions.
Nah. We appreciate. Hey, nah, hold on. We appreciate.
Nah. This
Hey,
nigga not about to come over here and disrespect
Iron.
you, nigga.
Iron. No. I got you, Iron. Look. Hey, listen to this. I used to see Iron in the chat all the time, and I didn't even know. Like I said, it's a lot of people in here now that I didn't even knew this much about basketball until I seen him come over here, and then I allowed them in for the first time, and we started chopping it up. I'm like, dang, we actually got a lot more in common than I thought, because the only thing I knew before was what you might have typed in the chat, or maybe the few seconds that you were allowed in the chat over there. So I appreciate everybody for coming over here chopping it up, because again, like the same with True the King, I didn't know he knew this much. He has different opinions from Iron Bite. So again, like I said, I appreciate everybody, man. I don't want to diminish what he has to say. He a little crazy sometimes, but like I said, I like it. But people call me crazy. They call me crazy.
Lamont,
people call me crazy.
Lamont, if you like say the right political right things and all the time, it's boring. You get what I'm saying? You gotta spice your shit up. That's all I'm trying to do, to make it entertaining. But first of all, this nigga coming over here lying on me, talking about something. I don't like truly. I don't believe Bill Russell was a bum because he changed the game. He's the reason why basketball is the way it is. You get what I'm saying?
This is debate, man. This is debate.
Exactly.
I
just don't always want to argue, agree with people. That's a boring show.
That's all it
but
is.
For him to come on here talking about, I said Jordan did it by himself. I never fucking said Jordan did it by himself because I know basketball.
I hear you say that. I hear you say that.
Exactly.
Just
say you don't argue. Just say you don't agree with the shit that I'm saying, but don't try to flip it and try to make it seem
maybe
like I'm
I misheard you, dog. I said
he just heard you,
Hey, Lamont.
Yo, what up, bro?
Lamont. When LeBron holding up that 4th championship and his 4th Finals MVP tomorrow night, you gotta get Myron here, bro. He gonna be drawn.
I know. I've been trying, man. I gotta get Myron over here.
I ain't gonna hold you though,
bro.
Myron is the funniest LeBron James fan.
Bro, he's the
funniest dude. Does that make LeBron a top 10 Laker all time? Does that edge him in there?
Oh, I don't know about that.
Top 10 Laker?
Don't say that to no Kobe fan.
Yep. Absolutely.
They gonna be Kobe fan. He's not even top 50.
Nah, but the thing is,
you gotta get better than Wilt first.
Hey, the thing is, if people were listening to me, like if people was up here, don't say I'm a LeBron hater. I do not like LeBron James, but I can admit he's a top 5 player. I got him.
Yeah, he may be a top. He may be like in that conversation though, because I'll put LeBron. I'll put LeBron over Wilt Chamberlain as a Laker.
He's top 5.
You got Kareem, Kobe, Magic, Worthy, West, Baylor. I mean, it's a lot.
Did Baylor win a championship with the Lakers?
Bro.
Like, hey, if we're being real, LeBron is the top 2 player. A lot of people will not agree with that, but I feel like it's him and
ain't nothing wrong with that.
That's the argument.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, like,
I mean, anything for me, for LeBron, at least as far as respect, anything in the top 15, I can accept. Like, you can make an argument for anything lower than the top 15, then you just completely
honestly,
hate.
Lamont, I don't even agree with that.
Lamont, anything lower than 1 for me is disrespectful.
If you don't have LeBron in your top 10, like, you don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
Hold on, who said that? Who said that?
Who? I said if you don't have LeBron in your top 10, you don't know what
no, somebody said 1. Somebody said he had him at 1.
Yeah, if he's not top 1, that's disrespectful.
Oh man, that's crazy. Hey,
bro, he's the best all-around player ever, bro. He got the points, the rebounds.
Like even though even though he came up, he came up short in the finals a couple times. But you see the shit that he do though, like you can't just ignore that shit. Like you can't watch this man play and say he's not top 10.
You can't, man. It's like
losses happen, bro.
Like it's a grown ass man out there on the court bullying fucking.
Yeah, but you know what's funny though? But I ain't gonna hold you though, man. Laker fans, like, I ain't even say all y'all, but like a lot of y'all them toxic, man. Like how y'all get pissed off that LeBron James won the championship?
No, hold on. Whole fucking career hating.
Hold on, you know how happy
whole career.
You know how happy I would be if LeBron joined the Portland Trailblazers right now. I don't. I might start calling him the GOAT if he joined the Blazers. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I ain't gonna hold you. I ain't gonna hold you. He joined the Celtics. If he joined the Celtics, like, he the GOAT, man. I don't care what nobody say.
That's what I don't get about Laker fans. They hate him because he joined the Lakers. Yeah, it's so weird, man.
But Kobe endorsed them. They still hate him. That's weird. That's crazy.
That mean they not real Laker fans. They Kobe fans. That's what it means.
Yeah,
like they
most of them are Kobe fans.
Oh yeah, most of them are. That's right.
Hey Lamont, I got a question.
Yo,
they don't even want to win
anything past 2000.
Hold on. Who said they had a question? Who said they had a question?
I got a question. Say they win tomorrow night. What do the Lakers have to do to repeat?
I think they got to find a third go-to guy because Kuzma's not going to pan out. And it's players out there. There's players out there they can use.
Buddy Hield.
Hey, you know what I think?
Yeah, I think Buddy Hield is the most reasonable place to go. I think that's the best way to go. Buddy Hield and Jeff Teague. Buddy Hield and Jeff Teague would be good pickups.
They need to get rid of fucking Danny Green trash ass.
That's what
How
I
many
said.
more
But
bricks is he gonna shoot?
Buddy Hill and a guy like Jeff Teague or something like that, that would work. That would be perfect for them. But
Grant Hill.
hard to say.
Hey, and you know what they need? I feel like they need another wing defender, like Jeremy Grant or some shit like that.
And Avery Bradley,
Yeah,
when you bring,
Hold on.
hold on,
Hold
when you bring Avery
on.
Bradley back,
Nicholas Batum is out there. He's gonna be out there. He'd
Gary
be
Trent
perfect on a
Jr.
veteran team.
Hell no, he
hold
is
on,
washed, bro. He was on the
No.
Hornets. He was
Yeah, I
washed.
know.
a
Everybody
veteran minimum.
looked bad on the Hornets.
Right. Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
picking up Batum on a minimum. I'm taking Batum all day on the
Yeah.
minimum.
Hold on, what you do with Avery Bradley?
I'm still.
Let him walk?
I mean, if I can keep him, he still has another year left, so he's probably gonna be there.
Yeah, true.
He's
So
not gonna
the
opt out. He ain't crazy. He ain't gonna opt out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and they find they need. So who would be a start? If we get Jeff Teague,
But DeRozan could potentially end up in LA. He's on a player option. I don't
yeah,
see
but
him
he's
opting
not.
out. But
Yeah, I
That's
don't think
big time.
Lakers should pick him up because he can't
Hey,
shoot.
if the Lakers
So
pick
put
up
him in
DeRozan,
LeBron
they
on
bringing him
same.
off the bench.
yeah, no, he has a player option, so he's gonna choose where he go. But I'm hearing DeRozan to Orlando. That's what I'm hearing.
Yeah, that'd be a good fit for him.
You think the Lakers will make another run at Collison?
Nah, he said he done with basketball.
He
He'd rather be a
done.
preacher.
Yeah, he's a Jehovah's Witness. He don't want to come back.
He thought about it, but it's like, nah, I ain't.
Gonna be selling
Gary
bean
Trent
pies
Jr.
on the corner.
Hey, I see people like counting out the Clippers already, man. I think they could come back.
Oh,
They
fucking
can.
right.
They're mentally
Hey,
shot.
I mean, yeah, they
mentally
can
shot.
come. They can come.
Hold on. Looks like we look like a couple people dropping out. So before everybody leave, just want to let y'all know we got 2 hours before the game tomorrow. We're gonna be going live. Make sure you show up because we're gonna have our drawing for the PS5 giveaway. So make sure you showing up 2 hours
Hold
before
on,
the
Lamont,
game.
hold on.
Yo, what up?
I just wanted to tell everybody, bro, when we see LeBron holding up that fourth championship and that fourth Finals MVP in the other hand, there'll be no other debate. I don't want to hear about Michael Jordan. I don't want to hear about Kareem.
Man,
It's over.
Hey,
It's over.
we'll debate it when it
Got
happens.
6 rings.
We'll debate
Fuck out of
it.
here.
We'll debate it when it happens. But hey, I give him his props though, because he did a lot. He did more in his career than a lot of people will ever come close to get. Like nobody's really gonna come close to his resume. So and his body of work. So you got to give him that much. Give him that much.
Hey, but what if the Miami Heat come back?
Man, they not. That's not
That ain't
happening.
happening, bro.
No, it's not.
That
That's
ain't
raps. Yeah.
They don't got. They don't got.
Jimmy
They
Butler.
don't got the
he shot.
They don't got the personnel to do that, man. Like
His
they don't
legs are
got.
shot
They don't
for that
got enough to do
40-point
that,
game.
man. I ain't gonna hold like that won't even happen in another universe, man. Another parallel universe.
Damn. Hey,
you got
anything,
Kawhi
hey,
Leonard.
anything is possible.
Yeah,
Yo.
and
God
get ready
forbid.
for another
Hey, God
10
forbid
years.
AD twist his ankle or some shit. He out for the series. You
Now he
never know,
wishing
bro.
injury on KD.
Nah, I just said God forbid, bro. I'm just making anything can
Hey,
happen.
Man.
hey, Lamont, you got a
But
pretty
one
high basketball IQ, so I believe the problem with the Clippers is they don't have a playmaker. Is there any possible way they can pick someone up that
Yeah,
can run their
yeah. No, there's hold on.
offense?
Look, it's right there in free agency. Jeff Teague. They don't need flash. They just need somebody who get the job done. Jeff Teague is the only feasible player you can go get because they have no salary cap space.
Lamont, everybody says that the Clippers need a playmaker, but I watched every game. It's not even about playmaking. It's that they need that defensive big. Zubac is too fucking
that
slow
too.
to
They
guard.
need both.
Some of the
They
top.
need.
Hold on,
They need a playmaker.
Hold on, but they might have some holes to fill. They're probably going to lose Montrez as much as everybody think he's going to stay.
Yeah,
He don't like that team. He don't like those guys.
Yeah, he don't. But people forget that the Clippers had it easy with the Nuggets. They were up 3-1 with like a 16-point lead.
Right.
So it wasn't no playmaking. Their playmaking was good. Jokic started going off. And
But they do need a playmaker and they need a big, a real one, because they're not beating the Lakers with no playmaker.
They're going to need more than that because if they have 5 free agents and if Reggie Jackson leave, if Morris leave, if Montrez leave, they're gonna have bigger problems than just needing a playmaker and a big. They're gonna need a whole bench. So
They
need a whole squad. Ain't they trying to get rid of all playing the playoffs too?
Yeah, they're gonna overpay Marcus Morris.
They're gonna have to overpay somebody to keep. They're gonna have to overpay a lot, like JaMychal Green. They might have to overpay to keep him.
I think they will overpay Montrez because of the whole clutch sports.
Montrez not gonna want to be there. Marcus Morris.
Yeah, Montrez don't. Montrez gonna get his money regardless of where he goes. That's why he don't have to stay.
Out of everybody on that team, Marcus Morris out of free agent, Marcus Morris fit the best, in my opinion.
Yeah,
sir.
He
Play
done with Paul
defense.
George.
Hey, True the King. Hey, True the King. I forgot you was a Boston Celtics fan. That's why you was capping for Bill Russell so hard, huh?
I guess
That's why
you
he
can say
knew
a
so
little
much.
bit biased, to be honest with you, but I am a student of the game, man. I
You a
got
diehard fan,
I
bro.
love
Cause you was on ticket shit talking about the Celtics gonna beat the Heat.
True the King.
I was cooking, and I still was cooking, and I still was cooking.
Hey, did y'all hear when he came in? Did y'all hear when True the King came in and the night when the Celtics got put out? That shit was funny as hell. He came straight in, cussing ticket out right out the gate. He was heated.
Clip, bro.
Cause he came with that same energy, like, oh, hold up, man, hold up. I was listen. Was you there? No, you was there though when we won the game, right? We won game 5.
Oh yeah, he said your funeral.
Yeah. What happened to the funeral? And he was like, he kicked me out. He kicked me out the panel.
Hey, True the King. Hey, True the King. But I thought Kyle Kuzma was better than Jason Tatum.
I've been saying that the ticket for years. I was like, that's not true, yo. You got
That's Kuzma was better than Tatum.
Listen, like
Listen,
man, I've been cooking. Listen, man,
hey,
I've been around low key though. I've been around low key though, man. It just, you know what I mean.
Hey, True the King. It was kind of closer though, cause I remember that one season Kuzma was kind of nice.
It was closer, but I look at Jason Tatum rookie year. He led that team to the Eastern Conference Finals
without Kyrie and Gordon Hayward.
So it's
So
like, you know what I
Kyrie
mean?
put your stupid ass down, so don't come back.
Nah, but crazy thing is Jason Tatum and Kyrie still cool. They got like the same agent. If I'm not like, I don't know what age they is part of.
Hey, Boston need to get rid of Gordon Hayward. That nigga is
that's definitely.
Oh, he has a player option, don't he?
Yo, y'all seen him missing them wide open layups?
They can't shake him.
I ain't gonna hold you though. I turned the game off.
Like Bill Russell in his prime.
I turned the game off.
Fucked his ankle up.
I turned the game. I turned the game off. He missed that layup.
He was looking like Bill Russell.
I was
he was looking like Bill Russell in his prime.
He was looking like Bill Russell, stat padding under the rim, missing every fucking thing.
He didn't even get on rebound.
Hey y'all, hey, we gonna go ahead and wrap it up, man. Make sure all y'all come back tomorrow, man, before the game, man. If y'all can, make sure y'all jump in, because I think we might be able to pull off giving away 2 of the PS5. So make sure y'all show up and make sure y'all get y'all entries in. Oh man. I don't know. I don't know. I mean, he's making a case and he's still playing. So I keep the door open. There's a lot of people who shut the door on LeBron already. He can't be the GOAT. Like if you being honest, the door is still open. He's still playing. And
he's on the other side of the door.
And he's in his prime. He's in his prime still. Like
he's
at the longest prime of all time. So
he got a lot of reasons why you can put him there.
Yo, you gotta give it to LeBron, bro. He's been
on
playing at a
90s.
high level for like 17 years. That's just crazy. That's unbelievable.
Shitting on the 90s is legal. It's fair game. They the main one. They the ones. You feel me?
Yeah, hey, the 90s start the trash talking though. So you really got this is why people come for the 90s, because they trash everybody's era.
Yeah,
they don't have no shit.
No, in the 80s, in the 80s, some 80s
that too.
dudes in the 90s be talking holler shit for Magic Johnson.
No.
Because
90s is worse. 90s is worse.
Yeah,
Magic and Bird, they don't shit on everybody like
even though they had a leprechaun.
I really got word. One of my dad's friends was like, I said Rajon Rondo was a Hall of Famer. He was like, what? I'm like, he wasn't better. They said Sam Cassell was better than like Rondo. I'm like, yo, all right, yo, you out of pocket.
You looking at the best filmmakers ever.
Sam Cassell was not good and all, but he said Sam Cassell and Rondo. Like, okay, like y'all gotta stop it.
Man, Rondo out here doing his thing.
I didn't, yo, True to King. I didn't even like Rondo, bro, because he was fucking with my boy Ray Allen, bro. I can't do that.
Nah, you got it's a bigger story than that. You gotta understand. They've been having tension since they won that championship. Because if you remember, it was rumors that they was trying to get rid of Rondo for Chris Paul, but KG and Paul Pierce said, "No, don't do it." But Ray Allen had no problem with it.
Bro, I would trade Rondo for Chris Paul ASAP.
Right, but that's why I'm saying that was the tension was there because
somebody
it was always low tension.
They said they brought boxing gloves and Rondo.
It was tension there because like Ray Allen, because I mean, I don't know.
they all need to be bigger people in that situation because they all want to change it together. You know what I mean? So it's like I don't know, ain't that big of a deal.
Them boys didn't like the fact that nigga went over to the other side.
Yeah, like, well, you know what's funny is Rondo went.
Well, Rondo playing with him now. Yeah, exactly.
So
Right. Them boys want that chip, man. You got to go to
Rondo, ain't that crazy? Rondo,
hey, Sports Savant, hop in tomorrow so I can cook your ass.
Lamont.
And Rondo
hold
about
on.
to be the first player ever to win a championship as a Celtic in the Lakers, man. That's crazy.
True. That is crazy.
Like that's crazy, man. Like that's impressive.
And 10 years later in his career.
Yeah. Like that's impressive, man. Like you got tip his hat off of Rondo, man. Especially how the game evolved, stuff like that, being more threes and change how the game changed.
And one thing I won't argue against is that people saying, "Oh, LeBron played against weak competition." I don't think that. I think this era is tough.
I ain't gonna hold you. LeBron James went up against like the motherfuckers though. I can't. You got go against the Melos, the early.
He lost the dynasties in the finals. He lost the dynasties.
Did y'all hear what Stephen A. Smith said about this era? He said that nobody can be the GOAT of this era because they too soft or whatever.
Come on,
Stephen A. Smith need to worry about his hairline. Stephen A. Smith got to worry about his hairline. You know what's crazy thing about them is, you know what's crazy about Stephen A. Smith is they be watching like channels like this, low key. Like they be watching like these small channels.
They be doing that shit, man.
Hey, honestly, I don't think.
Hey, you heard what Kendrick Perkins said?
No, I don't think the 2015 and 16 Golden State team were.
That's why I be low key.
I don't think that shit was that
you know what's funny though? They were talking about how Bill Russell, they were saying like, I be noticing stuff, man, on TV, man, because they be taking a lot of people what they be saying, man. I be noticing.